Kids, I ain't watching your kids. Quote unquote, my grandkids. You can't do your part, I can't do my part. You play stupid, I play stupider. All day, every day. It's fucking annoying, dude. I swear. Come back here in this fucking mess. As it is, face is a mess. Trying to get on my computer shit. And fucking dogs were just running fucking loose. Just made a fucking mess. It's like, I got patience. As an individual, my kids are the only people in the universe who can trigger my minority traits. You want to see me get mad and, be ruthless with my mouthpiece? Yo, bother me. Everybody else, teenagers, adults, my own fucking family, I slaughter the fuck out of you with petty words. So I tell people, like, yo, if you want to try to trigger people, do so. But if you remember this, you gotta be able to handle words. If you can't handle words, don't open your fucking mouth. Dead the fuck ass. Meanwhile, I'm once again, minority traits, this is side. Everyone has this shit. Hate, narcissist, pride, ego, lust, greed, power. Everyone has that shit. BPD, MPD, everyone. I'm just like so tired of seeing this shit on fucking like a TT because my fucking BPD, my PTSD, I can't be in relationships. The fuck? Then why don't you work on yourself? Date that motherfucker in the mirror first and foremost before you want to date anybody else. Because if you can't date yourself, you don't love yourself. I promise you 1,000, you can't love nobody else. You can't have love for them. And that's all it is. Love for them. But you get a self-sabotage relationship, hurt people, and they in a bitch and whine when they leave your ass. Then what? You wasn't ever ready to, I want a relationship. I tell that to all my one-on-ones, yo. You want it? Are you ready for it? What? Are you ready for it? If someone gives you love, gives you everything the fuck you always wanted, like the fucking flicks and movies, can you handle it? Are you still stuck on your fucking ex? You ain't doing co-parenting? Or you doing co-parenting, but you and your ex are still fucking beefing and shit? Yeah, you're gonna fucking self-sabotage your relationship with your current partner. And then, like me, I'd be like, yo, scenario, if I had a girlfriend and she had a kid, right? And they're co-parenting, right? But I'll give her shit. But yo, why y'all was beefing? Just drop your kid off and that's it. If you want a translator, I'll speak for you. I got you. But why the fuck do you let him ruin your day? And then from there, you get in your mood, and then guess what? You don't want to talk to me because you're not in the mood. So I'm to become the punching bag. I get crucified in trouble because you're in your feelings about your ex, your baby father. Remember, that's just a scenario. But that shit happens all the fucking time. All the fucking time. That's the shit. It's just like, yo. And on top of that, you want to be in relationships? Deadass, keep it 1,000. They fucking want. Stop selling fucking dreams, man. If y'all selling dreams, that's your narcissistic traits every which way. Every which way. How so? Because you know what you was doing with that individual. That's why it's called what? Premeditated. Mention tab above and say choice. It's your fucking choice to stay loyal, fucking, and trustworthy, quote unquote. Or act nice, not be nice, offer fucking toxic love and lust, not motherfucking love, because you don't know what love is. And that's the shit. People are narcissistic, lose disciples, to trigger them, they're the fuckers of the universe. They know exactly what they're doing with people. All day, every day. Friendships, especially in partners and shit. Which typically, who's more? Men, aka boys, we are more narcissistic. Women are empathetic wise. Not this whole man versus women bullshit. That's a fucking opposite attract, all this shit. That's fucking toxic relationships. But if you can't judge me or read me, I will slaughter the fuck out of you. I promise you 1,000. I give no fuck how beautiful you are, BBLs, OnlyFans, or talent supercars. If you can't judge me and read me, especially religious, positive, like this shit, I see through that all day. She's a fucking square. A long-term potential. But if my intent is not to be in a long relationship, then guess what? I can tell her everything she wants to hear. And when I get her, have TLC, sex intercourse, become one, and I try and bond her and own her, she won't go nowhere for a long fucking time. I already know that. And that's the shit. Everyone's bitches about relationships, but it's all the answers in your fucking face. Body language, tone of voice, facial expressions, my energy, and where the fuck are my eyes at? It's all about the eyes. If I'm with my partner in the street to set wise, yo, observe the shit. I always be observant of your surroundings, especially your partner. If not, then be empathetic. Believe that I'm a good person. I go to church. I love Allah, whatever your religion is. Then you are blessed as an individual. What about the person by your side? If they're not doing anything about, be above whatever situation is, then why do you allow it to happen? Why are you fucking there? Which is definitely your choice. Here's the best part. You see that door right there? The fucking door's right there. Why don't you leave? What's holding you back? You got kids. It's gonna suck balls, doesn't hurt, but guess what? It's called co-parenting. No kids involved? You got no fucking ties. Run like Forrest Gump. It's just like, I love you guys, dead ass, but at the same time, I get bothered. Probably because I'm woke, chilling on top of the fucking universe, top of the mountain with God, Lucifer, like, damn, That's what I mentioned. I'm tired. Little devil. This had little angel whispering, little devil whispering. The emoji can be emoji of a universe. Letter I. The popcorn couch and the TV and say free entertainment. Why? Because God, Lucifer, the universe, and I eat up popcorn free entertainment. 95% of you broke codependent. Toxic isolation. Especially in the ghetto hoods. That's Lucifer's fucking playground to the fullest. You gotta hook up them people in the ghetto. I'm not saying all of them, but majority of my fucking Lucifer's disciples are narcissistic as fuck. All they know is toxic love, lust, drama, trauma, bonds, and trauma. They can't be in a healthy relationship. They don't know what the fuck. They don't even know what love is. They have a concept, an idea, and that's it. So, scenario, my first baby mom, right? Raised in New York, Latina, all that good shit, right? So me, I hear you asking wise, sounds sexy as fuck. Latinas, sexy as fuck, right? But that's cosmetics. That's all it is, fucking cosmetics. But I judge who they are really inside. That she could be blessed, fucking tattoos, all that sexy pill bullshit, but cosmetically wise, but inside, spiritual, emotional, mentally, how she doing her mansion, how she worked on it. If she's still broken, lost, ugly, healing inside, if she got a match energy, taking energy, that's what I'm going by. I'm not going by this. When I was a blue pillar, she's good looking, and that's it. She's a little ghetto, but guess what? Maybe I could fix and save her, mold her to be a little better, to be more positive. The fuck? But I was young, gullible, naive, going by church rules. If I'm nice, they're nice. Yeah, that don't fucking work at all. Far from the situation. That's why I'm 1,000. Like nothing's wrong with religion. Once again, nothing's wrong with it at all. Whatever your religion is, allows you match energy, not take energy. Every which way. That's why eventually when I get my back done, the big cross Exodus, the very top of the say, as long as you live godly, all the 10 commandments, Jesus like as an individual, then you are blessed as an individual. I say it twice because I'm focusing on you. I'm not focusing on your kid, your partner, your parents, grandparents, none of them but you. If you're living that life, then fuck, we talking and vibing as a friend, associate, or a partner. Now with that said, when I see your partner, like when my first baby moms, everyone in the suburbs, like, yo, the north side of Seattle, like, I look at you, before, no tattoos, just long hair braids, right? So with that said, I look at you wise, right? I would think you're a little hoodlum and shit. I have to work, be careful with you. Your girlfriend then, I would think she's an angel. But when I hear y'all speak to each other, oh no. Like, you guys are, they tell all the time, you guys are opposites. How are you with her? How are you with her? Like, yo, you deserve better. But what I say, oh no, everyone's different, she could change to better. Like, and they were just telling me, I pray for you and that's it. And fuck, they paid for me for 12 fucking years. That's why as an individual, I say all the time, by my side, in Spanish, I want everybody with the de la calle. De la calle in Spanish to English is a person from the streets or street mentality wise. Because why? I already know all they can offer me is toxic love, lust, drama, trauma, bonds, trauma, and that's it. They can't fucking offer me love. They're more consistent with toxic love and drama and bullshit, and inconsistent with love. Every which way. I tell people, y'all, which I will make a shirt on for myself as an individual, and I'm gonna get Tedami wise. Don't have Lucifer's disciples by your side. Who? Gangbangers, mafiosos, drug dealers, people from the block. Those people right there, you want to have kids with them? Analogy, you crucify yourself, especially the women. Fuck, y'all crucify yourself every fucking which way. I would not be with any female scenario, any baby mother that I find out, when I ask them, yo, are you and your ex he's in your life? Nah, not really. What is he in your life? Is he co-parenting best as doing his part? She said, oh, what's up, Lottie? Hey, doing, how's it going? And she says, well, he's in and out. Okay, in and out of the kids. Okay, so how is he as an individual? I know we go through shit in life as parents. I get that, right? So with that said, is he a good dude? Does he work? Is he fucking trying? Or is he a little cholillo mafioso and shit, run the streets? Oh no, he's in the streets doing his thing. Oh, so he's a disciple. Cool, now I would be your friend associate. Pick up 1,000 fucking times as a friend associate, but I will not ever give you a chance. Because here's the kicker, I date you, I date him also. And his whole fucking squad. So why would I take my risk of my life? Because I'm sure that in my head, fucking triple digits. 18 at heart, 42 on the outside. I'm going for triple digits. I'm going to tell the same fucking story every day above ground to forewarn everybody. But this is your choice. My side, communication, comprehension. Keep it 1,000, round real. Y'all hearing this? Keep it 100? That's what you do, is communication. You don't have to comprehend anything. I'm just forewarning you. That's it. And so I tell them, I have nothing against you, but you did not know this because no one taught you this. But you crucify yourself by having a kid with them. Same thing as guys. Me, my first baby mom, they're like, aye, but she's not her daughter's life because she chose that. Because why? She fucked up and lost her kids, which I already knew that. Dead ass. When you hear they're like, aye, people in the streets, straight from Lucifer disciples, ghetto hood, live by the fucking bluebell talk. You only live once. That's the mentality. They will catch all the cases, will give no fucks. So Paul be fucking, because this is caveman times. I'll defend, fight for my family. What the fuck y'all fighting for? Blue Book talk. Only cavemen get in trouble, physical anybody wise, because they're fucking walking fireballs, wrecker routes. They can't handle petty fucking words. IQ levels are the fucking fist, guns in a fucking squad. That's it. Rebel talk. Yo, I can kill and destroy anyone in the universe with petty ass words. Rob real shit, I'll destroy you. And when you trigger, but yo, why are you triggered about some petty ass words? The truth hurts. Either fucking rock the shoes like a champ or take them off and work on yourself, which is your choice. It's not your kids. It's not your partners. Your choice. It's like, fuck, yo, I'm tired of the bullshit sometimes. Like, I pray for you guys. I love you guys. Jeez, man. And on top of that, me-wise, like, the intent when I come home is my heaven on earth, analogy-wise. I don't have a touch partner by my side. As an individual, I will not ever, not never, ever avoid stoic set-wise. I won't ever be in a toxic relationship. Because why? I judge and need the potential to be wise. She can't have my conversation. I'm too much for her. She doesn't have to be like on my level, no, but she has to be more positive, more minded-wise. She ain't being on drama queen. If she's in the feelings, she opens her mouth. I get it. People go through shit in life. I get it. Yeah, anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicide, thought, low self-esteem, anger issues. Got my tattoos for a fucking reason. Petty ass fucking words, but 95% of you, y'all going through that shit. Why? Because you having to go right there. You having to go your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, and child trauma. Bottom of the mansion says what? Triggers overthinking, reactive use. If you don't know what reactive use is, that's to become verbally or potentially physically abusive with your partner, your kids, the surroundings, the area, the streets, whatever situation happening, or even yourself. How yourself. If your partner's breaking up with you, wise, and you don't want to let them go because you think in your head, I need them in my life because I'm broken, codependent, you will hurt yourself. You will threaten, I'm off my dome, I'm going to break and you will literally break your, I've seen it before, break your fingers and hands and arms, so don't leave. Now you as an individual, you gas and manipulate, so don't leave. Because if they're doing that shit in front of my face, and I leave them, they're going to fucking off their dome. If they do it, I'm going to feel guilty. But here's the kicker. You can't force anyone to be your life-wise. And if they decide to get to that point, that is their choice. So you're going to be staying there miserably, pray, plan, hope, manifest to change the ways, to be better. You already been fucking 5 years deep in the situation, it's toxic as fuck, and you can wait longer. I pray for them, that's it. And if it's, once again, if they're off the dome, that was their choice. In their heads, I'm fucking broken, codependent. I need them in my life. Like, cool. Do what I did for fucking 30 years of my life. Need people in life. And then fucking pray, plan, hope. And I always say manifest because that's 3 to 70, rip on the matrix. Manifest, believe. They have all these little concepts, I think like 26-9 or some shit. It's like, if you think about it, you write it down. Like, yo, that's called manifesting. But here's a kicker. In your fucking head, you got it. In our heads, it's fucking Care Bear world. We love the fucking universe. All beautiful, fucking fine dandy. Romance, your love story. Blessed as a motherfucker. There is no war. Everyone should have respect. But guess what? That's all it is. Manifesting is like using the word, I pray, plan, hope, manifest, right? That my partner changes. That I get this job. That the potential, you see that girl over there? I want her. Cool. Write it down. Type it up. Manifest. Fucking do yoga and bullshit. And when you don't get the job, you don't get her, you don't get whatever, they change their ways, who the fuck do you blame? God, Lucifer? The person in the mirror, you. That's why it's all on you. Everything starts with you as an individual, man. Like, no, the idea I get the job, the idea I get this partner, the idea that it changed. What's an idea? It's a 50-50 shot. 50, I get it, awesome, it was meant to be. Other 50, I didn't get it, it wasn't meant to be. I go on my fucking day, I trip, I don't fall, I adapt to that situation. Because you can't force nobody to be in your life. All these rich motherfuckers brag about their bullshit. How the fuck you rich? Only fan BBOs and bullshit, right? I don't give a fuck who you are. Mafioso, gangbanger, fucking Jay-Z and shit. But how the fuck y'all bitching about, man, I got anxiety. Today, this morning I woke up, I had depression. How the fuck do you have all the money in the world, no matter fuck if you get it legit or illegal, and you bitch about fucking life, my mental health. You can afford all the therapists, counselors in the universe. The more people you talk to, and your support team, quote unquote, guess what? They're all your therapists, counselors. You can vent to them. The more you vent about your bullshit in your fucking mansion, the more you can work on yourself. But the only person to get fake shit and say you is who? The person in the mirror, you. No drugs, no pills. Therapist, counselor, psychiatrist, bottles, and the cherry on top, God. God can't fix you or save you, man. We are brainwashed that God is almighty. Yes, he is, quote unquote, right? But he can't fix you or save you because he gave us free will. This is my healing, awakening, eventually woke journey. Guess what, boys and girls? I went through all my fucking 4 journeys. Did it hurt? Fuck yeah, I did. The first one did. Healing sucks balls. You know why? It's fucking hurts so bad because in your head, remember this, and on top of it, before that, the longer you're an individual, the more it's gonna hurt. You bring kids in the fucking mix, it's gonna hurt. You get married, it's gonna hurt. And from there, when the guy, quote, the father decides to get a belief, fuck this, the mom can't do this. Now the mom becomes the father and the mother. She done die more than us. Why? Because she's got through all that shit. And then you bring drugs, alcohol, pills. And you fucking want to do toxic and the fucking party life. And you have kids, yo. You got all these hurdles you fucking gotta jump, right? And they fucking you trip on every single one of them. And then you hit rock bottom. Then you become a fucking crack alcoholic tweaker and shit. Cause you felt the man-made bullshit. Cause one motherfucking neighbor, one individual destroyed the fuck out of you. Cause they got up and left. It's gonna hurt? Fuck yeah, it hurt. But the only reason why it hurts is because we're brainwashed that we need people in life. You don't need people in life. You want people if they want you. The only person that needs anybody, single father, 8 kids. My daughters are older, but still, all my 8 kids need because they're not old enough to get a job. Roof over the head and a car, a whip. Like my boys, you know? Fucking my youngest daughter, why she's 13, going, we'll take it back, she's 12. Shit, I gotta think about it now. Yeah, she's about to be 13 next month. I believe so. I have too many kids. Yeah, she's about to be 13. Sorry, too many kids. Anyways, whatchamacallit, see, that's why I say what I say. And then on top of that, we're brainwashed that being selfish is fucking wrong. That is so fucking incorrect. No. I say you have to. The word have is very first to trigger. You should want to be selfish. Because you come first and foremost. Every day above ground, the real war in the universe is who? You, the person in the mirror. Not this fucking gangs and fucking mafias and bullshit. All these rivalries in the fucking world. Especially the whole thing in Russia and Ukraine. I pray for them. That's what I do as an individual. I pray for everyone in the universe and that's it. I don't you hear about the game beggars? I pray for them. That's it. You want to talk about it? What's there to talk about? Lose the disciples are beefing over a man-made color, a man-made block, kilos and bullshit. That's all man-made. Lucifer's offerings. You make fast money? Fuck yeah, you will. That's about it. And then you want to have, especially when you have kids and have a partner, and all you females don't want to be with fucking gang mafioso drug dealers. I pray for you. But he goes to church, and that don't mean shit. And that's just a fucking building to them. That's all it is. Because if I love God, why would I push weight? If I love God, why would I be out there and talk relationships? We gang mafioso and bullshit. I look like 10 kilos, right? What situation? They just say, oh, you're too white for brown. Oh my gosh, you hurt my feelings. I'd rather chill with the suburbs, the white Asian Middle Eastern folk, than chill in the ghetto hoods. Be brown enough, quote unquote. The fuck? All blue pill conversations. Very irrelevant. All you need people that help you out. All you need people that help you out. You hurt me my feelings. You don't need people, you want people, first and foremost. You know, not really going to say that because remember this, when you need people, like scenario, remember this. I always fucking reiterate 1,000 times to it on my lives and when I said it, where it's like, I don't need you in my life and vice versa. Like, but that's just to be. For one of them, you see that door right there? I can leave, you can leave whenever you want to, which is your choice. So with that said, if you think in your head a potential to be, scenario, a girl to be right, and I'll verbalize that. I've done it many times. If you think in your head you need me, right, you should want me. Because the day I go to work, right, you know what, I say, fuck this. I don't do co-parenting. Fuck social media. Fuck everything the mother. I'm out. I have the right to get up and leave. Now, if you're going to go looking for me, why? Then what? You're going to be crying tears over eyes? Guess what? I can leave whenever I want to. So that means you're bronco-independent. You should want me, wise, and that's it. If I get to believe, you should think to yourself, what? I pray for him. Maybe going through shit in life. He should have talked to me. That's what it's called, communication comprehension. Instead of just ghosting me. Get to believe. And that is my choice. Every day above ground is your choice to do right or wrong. Yin yang, positive, negative, drugs, alcohol, pills. Off your fucking dome. Off everyone's dome. Or say, fuck everybody in the money. I'm out. But here's the kicker. You know, if you can, that's what you do what? Communication comprehension. Oh, talk about the situation. Women are way better at the white because they're more empathetic. They do what? Communication comprehension. Us boys that came in, quote unquote, we're fucking more narcissistic and we do communication, no comprehension. We don't talk about our feelings because talking about our feelings, we're brainwashed. You're a bitch, you're fucking weak. In Spanish, you're a mandilon. You're soft, you know? A beta, a simple, all them corny ass man-made fucking words. Fucking words. That's all it is, man. Just like, no. Express your feelings, fellas. If you don't, self-sabotage relationship. Push her away, and when she gets up and leaves, guess what? That is her choice. Every which way. When you push her, I pushed into some other guy's arms. Well, of course you fucking did, because guess what? She's tired of fucking praying, planning, hoping, manifesting, change your fucking ways. And then from there, wise, you can play the role fucking with victim, tell a sub story to the next potential to be wise, and then push her away. And if you're all bitches are crazy, bitches ain't shit, say that. Say that most definitely, wise. But the problem is who? The person in the mirror first and foremost. If you don't want to express your feelings, why the fuck do I want to talk to you? Especially the potential, you know? So it happened to me too. You can leave, but that ain't my problem. Yo, that's, yeah. Like, it sounds fucked up, but guess what? You gotta be selfish 1,000. That's when we get time. My ribcage, wherever Jesus got stabbed. The riddle for the whole universe. Who's the problem? The person in the mirror, the person looking in the mirror. When you comprehend the riddle, then what are you going to do about the situation? Simple as that. Simple as that. That's like Triple X right here. Dude, the only reason why they took his ass out because the higher power... This whole fucking universe is run by Alpha here. Alpha is my chief narcissist wise, right? Everyone can be narcissistic. We can all be sociopath psychopaths. It's within all of us wise. Trust me, go through a relationship, get triggered, fuck yeah. You know, they cheat on you and give them no fucks, you will get, yo, you're very cautious with yourself. Go fuck, well, I want to never do that. Don't say never. Never is like, once again, don't defy logic. I'm never going to cheat. And yo, when you're cheating, what you're doing. I'm not going to drink, and when you're drinking, what you're doing. Be oh shit. Use every fucking word but never. Never is defying logic. Every which way. Once again, I didn't create it, comprehend it. Who created that shit? If you go by Bible talk, Lucifer. Lucifer defied logic, called out God. Guess what, God? I'll be a psychic for thousands, zillions of years, and guess what? I can do your job better than you can. So God's like, bet, you know what? Once again, I do the Bible talk. It's an analogy. It's how God built the, the universe, palm of his hand in 7 days. So God told Lucifer, I'll give you 7 days. 7 days in God, Lucifer's years could be fucking, I don't know, 100 fucking million years in human years, right? So let's say a scenario. God's like, cool, yo, devil, we'll give you 7 years. 7 years. Yeah, 7. Think about it. 7 days to do better than I can. I was against you, but you say you can do it. I will not get involved to a certain extent. The last time you can say God got involved in Bible talk is when? Fucking Moses Lake. Am I saying that right? Noah's Ark, my bad. Noah's Ark. 40 days, 40 nights. That's the last time God got involved with our situation. That's what he says, which I'm going to tell me that passage. It's a fucking word. I don't know what the C word. It's a C word. Like, when when you see me at the rainbow, this is basically between myself. I think he said like the peace between myself and you humans. I will not get involved in the situation. Because obviously he felt bad for what he did. Right. So, like I said, since I was a little kid as a Catholic, reading the Bible, well, telling none of the priests, well, if God's almighty, and I said two, Adam and Eve, 2 people, because the 2 people, look at today, we're all fucking suffering, but that's what I say, God gave us free will. Every day of burger down, it's your choice to do right or wrong. So, what you gonna do tomorrow, or today? You can do good or bad. You can do bad, fuck it, that's your choice, premeditated. You can blame everybody mother for your mistakes. Do so. Run from your problems. Don't do self-accountability. Which telling the truth is what? SOS, stuck and stupid. 1.23 wrong answer. It's your choice. How does Lucifer's power feel like? Lucifer's power, all simple. When you're narcissistic, the bad side of you. When you're hateful, when you verbally abusive with people that bully, aka like here in social media. All the fucking keyboard warriors that talk this shit, right? Listen to disciples wise. Face to face, gangbanging, mafiosos, drug dealers, racist military cats. At work, anyone that's got power, guess what? Your manager, your assistant manager talks shit to you. Well, you got to do this, and I'm going to write you up. What the fuck? Especially, let's say you ain't doing wrong, and they're still going to write your ass up. But then you get scared, you bow down, be submissive. The fuck? I don't. Any motherfucking job, they talk shit to me, a baby boy. He threatens me, go grab that pink slip. What? Go grab the pink slip. They're surprised when I say, what? Fucking let's talk about working, man. Grab that shit. I'm famous. You want my autograph? Write that motherfucker up right now. I'm going to write that shit up and go straight back to work. I don't need this job. I want this job. With that said, wherever I go, my customers go with me. You know why? Because you ain't shit. You know shit. I mean, I just automotive. You know shit about cars. You're a motherfucker that got a job. And you got a higher position than I do. Why? They do paperwork. I could do that. But here's the kicker. Working on cars, working at Riley's auto parts store. So during the day job, mechanic, assistant manager, all that bullshit. After hours, coming to Riley's, I'm a accountant for selling parts. So I can talk to every customer about the car. Give them everything I can help. In the parking lot, YouTube video said that you can't do shit, but what? What's your car and give them parts and that's it. I don't give a fuck about your position. That's why it's called gaslighting manipulation. Why it's lose the disciples. Everyone does that shit not knowing. That's why the intent is not to have a war. It's called communication comprehension. Once again, women are way better at than men are. Good evening. Do you have little boys? I love them so dearly. Yes, I have 8 kids. How you doing? How's it going? So with that said, take time. If you have no kids in the love, respect manner, yo, you are blessed. Every fucking which way, because kids are a blessing and also a lesson, right? So with that said, when y'all fucking talk relationships, going to break up, I tell my one-on-ones, you have, off the bat, yo, Queen, you have kids? Like, no. At all? No. I know you're going through a break and it sucks balls, right? But here's the kicker. Run like fucking Forrest Gump. What? Run like Forrest Gump. To no contact, quote unquote. Get away from him and her. You'd be a lot better. Or stay there around the perimeter, and when they fucking, you can block them on social media. On every fucking platform. Change your fucking numbers all you want, but here's the kicker. You still live in the same community wise. Like, sit there. I tell my scenarios like, yo, if I'm your boyfriend, right, ex-boyfriend, and you block me everything, and I'm narcissistic wise, yo, I'm your kryptonite. I could come straight to your home wherever you at, instead of wait for you and shit. And gas and manipulate. Because obviously, everyone tell you, fuck him, get over him, etc. Why you deserve better, which obviously you do, right? But here's the kicker. Forgive, communication, not forget, and you gotta let me go. Comprehend why the relationship failed, right? In your mansion, I'm your ex, I own the door paying your mansion, and you do closure for yourself. Not for me, you do it for yourself. If you don't do closure for yourself, you can forgive me, communication, and that's it. If you don't let me go do the comprehension part, I can come in your face, once again, fucking, it could be 6 months, you didn't see me, you pushed me away, said otherwise, right? You've been ducking and dodging me every which way. And remember, no kids are involved, keep it very simple. So, but when you see me, I tell you all my one-on-ones, what's gonna happen to you when you see your ex-wives? That you know, freeze, get scared, PTSD, get mad, run away. You haven't seen me for 6 months and you still getting your feelings about us. Then guess what? In your mansion, that door pain, I own that shit. Eating my popcorn, watching Kalada Beauty smiling your face, living the rent fucking free. And I could just walk up to you, babe, I miss you. Let's work it out. And it's all about body language, tone of voice, facial expression, my energy. I can act. Remember this. If you're more narcissistic wise, because they don't want love, they're more toxic love. I can act nice, not be nice. I offer you toxic love and lust, not love. But remember, the people who are narcissistic are the best Oscar-nominated in the world. Everyone's fucking sponges. We all fucking mirror each other every which way. Because everybody laid down with, you speak like they speak. You carry the energy like vice versa on both fucking sides. Along your individual, you're all chameleons, right? So all this shit on TT-wise, or only narcissists do that shit. Shut the fuck up. We're all narcissistic, man. We all do the same thing. Why do we speak fast? Mexican, Hispanics, Chicanos, we don't speak, known for speaking fast. Latinos do. But why? Cause my first baby mama, 12 fucking years, from Caracas, Venezuela, raised in New York, she's Latina. She's fucking mixed. She's like quarter Brazilian, Cuban, Dominican, and Puerto Rican. I forget so much. She's 4 and 1 basically wise. And then she's got the East Coast accent, and they speak fast. And New York wise, Seattle wise, all the Latinos, the Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cubano that kicked it with wise, they were telling you, papi, we can't slow down for you, man. We've been speaking fast since day fucking one. Y'all, your people speak hella slow. Hispanic, Chicano, y'all speak hella slow. Either you catch up with us or stay behind. What do? I adapted. Why do I speak like, oh yeah, you're Puerto Rican and Cuban? Like, nah, Chicano. What? Yes, I know I don't sound like one. I already heard 1,000 times in my life. For the last 20 years of my life, I get it. So I'm trying to slow it down. So please bear with me, wise, because that's why I fluctuate. Fast, slow, because I'm so used to speaking fast. And then my Spanish is even worse. And then my Spanish is decently all right, wise, but I don't even care, because I tell my kids, when they ask me, Dad, why don't you teach Spanish? I go, first and foremost, it's just the fucking tongue. It's not, if you're going to be a translator in the universe, it does not benefit you. You can translate for others, quote unquote, but it's the tongue. When anyone, when they give me shit about my Spanish, I give no fucks. I tell them, dead ass, can you speak English? In America, can you speak English correctly, wise? Can you do that? No, I don't give a fuck about Spanish. It's just the tongue. It does not make you better at all, man. It makes you better in our Spanish culture, sure, quote unquote, but here's the kicker. I tell the boys, if you can speak it way better than I can, but you're probably machista, little player, right? And then, your girl has to be the mandilona, right? She has to dress like a nun. She can't get fucking nobody, but you're the manhole that you fucking are. Go to church, you love God every which way, and you're body hopping. And she stayed like a dumbass, right? Did I say that correctly, Wes? You see? I can say that shit English or Spanish, how you want it. Give no fucks. As an individual behind the screen, Spanish culture, Hispanic, Latino, Spaniards, all the fucking boys, 99% of boys can't teach me shit. I tell them all the time, grab your fucking father, grandpa, great, dead grandpa. They still can't teach me shit. And you girls, Spanish women, you stay there like who? Your fucking auntie, mother, grandma, great grandma. Praying pan home, manifesting. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that. Pray for that's it. But that is your life. And all I do is knocking the fuck out of it every which way. That's what I say all the time. By my side, I would never have a Spanish girl, a Hispanic, a Spanish woman, Hispanic, if she's working on herself. I can't force upon the situation. But yo, look at the way I speak. If you can't speak what I'm speaking, or at least working yourself positive, give people advice and shit, then why would I have you by my side? Because you're beautiful, BBLs, OnlyFans, got 1,000 fucking supercars. I'm happy you have all man-made bullshit, but that does not make you a good person in general. That's all it is. Cosmetic bullshit. But teach your own. That's what you want by your side. That's what you have. Trophy wives, trophy husband. What do we do? Communication, comprehension, talking environment. We lust and love each other only. That's it. Then you have the toxic trophy wife and husband. What's that? When you're fucking toxic relationships, bumping heads, fucking walking eggshells, can't open my conversations because you know it's gonna be a fucking war zone, so you keep to yourself, right? So what that is, an analogy. Like my first baby mom, still like I am, straight from the block, ghettos of fucking New York and bullshit. Which I say as an individual, I won't ever be by my side. Fuck no. Friend, if I did benefits, sure, I'm not your partner. Friend associates, and that's it. But as a partner, fuck no. Until she works on herself. Like I say now, you can leave the hood, but the hood leave you wise, right? Didn't leave her at all. So with that said, I was there praying, fan, hope, manifesting for 12 fucking years, right? So everyone, the mother, they can look and they can touch her. I can look, and I'm her partner, quote unquote. I can look, can't touch. Yeah, fuck that shit. That's why it's called toxic trophy wife husband. You have that shit by your side, I pray for you. Don't miss that bullshit at fucking all. Are you saying I should quit my job and play poker professionally? Hey, if you're down with poker, if you get down, yo, I have buddies that do that shit. They've done that because they're beasting with that shit. If you know how to play poker, like look at me. I go on here on social media wise, right? My numbers ain't shit. TT wise, I've been almost 3 years wise. Look at my numbers. But here's the kicker, I challenge the whole fucking universe because I know what I'm talking about. I do strictly Rebel Talk, 3D Rebel Talk. My shirt, why? Just life, relationship, how we suffered, impact on us, good and bad people, how we function, spiritual, emotional, mental beings. That's all I give a fuck about to talk about. I give no fucks about Blue Pill Talk, which I'm going to tat on this for. I was going to say, all you 2D Shebrew Blue Pillers debate about what? Man-made bullshit, race, religion, politics, COVID, man versus woman, high value men, what culture, Bugatti, gangs, drugs, fucking slavery. That's all fucking blue fucking talk, blue pill talk, mammy bullshit. That makes money, entertainment, keeping you feeling on top of your feelings. You won't ever evolve in life. How the fuck you bitch about, you're educated about slavery, fucking stick to your own race, gangs and bullshit, right? But as an individual, you're still a crackhead, alcoholic, tweaker, doing booger sugar, verbally, physically abuse to your partner, kids, body hopping like a motherfucker wife. And you go to church and love God. Make that shit fucking make sense. Why don't you focus on yourself and work in your mansion? All doors of pain. One fucking door at a time. Or not, fuck it. Wear the mask, smiles, behind it, dying, crying. Bitch about my PTSD, my anxiety, my mental health. Like, nah, if I know you, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. What? You're fucking, yeah. But you're positive. I am. But here's the kicker. My narcissist traits, I control. I just told you shut the fuck up. It's just fucking words. But yes, they're hurtful, right? Because why? You take them to heart. That's your shit, not my shit. So why don't you work on yourself first and foremost? I know don't let these words get to you because, and on top of that, especially if I don't know you, my words bother the fuck out of you. You know why? Because if I say, if I scenario, I call you ugly, fan, stupid. If I don't need from Adams, you're here in a pod, on YouTube and bullshit. That means in your head, you have many owners of the words ugly, fan, stupid. Your exes, your past pain, the bullies, parents, etc. So that's why those words, your ugly, fan, stupid, trigger you. When you're close the doors of pain of your exes, the bullies, parents, all on you, not on I. You're missing your calling of having a church. Yo, if I had a church, that's a good one. That's awesome statement wise. When my first and foremost, I go to church every day above God. God and I, Lucifer, we talking about it. I have nothing against Lucifer. Remember this. Our choice, premeditated, God gave us free will. That's why I'm mentioning my head once again on my side of my neck. And we have little angel whispering, God whispering, right? It doesn't say God, Lucifer, yin. I take it back. It doesn't say consciousness, subconsciousness, yin, yang, right, wrong, positive, negative, evil, good, hope. Because I don't like the word hope. It doesn't say idea. It doesn't say faith. Why? In your head, you're always talking to yourself, no matter what, right? You think you're crazy. You're not fucking crazy because it's God, Lucifer. Their words, your voice. But what are you choosing? Scenario. I have a girlfriend, right? I don't, but let's say I did, right? Blessed, beautiful, exotic, all that good shit. We do communication comprehension. TLC's phenomenal. She's a psychic. We're a power couple and bullshit, right? So remember this. If God, I'm going to tell you about it. If Lucifer can't get to us, he'll use people around us to test the relationship. Because remember this. When you're a power couple and you fucking love each other in front of everybody wise, authentic every which way, and you bush with your part of the fullest, people that are in toxic relationships want that shit. People that are single want that shit, and they will test your relationship. Happens all the time. Fucking my ask the girlfriend. Happened there in Seattle markets. Female try to pass boundaries. And initially, be you whatever. I think you're cute. I like the way you speak, settle, the way you carry yourself. I'd be cool. Thank you. Thanks for the comment. But just to forewarn you, I got a girlfriend. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, you didn't know that. You have the right to say, you're sorry. But with that said, don't be. You're good. You didn't know I had a girlfriend. And then she does what keeps it humble. No more passing boundaries, or she keeps passing boundaries, which is her choice. Now, what am I gonna do? Entertain the situation and do the emotional cheating wise, or be a queen? Shut up! I just told you I have a girl. And what I do, I call them out. I've done it multiple times in Seattle wise. At the farmer's market, they went there to buy produce, right? To buy my father's produce and shit. And they try to hit me up when I have a girlfriend. Now, I tell them, shut up. Here's the scenario. Because they go, she don't gotta know. I'll be, I've done this this scenario so many times, even when I was doing my benefits. I'll be, yo, you're right. She doesn't have to know, but here's the kicker. Let's fit the script. Let's say you're my girlfriend, and my girlfriend's doing what you're doing. How would you like that shit? And they stay quiet. Or even better yet, my first baby mom taught me this shit. See this tattoo right here? It says, the way you meet somebody is the way you lose somebody. So I leave my girlfriend for you, and I hook up with you. More likely what happened, because karma, quote unquote, I will leave you somewhere else. So why don't you chill and stay somebody that's solo, the single like you're single. I guarantee I'm not the only motherfucker in the universe, in the whole universe, that say what I'm saying and speaks the way I speak. There's got to be somebody else. But with that said, patience the virtue. So, and they'll stay quiet. Some fucking tear up. So I go, I'm not being rude to you, Queen. I'm just forewarning you. I'm just giving you some advice, man. Working yourself. You see my tattoos? You're being narcissistic. You're not being hateful, but it's pride, ego. You feel powerful what you're doing. You offer me lust, right? And I'm saying, no, my girl, we're blessed. Our TOC is phenomenal each way. If I want to be greedy about it, I can do the same thing as what you're doing. But I choose not to because I lust and love my partner only, and that's it. If I want to be poly, open, swing relationships, I would put that shit in my bio. I would verbalize that shit. But even when I was doing my benefits in Seattle, not my girlfriend. I told them, remember, this is a fake one your love story. I'm not your boyfriend. You're not my girlfriend. You can smash the whole block in the middle. That's your choice. But just take care of yourself, right? So it's just a fake one your love story. They'd be like, oh, they offer menage a trois, threesome. Like, no, I won't do that. Why? Because scenario, if you want to be your homegirl in the mix, right? So let's say, scenario, I've known you for, we've been doing benefits for 4 months, right? And then you bring a girl in the mix, your homegirl in the mix, or some random girl, quote unquote. Let's say I like the way she takes the TLC wise, the TLC is better wise. I would love their energy more than you wise. Why would I ruin your friendship because myself? And we're not even together. So with that said, no. How about you do benefit with you, friend with her at a different time, and that's it. Keep it humble. Y'all can talk about the whole shit, but I'm not laying down doing menage and shit, and that was my choice. So that's how you verbalize everything. They fucking won. If you don't verbalize shit they won, then you're selling dreams. And that is definitely your choice, but that's why as individuals, you gotta fucking judge everybody for who they really are. Oh, real value. Speaking of that, what should I call it? Remember, the way I speak, I'm very blunt. 1,000. Wrong fucking real. I don't give a fuck who you are. $0 in your pocket. A shit in that pocket. You tell me all this mammy bullshit. I can see out of the market. They tell me that, work for Amazon, all this shit, 6-figure plus. I'll be like, that's cool, that's nice. And the bitch about the relationships, the PTSD, anxiety, and they see my tattoos. Like, well, yeah, it's on your neck, right? So you have all this money, but you still haven't figured life out, You just need some sheets for a background, a nice suit, and bam, you get online church. Right? Yo, I love that. Yo, no, I'm once again, I'm just, I don't know if you're a boy or girl, I'm sorry, but I'm just telling a story and that's it, man. Like, nothing wrong with church as long as you're open-minded, showing no respect to wise, because just because you're a priest doesn't make you a priest, you know what I mean? Like, you can't force, like, hey, scenario, if I'm, born and raised a Catholic, right? But let's say I was a Catholic Bible thumper. And it's like me, why I was trying to force everybody, oh, you're Muslim, you're Buddhist, you're atheist, like, come join Catholic Church. Like, no, the intent is to invite you to church if you want to vibe, and that's it. You come here, vibe, and chill with us if you want to. No pressure at all. You can go fucking, like me, I would go to different churches just to see how they talk about, right? And one of my friends said, but seriously, like, church hopping. Yeah, you can say that. I'm just observing. I just see all the energy in the church, the sermon, whoever it is, whatever word you use, pastor, priest, whatever, Buddhist. I actually want to see where you sit at. And once again, with that, you don't have to force your ways on nobody. Like me here, online here, I do this live, they said otherwise, my one-on-ones. At the market, like, yo, I speak the way I speak and that's it. I don't force my ways on nobody. My side, 1,000, I know what I'm talking about. I'm doing communication comprehension. Your side, your internet, communication. You don't have to comprehend anything at all. That is your choice. What I'm doing when we hear this conversation is what? I use scenarios, ideas, options. Something to work with. If you haven't been in that situation, guess what? It's just a forewarning. a little guidance. So the time that you get in that situation, what do? You know, and then like to the market, what do? What do you mean? Because if God, if Lucifer cannot get to you as an individual, he would test you with somebody else all day, every day. And men are typically, for the most part, boys typically fall to lust. Why? The answer is no self-will. Why do men cheat? What I mean? I'm tired, very exhausted. I haven't slept too much, but why do men cheat? Because they fall to lust. Why? Because they're being greedy. Their eyes are bigger than the fucking mouth, right? So with that said, scenario, when they say blue pill talk, one's a cheater, one's a player, yes. If I have a girlfriend and cheat on her and she gives me a chance, then more likely I'll do it again. It's a high fucking chance I'll do it again. The intent, she says, no, you know what? You broke fucking trust and loyalty. I'm done with the situation. So with that said, you know, she squashed me wise. And the intent is that I fall back work on myself before going to the relationship wise. If not, and you doing it, they doing it, or you've been observing anyone body hopping, that person right there is broke, codependent, scared to be alone, right? So let's say you get in a relationship, by the way, and the intent I don't cheat on her, but let's say on the second girlfriend I do, and the third girlfriend I do, guess what? Then I am broke, codependent. I can't be trustworthy and love-wise. I obviously fell to lust. Once again, why? Because the answer is no self-will. Why does a woman cheat? She gave me 1,000 fucking chances, right, to change my ways to do better. She gave me fucking all the time in the universe, right? Whether she prayed, planned, hope, manifested, I changed my ways. And I did it. So she's not doing 1,001. So spiritual, emotional, mentally, she cheats, she left. And when a woman leaves, yo, you're done. There's no coming back from the situation. You can try, but I pray for you and that's it. It's done. You gotta take the L, walk away, save yourself, you know? And that's the ish, man. So that's why you gotta be very careful, get involved in relationships. You be, I want love, I want a relationship. Do you? Are you ready for it? Tell people, 2 simple questions for the whole universe. What do you want from life? What do you want from relationships? Short-term, long-term, fuck buddies, benefits, one-night stands, no tight-on situationships, or last dying breath. If you can't answer the 2 simple questions, yo, boys and girls, men and women, there's your fucking answer. You ain't ready for shit in life. So what do you do in the Matrix? You can't beat the Matrix. Look at Top G. You got fucking humbled really fucking fast, right? You maintain the Matrix. Roof over your head, a job, a whip, a car, and that's it. That's all you do. An analogy. Whatever your home is, even if you live in a fucking tent underneath a bridge, as long as you come back to your tent, but underneath the bridge, after whatever you did, what you did, and you know, you have a shitty day in the streets, whatever situation, but you come home, guess what? It's your fucking analogy. As long as you're blessed, having your humble at home, you at your temple, that is your heaven on earth. It's an analogy wise. You're blessed. So the intent when you go home to a partner, you should be fucking both happy on both sides that you're blessed to have each other. Stuck in traffic, bullshit with the boss, said wife, baby, come home, yo, see my girl, see my dude, I'm blessed. Hug him and kiss him like, fuck, baby, I had a bad day, but I'm happy to bless. Every time I come home, I get to see you. At least you calm me, you soothe me. That's fucking beautiful, marvelous. That's what we should want and strive for. But the downfall is, we're fucking at war, raising correctly. We don't talk about empath, narcissist, and getting bad people. Have a fucking spiritual, emotional, mental beings. Welcome to fucking 2Ds and 3Ds. But that's why I tell a story, and that's it, man. Wait, you got 1,000 tattoos just for that? Oh yeah, 1,000. So the reason why I have 1,000, right? Blue Pill talk, keep it 100, right? So in this lifetime, you know how many people tell you I'm keeping 100? They fucking took you for your love, your kindness, your money, whatever the fuck, right? They did you fucking wrong, and they kept it 100, right? So I have Max's name. It's like I just came back from their place tonight. Wise, her name's right here. It's like my mom's the mother of her boys. I let her go in 88 days. So May 3rd, 2020, I died 3 years ago, right? Not physically, because I'm talking to y'all spiritual, emotional, mentally wise. So in 88 days, cause I have support team right here, 10 live workers, 10 of them, 10 people I talked to for 88 days. I let it go 100%. 14, 70 letters. I'm sorry, I'm very exhausted. 14, 70 days later, I let it go 1,000. 1,000%. Why? Because forgive, not forget, and let go. I did close for myself. I studied my red flags individual, my wrongdoings, right? And that's how I do want self-accountability. Her red flags, total relationship, why the fuck it failed, and how I met her. How did I get to the situation to, to allow her by my side? And I broke it down to fullest, and that's why I told her, yo, I love you for leaving me. Oxymoron, right here. Collarbone. I love you for leaving me. How do you love someone that you destroyed, they destroyed you? Forgive, not forget, let go. Do closure for yourself. Keep it 1,000. Then you have nothing against them. And from everybody's, work on your exes, your past pain, your toxic love, trauma, and child trauma. All doors of pain. I don't know how many doors of pain in your mansion you have. I don't know how many people hurt you. I don't know. But remember, everyone that hurts you with petty fucking words adds a door of pain in your mansion. It could be a person at Starbucks, social media, etc. It's all around you. So, but here's the kicker: if they're taking your energy, why are you? Not your kids, not your partner, not your parents. Why are you allowing that? That's what's called rejection is protection. You know that, right? I ask you for help. Hey Timmy, what up? What kind of help did you ask? I'm sorry. Did you come in here, Wise? Am I asking? Or did you DM me? I apologize. I took a lot of people, so if you can elaborate more, please. But yeah, or you can ask me if you want to. I tell you, I try to read comments. You gotta hit that blunt when I come over. Well, I love, I secondhand smoke. I love the way it smells. Like, I haven't done it since, well, for the last 2 years of my life. Even before that, I might have got high in my life. I, ganji, like, I don't know, 5, 10 times in my life. I love the way it smells. It smells fucking beautiful, but I have nothing against it. It's the safest drug in the universe, wise, but I get it right now. If you go with anxiety, depression, it'll calm you, soothe you, wise. The intent to be codependent of it. It's not an addictive drug, but in your head, you can make it addictive because guess what? Anxiety kicks in, take a hit. Depression kicks in, get numb the fuck up. Like, right, but the downfall with drugs, alcohol, pills, you numb the fuck up and you run from your problems every which way. At the intent is not to keep doing that. That's the shit. Because you're being like Forrest Gump, running because you're scared to work. I'm gonna say in your mansion, and one day to work on all your doors of pain is highly impossible. But try one door, the most recent door. And if you're in a shitty relationship, then guess what? It's a recent relationship. It's going through X. There's your first door of pain. Because that person hurt you the most before, and then you have your exes, your past pain, the bullies. And the last door of pain, child trauma. Your parents, or whoever raised you. What I think about her. Oh, overthinking wise, yeah. Are you going through a breakup, I'm asking? You got any mushrooms? Nah, man, I tell you, like, I'm high on life. Like, I'll brag about bullshit, drugs, alcohol, just fucking around, but that's just me, I'm just bullshitting, but nah. Like, me and my old job, yo, Rito, you do drugs? Like, nah, you sure? I'm high in life, man. Like, all this shit you brag about, like, crack cocaine, I go, I'm just bullshitting. Like, I've seen it, observed it, don't care for it. Really? Not ever tried once? No, why? I see you guys look like zombies and bullshit. I know that as an individual, from my problems in my mansion, ain't gonna fix you or save me. It'll numb me up. Yes, it will. And if you get lost in a situation, now you become a zombie. You're stuck in some man-made bullshit, and then you gotta work in your mansion, try to do co-parenting and be humble, quote unquote, at the same time. That's a major fucking mission, But yeah, as far as I'm asking Timmy wise, the thing about her, if it's like a breakup wise, then in the beginning, the healing journey, you will focus your energy on her. Cause why? In your head, I need her. Even if the relationship is toxic as fuck. Trust me, my last day moms, 7 years of toxicity. Overall, it was 7 years. And it was like, I was the verbal abuser, narcissist traits. She's the physical abuser, narcissist trait. But why did she get physical with me? Why? Because she did reactive abuse. I push and destroy with words. I love her, quote unquote. But I call it ugly, fast, stupid. No one's gonna monitor and shit. All the good shit. Yeah, you trigger somebody really fast. Are you outside or inside right now? No, I'm home chilling. I just got back from Tri-Cities actually. To co-parenting, so it's gonna sound crazy. So Monday through Friday I work. Actually Monday to Saturday I work, and after working back from Seattle wise, shower up, go home. Go eastbound to chill with my boys. So co-parenting best that we have a better friendship than a partnership. So I sleep over her place with her and her hubby. Everyone's like at the market, like, how do you do that? Like, it's called co-parenting. Forgive, not forget, and I let it go. They close for myself. They're out there kissing in front of me, lovey dovey shit. It don't bother you? No, because I don't have no feelings towards her as a partner. She's an ex. Forgive, not forget. Comes to your life and it's a blessing. When they leave, what's the lesson? You gotta comprehend the lesson situation. If not, stay bitter and hateful situation. That's your shit, not my shit. When kids are involved, y'all hated each other in the relationship, right? And then after the relationship breaks up, you came to co-parenting, you start with each other. Your kids are traumatized in the relationship. After the relationship, they see that y'all start beefing, traumatize the fuck out of those kids. And when the kids become you guys and get older and they're fucking either body hopping like crazy or have baby mom, baby fathers everywhere, I wonder where they got that from. And that's why everything starts at home wise, Everything starts with you individual wise. And this is the shit. We're fucking raised so incorrect in this fucking universe is retarded. Like once again, nothing wrong with religion and culture at all. As long as you're godly, all the 10 commandments, you like as an individual, then you're blessed. But that doesn't mean everyone's gonna be living the lifestyle. That's the shit. That's what they talk about in all the universe. Middle school, high school, they talk about empathy and getting bad people. How we function spiritual, emotional, mental videos. Teach about trauma bonds, reactive abuse, deflection, projection, trauma bonds and shit. Then guess what? Yeah, middle school, high schoolers that I was going to be doing judging and reading. Blue Book talk, only God can judge. Yes, go, if you want to do what I did, go by that way. No, God gave us free will. You have the right to judge. I give myself an example of time behind the screen. Y'all see my stuff, hear my stuff, etc. Wise. What do y'all think? Gangbang, my ferocious drug dealer, a hoodlum and shit. Now read me. What do I talk about? What's my platforms about? What's my tattoos about? Ask me simple questions. That's what it is. Judging, communication, then reading, comprehension. All the answers to life in front of your face. With my tone of voice, facial expression, my energy, where's my eyes out? It's all in front of your face, man. Every which way. Every which way. And if you can't judge and read, fuck. People are narcissistic. It's all about energy. People are narcissistic, the good guys, good girls, they always end up last white because a bad guy, bad girls see them that they're fucking gullible and naive. I can fucking sell them a dream, take them for everything, and they will do it with no fucking remorse. Happens all the time. It's right. Either happening to you guys, or you're observing it, or you're doing it. So with that said, that's the shit. Everything's subject to. That's why at the market wise, right? Because remember, the intent this week wise, I'm gonna upload these, this Twitch Bigo lives onto and like to my YouTube channel and my podcast. And from there, I'm gonna make 1 minute TTs out of them, and then promote all my shit on all these platforms. Because as an individual, I challenge the whole universe. 95% of you, bro, independent, can't handle this conversation. The boys can't. Fuck them, they get triggered easily. Wise. That's why in TT I was reported for hate speech, quote unquote. But the girls, the women, they'll get triggered, but they ask questions. That's why as an individual on all my platforms, 90% of my followers that actually reach out, etc., are females. They're girls, women, single mothers. Boys obviously get triggered. Men actually trying to work themselves. You ought to reach out. That is, I mean, my DMs, phone calls, Zoom calls, etc. Where it's like I spend many hours on this phone because I use the phone correctly. Wise, use it incorrectly, I do the entanglement is cheating. Because why? It's premeditated. I'm doing the emotion of cheating to become and then the physical cheating. Wise, but that was all premeditated. If you don't have a relationship, guess what? You gotta have that uncomfortable conversation, babe. You gotta have a conversation with the woo. The relationship's not getting better. Whatever. Give a fucking time frame. If it does not evolve in a month wise, scenario wise, right? Then I'm gonna choose myself. I'm gonna take the L, walk away, and save myself, because it's not getting any better. I don't want you to cheat. I don't want to cheat, etc. Wise. I don't want to hurt more than hurt already. Wise. And it's a forewarning. The intent. And the intent. Remember, always be observant of your surroundings, your partner, anywhere you go. Always be observant of everybody around you, right? Because everyone's the shit in life. So with that said, as your partner, you give them a month warning. And they get try to change, cool. But remember, they gotta change for themselves. They don't gotta change because, guess what? I gave her a month. Oh shit, she might do it for a month, and after that, cool, she's trying, right? Awesome. And then she go back to old ways. Here we go back again. I'm like, okay, you're doing the same shit you did previous wise. So I want you to squash it. We just squash the situation and progress the situation. It's gonna hurt, we still be friends and associates if you want to. Or you can push me all the way with your choice, but I know it's gonna hurt, but guess what? It's not getting any better. At all. It's stressing myself, it's stressing you. I know you probably, I want to go to work, you're bothering shit, triggered, and vice versa. I'm tired of that. We're unhealthy for each other. It's better have that conversation, because if not, fucking cheat on each other. When you get cheated on, it destroys you every which way. It sucks balls every which way. And you don't want to keep, do that or deal with that shit, because that shit the fucking mission. And as an individual, I make it sound hella fucking easy, right? But I had a support team 3 years ago. I had 10 live workers, 10 people talked to for 88 days. I love them to death, because that's why a lot of healing notes are their notes and my notes, etc. Wise. That's why 95% of my tattoos will be words. My passages, their passages wise. So next month I have 4 sessions. Finish this arm, and just start working my neck, etc. wise. But 95% of my tattoos will just be words. All my tattoos will be on my shirts. My motto for everybody: day by day, baby steps. Day by day, baby steps. I'm gonna make it a lot bigger. I'm gonna experiment tomorrow, guys, because they're like, "Hey, can you make it bigger?" I was like, "Yeah, most definitely." Tell me, I got you guys. Should I take all my money to the casino and bet on the black? If you choose to, that's if you're in the casino life, go for it. As long as you know what you're doing. Because remember, the intent of the casino is there to take your money, not give you money. Only if you're a beast of what you're doing, then go for it. I like us, man. Meanwhile, if I go to casinos, I'm cheap. I go penny slots. Pay $20 the most, and that's how I will donate to the casino, and that's it. Because once again, their job is to take your money, not give money. So, but like poker and certainly you're a lot better at that. You get down with the guy buddies that fucking they do that shit all year. They make a lot and lose a lot, but overall they're making a lot because they know how to play poker, blackjack and all. Texas Hold'em, all the great jazz. I like to play it fun. It's fun, but remember this: you can have all the money in the world. That's awesome. You're winning. I'm happy you're blessed. 6 figure plus, all that good shit. But that does not make you a better person. You know, especially when they tell me like I got anxiety, depression. I'm like, how? They'd be like, what do you mean by that? Like, well, you have money and power. You know, you could well, buy 10 therapist counselors by, you know, paying for your time and shit. I don't want to do that. I know because you have to have the conversations. And like they say, I don't want them to put me on pills. Well, the intent they don't. And first and foremost, that's why you're paying for them. That's it. All of you all got depression. So here's the depression pills. I got anxiety. Here's anxiety pills. Cool. All those pills do is man-made bullshit that numb me the fuck up. You see that Bible right there? For the counter therapist, that DSM-5 book, that's a man-made bullshit Bible. That Bible there can't fix you or save you at all. They use all the big fucking words, all the scientists can study the brain. Guess what, boys and girls? Today we learned a new term, John, whatever the fuck is. It does something with the brain. With the like, who gives a fuck what it does for the brain? Can you fix it or save me? Oh no, you can't. So you wasted all your time, months, and years for that fucking term, and you still can't fix it or save me. That's fucking awesome. But what am I talking to you for? I'm really excited over a man-made term. Yeah, there we go. Is it a good time to invest in stocks? Oh, stocks right now, it's fluctuating, especially with crypto and all that shit. Once again, it's like gambling. If you know what you're talking about, or if you get a broker wise, they know what they're talking about. But it's a risk, most definitely wise. You have money to not, you know, if you got money to lose, that won't hurt your pockets, go for it. But I just say keep it humble and just keep working. You know, everything falls into place. Because remember, even if you get the money, you make it big, it still can't fix you or save you. That's why I say 95% of the universe is broke. Like I was. You're looking for love and happiness and people and man-made bullshit. But what is that? All this bandage to what? To all your cuts and wounds. Why? Because you haven't looked at your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma. That's why anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. All those are band-aids. People, partners, and partner kicking, drugs, BBLs, OnlyFans, all that man-made bullshit. But at nighttime, what do you have? Lay there in fucking bed, worry about what? Toxic love. Not love. Everyone's like, oh, love hurts, love sucks. Like, no, that's very incorrect. I hear my tattoo. I was like, fucking, this is 02, 03. Love is good when it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad. I was fucking, once again, 2002, my first big mom toxic relationship, and I was like, this is what I say my virginity for this shit. Getting charged, you know, going to church with the Bible, did all this positive shit for this bullshit. That's how I was like, they know they fuck love, you know. But no, love is healing, soothing, beautiful, fucking soothing as a motherfucker, right? What it is toxic love. What's toxic love? When you love someone that doesn't love you back, that's toxic love. Partners, family, friends, said it wise. So you lay in their bed, what about toxic love? When is it my turn? When is it love, right? The painful situation. Then overthinking, and then the cherry on top, insomnia. Why the fuck can't you go to sleep at night? And you're rich and fucking famous, BBLs, OnlyFans, all this bullshit, and you still can't go to sleep at night? Sit there and lay in bed for fucking hours and hours, pondering, like what the fuck? And you try to get high, do your fucking melatonin and all that shit. I used to be like that for 3 years of my life. Fucking insomnia, right? Blessed at 42, last years of my life, blessed. Right now, when I sleep, I die. No dreams, nothing. I don't worry about fucking time, because time is relevant. Don't worry about death. That's inevitable. You can't stop that. But use cherish time to fullest and cherish people around you every which way. So, don't worry about that man-made bullshit. You be blessed. How diverse is your portfolio? My portfolio, it's good. But as far as portfolio, stocks-wise or portfolio in general-wise, I'm asking. ID 917. So if I can answer it correctly wise. But yeah, I tell you, every day above ground, the real world and the universe is the person in the mirror. Not Russia, Ukraine, gangs, and all that bullshit. It's you. That's all it is, man. Every day above ground. So that's the shit. A lot of people don't comprehend that shit. But mainly because we're not taught about this shit at all. We worry about man-made bullshit. An individual, fuck the news. I don't watch news at all. If I see news on TT wise, my FYP wise, but I sit there like study what's going on, I'd be like, nope. And my nephew's out because obviously he's young, he's still learning. Did you hear about this? And I'm like, I don't know. But it's in the news, like the whole government's gonna shut down again. As long as I pay my taxes, go to work, I give no fucks. They can shut down downtime. That's their shit, not my shit. You know, I'll do my just adapt to the situation. That's it. Oh, this is happening in politics. I'm like, blue pill talk. I give no fucks. I just pay, go to church, go to work, pay taxes. As long as I pay Uncle Sam, let them be, and they don't bother me at all. Then I'm blessed. That's all I do every day above ground. I just focus on myself first and foremost because in my world. The only thing I can change, fix is, for the most part, is the present, is my situation. So, as an altercation in the streets, I give no fucks. Avoid them lose disciples every trick because that's their lifestyle, that's what they choose to, right? And so on and so on. That's why I just worry about myself. If otherwise, who's working? My kiddos. And if I had a partner, which I don't, my partner, that's it. That's what I care about. Everything else, fucking irrelevant. My one-on-ones, on my phone all the fucking time. When I go to sleep, then sometimes I go to sleep straight-wise till like 6 in the morning. But usually at my one-on-ones, they'll call me because I tell them, yo, I don't have a partner by myself, right? So with that said, 24/7, 365, you can call me, text me, really? Even if you're sleeping, even if I'm sleeping. Like, I can get up, talk to you, and after the conversation, I'm going to pass that right away. You, after we got on the conversation-wise, you'll probably still sit in your feelings because you're going through it. I was you. Fucking tire myself out till I can't, then till I sleep-wise, right? Yeah, my one-on-ones, I'll be on the phone with hours. Like there's some girl, Heavenly something on Facebook-wise. I met her on this little narcissist, group pages-wise, and I made my comments. She reached out to me. I've never spoke to her in my life, ever. We're going back and forth for like, I don't know, 20 minutes straight, right? I did typing, but there, I told you, Queen, I'm going to just do audio messages. Like, when you ask me a question, I don't just say yes, no, maybe. No, I elaborate to the fullest, right? So she was cool with it. And then after 20 minutes of that, she's like, is it okay if I call you? I was like, yeah, no, I remember disrespecting your space, your boundaries, and that's it. If I pass boundaries, if I'm being too harsh, too blunt for you guys, just please elaborate. Hey, watch those words, but they're cool. I'll switch on my term, etc., and so on and so on, right? So, anyways, once again, barely spoke to each other day one, right? And we spoke for 6 hours in a row. I didn't even lose. I'd just be talking. I'd be rambling, to the point that she passed out on the phone. Like, yo, Queen, text your coach. She passed out, log off, right? And I see the time was on there, 6 hours. Never spoke to her in my life, and fucking had badass on my conversation about her situation. She's 24 years old, and she's just like, man, you're pretty wise. I'm like, I'm older than you, wise. Went through a lot of shit, and then from there, wise, you got religion, culture, environments, wise. So I already comprehend how everyone functions. She's like, and the thing, situation. Remember this on these social media, on this phone right here, wise, right? Maybe locally there's no potential, wise. Like, well, I'm from Little Mexico here. Fuck no, there ain't no potentials. That's how Spanish girl, Hispanic Latinos get in the feeling when I say that shit. Like, if there is, point them out. Point me out a woman that here that's Spanish, that's hella the extroverted to the fullest. Speaking what I'm speaking. She's not wearing my tattoos. And they don't say shit. I go, see, what? Cat got your tongue? There's nobody here for me, wise. Because why? Because she worries about my tattoos. On top of that, if even if we have a good conversation, a good potential-wise, and if, the day I meet her parents in terms of my tattoos, what I speak about, especially in Spanish culture, if I got her parents, etc. wise, she in her feelings about it. So with that said, potential to me for more in Seattle, 3 hours west from me, wise. There are hella potential squares everywhere. In the north side of Seattle, fuck yeah. Suburbs, big girls, women, single mothers, fuck, we talking and vibing. At the farmer's market, all my conversations, ask me about my tattoos, they see my shirts. They take pictures of my sayings in the back, etc. wise. They're like, who taught you this? I go, well, me, myself, and the rain wise, 3 years ago, my tattoos, I was writing everything down in my head. Now I'm verbalizing it because at the time, words are very powerful, healing, soothing, or very destructive, very, very hurtful. Watch your words because the words cut deeper than knife wise. So now, you're here talking to me, right? You see my shirts, you see the back of my shirts, and you tap me on the shoulder. I take a picture. Y'all do your thing, like, you speak some good stuff, like, I'm just telling a story, man. That's how I'm doing. Everyday background. Same story, everyday background, because I want you to get your life back so you don't feel alone. Because it's very unjust to feel alone, especially relationships. Like, fuck. And then you feel like, well, I'm going to stay here. Cool. But remember this. You and I cannot get no right back. Well, love, time, and emotions. When you comprehend that, what's wrong with individuals? That makes no sense at all. But if you're trauma bonded, I get it. I was trauma bonded. That shit sucks. You know what trauma bond is? You'll break up 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. They cheat all the good shit and give you chances. That's called trauma bond. They own your ass. Sucks to say what they do. What does the phone test? Oh, so 3 years ago I was on their breakaways, right? For the most part, a lot of people cheat. This phone has zillion fucking options, right? So if you use the phone correctly, what am I doing with you guys? I'm on 6 cell phones at once. On 6 platforms. So I'm using it correctly. I'm doing what? Telling a story, networking, not passing boundaries, right? If you use it incorrectly, what do? Phone, social media, third party. Does Jada Will Smith entanglement? Yeah, so relationship, Jada Will Smith, A and B, and that's it. Not August, C to Z-wise. So And if you do the cheat entanglements, it's like what? Premeditated. You thought about that bullshit. It starts with emotional cheating, right? The verbal, all good shit, face to face, flirting. Flirting is PG. I say when you have a partner and you're flirting, I say that's fucking mouth fucking. You're passing boundaries every which way. Your choice, premeditated, right? That's the emotional cheating, and it goes to the physical cheating wise, and that's all your choice, premeditated every which way. So that's the type of people. That's like the markets. The guys be like, they'll, I'll be whatever sort of the produce whatever, and they'll actually walk with my hand. Oh, you have a cell phone. Who do you call it? That iPhone? I go actually at the Droid, but this phone right here, if you use it correctly, once again, and they're there with the girlfriend, the wife, right? And if you use it correctly, we're talking to vibing. Incorrectly, you know, been this app, which IG Snap, passing around the female side, I go IG, you know, Snap, etc. Yeah, fucking OnlyFans everywhere. Every fucking OnlyFans is so fucking saturated, it's fucking retarded. Dime a dozen type of situation wise, right? But they love the partners, and what happens typically wise, you know, what happens that, you know, the guy kind of rushes, oh, well, you know, but baby, going, you know, pay for the shit, because obviously she gave him the look, because why I already know, remember, I'm always judging reading wise, like, oh, and I don't say shit, if I want to, like, you know, egg the situation, you know, spark up a little conversation and more situation, you know, because as it is, you know, when she gave him the look, like, oh yeah, because he did that shit, passing boundaries on IG, Snap, whatever, right? So obviously we got awkward and they walk away, and then the girl, the women, were like, oh, those are awesome tattoos, man. Have a good day, take care. You're doing a good thing. I'll be, oh, thank you, miss. Have a good day, stay blessed, because I know I am. It's just a cell phone. If you worry about this phone and your relationship, your shit's over. If your intuition is like, oh, you know what? I want to see the phone. Matter of fact, right here on I said I'm on my lives, but a new follower on Bigo, she tomorrow she's supposed to have the conversation, you know, uncomfortable conversation with the potential wives, her baby father wives, right? If she wants to work it out, I'm like, because the daughter, I was like, yo, Queen, I get it, because the kids, you know, the family, I get it, but here's the kicker, it's 2023. It's in Jesus times, man. So with that said, you know, you're getting asked about the phone, but here's the kicker. Let's say he doesn't want to give it to you. What are you going to do about it? Right? So the intent of you about this phone, and shit's over. Remember, if people were sponges, on this phone, you see everything. Do you really want to see your partner fucking smashing your best friend? You know? Sexting, pictures, videos, everything. And it should be 1 or 1,000 motherfuckers. Do you really want to see that? See, read, and watch. When you see all that shit, you can't unsee it. It's been written. And on top of that, if you get triggered, which would more likely you will get triggered because they broke loyalty and trust, right? You do fucking reactive abuse. You become potentially verbally abusive. And if you fucking talking shit, fuck you, you're ugly, fan, stupid, whatever, they're triggering you wise. You might catch a fucking case, get a fucking DV case. Now you're assault case. Now you're going to, you know, for getting arrested, all that shit. Over one individual. That's why, once again, you don't want to see the phone. If you ask them a question, they can't see your phone. If it's a whole altercation and bullshit, yo, this phone shit's happening. It's premeditated. The best thing you do is take the L, walk away, save yourself. If you choose to watch, which is your choice. If not, stay there, plan, hope, manifest, you know? Your phone will tell it, oh, fuck it, it's phone. If you use it correctly, once again, use it correctly, that's my individual. What do? I'm on my lives. I talk to, once again, 98% of my followers on my platforms are females, girls, women, single mothers wise, right? So with that said, they always reach out to me wise. How long you spent in prison? I haven't ever been in prison in my life. I've been in jail like 2 times in my life for probation violation because DV bullshit. But yeah, I look like 10 kilos, but I would streets every which way. I'm a square, empathetic person, love, respect, all that good shit. I'm not a de la calle. A person from the streets, street mentality wise, aka elusive disciples. I'm not a gangbanger, I'm not a mafioso, I'm not a drug dealer. A person from the block. Grew up with the shit, don't care for the shit. That is Lucifer's disciples, Lucifer's playground. I pray from that sin, I go on my day. So, but once again, you have the right to judge me. Gone person tattoo, gang with mafioso, drug dealer, military cat, you know. A hoodlum and shit, but read me, what do I talk about? What's my platforms? And here's the best thing about social media wise. You can go to anyone's social media wise. Y'all don't know this, but this phone right here, all your apps you have on there, when you build your apps and bullshit, that is your resume as individual wise. Every which fucking way. Like any female that hits me on my DM, they wants to get to know me, right? What do I do before I respond to their comment, right? I go to all the platforms. For the most part, what do y'all do? You link your IG, your Snap, everything. I go to all the platforms. I'm judging and reading, studying them. Every which way to see if she's actually working on herself, she's healthy, she's spiritual wise. I get Spanish for the Spanish girls, or she's a toxica, she's partying, kick it wild, etc. every fucking weekend and shit. She's got kids, talks about church, all that, but she's always partying, kicking it. Oh well, she's a de la calle. Nothing against her, but that's her lifestyle. I will be her friend associate. I want not by my side. And that's what I tell them. Like, you didn't even know me. Well, according to you, I'm just going by your profiles. Every weekend you're partying, kicking it every which way. Then your posts about breakups, your baby daddy and shit, all this. Like, I will be your friend associate. I won't be your partner. I'm not dealing with the drama and bullshit. I can't fix you or save you. On top of that, promise you 1,000, you're jealous, controlling every which way. Celosa. So if I'm not passing boundaries at all, I'm on all these platforms. You're not coming in my life to be trying to control me and becoming my probation officer when I'm not passing boundaries with no female. If I choose to want to, it's my choice. I choose not to. It's just about love and respect. You know how many females on my DMs that they're beautiful, exotic as fuck, but they are so broke, codependent. But if all you my narcissist traits, I could sell a dream, act nice, not be nice, be supportive, quote unquote. But all I want from her is just to support her, show her off to the universe. Yo, I'm smashing them, hitting that wise. And I'm about to leave her in the next month or so to the next. To go to her best friend, her auntie, mother, because I love her, love God, and I go to church. That's my choice. Everyone can do that shit. That's why you're a assistant, you're a disciple, that's what you do. You're broke, codependent, you offer toxic love and lust. If you're God's disciple and pathetic, what do we offer? Love and lust. One person, that's it. We do communication comprehension. We don't want fucking war. We don't want problems. If you can't talk to me about your problems, I get it if you're introverted. That's why in time you should work on yourself. Very simple. All this shit I talk about, fucking so easy as fuck. Life's hard. Like I used to say that shit for 30 years of my life. Fuck no, it's not hard. The only reason why I became hard, boys and girls, men and women, because fucking relationships. You didn't think about anxiety, depression when you're 10 years old. You know, you might have had it here and there, but you didn't sit on it. Why? Your parents whoop your ass, you shed tears, and you still love your parents. You didn't sit there, fuck them to the fullest. Not really. What triggered the situation when you got in fucking relationships? Let's say all you middle school, high schoolers, other than your hard feelings, which are very deceiving. Why the fuck you in relationships for? Because you like them? Hard feelings, very deceiving. If you don't know what he or she is, they're gonna fucking destroy you. They're gonna be cheating on you, and you're an angel, all that good shit, the good guy, good girl, go to church, all that good shit, and you're in middle school, high school. You're gonna get destroyed with trauma bonds in middle school, high school. Here's the best part. Ready for it? When y'all middle school, high school grow the fuck up and graduate and go into the matrix with us older adults, I've been through it. And if you can't judge and read me, yo, I can destroy the fuck out of you. Every which way. I can destroy, traumatize you so bad, you won't ever be with nobody at all. I'll be the last person you be with. And you either pray, plan, hope, manifest. I change my ways. Especially at the V card, the Virgin card, please. I got that. Even when I did my benefits, there was about, that I remember, like 4 or 5 females acted like they had TLC, said away, right, which is sex intercourse, sexting, sending picture, all the good shit, right? And when it came down to, remember, benefits, the analogy, basically what I say is like the policy is like, you know, it's a favorite in your love story. I'm not your man, you're not my woman. I don't check you, vice versa, just love, respect, right? So when it came down to TLC session wise, they're hella nervous, right? And it was fucking like I would it reminded me of me. Why my first baby moms, right? Hella fucking weird. And I tell your queen, yo mom, what's up? Like, yo, the way you acting, the phone you was good, sending pictures and all that good shit, right? But now we're here to do TLC wise, like, why you acting funny? Like, you nervous? I got a dumb question, like, dude, don't lie to me. Then I see I was saying, then I said keep it 100. Yo, keep it 100. What's that? Yo, you a virgin? Like, be honest with me. They'll be like, yeah. I'll be like, oh, yo, queen, I'm not taking that from you. What? I am not taking that from you at all. Why? I want to lose it to you. Like, no, you don't want to lose it to me. I am out there doing benefits, body hopping. No. And some of y'all mad and started crying and shit. Why? I go, because here's the kicker. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen to you. Exactly what's going to happen to you. If I lay down with you, right, in your head, all you see is I'm like a fucking god to you, wise. You want to get married with me, but I am laying down with many others. I'm doing benefits. I don't want to be with nobody, wise. I love my baby mom. She's fucking garbage. I don't know how to give her this love for her. So I was with nobody, wise. So I am not going to destroy like my first baby moms. The one I'm fucking, you know, I'm saying, like, why am I doing this with you, wise? Or with many females, wise? Because she destroyed the fuck out of me. At the end, I was like, fuck it, I'm done. I did the whole phase. And then I found out the whole phase, you destroy yourself not knowing. I found that, you know, 11 months later, because my homegirl, my sister, I forget her name, Lindsay. I'm pretty confident it's Lindsay. She regulated me wise. Yo, I also got my Marge then, right? So Marge, what's up? And she put me aside. She told me what I was doing. Benefits. You know, it's easy as fucking. Seattle females are extroverts. They like you. They're not fucking. They'll shoot the shot. They are not shy at all. I remember this is 2011. 2011 had a smartphone. No fucking Snap. No IG. No Facebook. None of that shit. MySpace. None of that. I knew of social media. Did not care for it at all. Right. So with that said, what does that mean? I have to talk to every fucking female. I do, or they talk to IWIs. But remember, it's about energy. Females can read energy more than males can. Because us men, we're rolling, don't know what the fuck's going on, quote unquote. Females, they know what's up, right? So anyways, I was doing my thing. But many females wise, not like a typical guy, everything that's walking. No, it's about energy wise. I gotta have a vibe with you wise. Lust, sex, and lust, that shit's everywhere. Like OnlyFans, we expect them. It's dime a dozen. But with that said, if we ain't having a conversation, I would be in fit associate, and that's it, right? So like she put me aside. And she's like, "Do you know why you're doing what you're doing?" I thought it's females doing benefits. I was like, "Yo, I'm just rolling." But she's like, "Right, I get it, but do you know why you're doing?" Like, I don't know if you got an answer for me. Just please elaborate. She's like, "I used to do what you did." Like, what do you mean? Your story like my story was. I see your baby mom. She's beautiful, but she's fucking ugly as fucking sad, right? So with that said, you're hurt every which way. So my first baby father, same fucking shit. Religion, virgin, like you're a virgin. You told me a story, same shit. I was a virgin, Catholic, all that shit. They sweat the fuck out of me every which way. So I did what? Every which way running, body hopping like crazy, partying, kicking it, being wild. And she's all, I got told this, and I'm telling you that. The reason why you're doing what you're doing because you're hurt. What do you mean? Because she hurt you, she destroyed you, right? And she's like, I see the women you lay down with, they're fucking beautiful. But here's the kicker. You're trying to fill a void you can't get from your ex. What do you mean? All the females laying down with, all the females are way better than baby moms, right? But these females want to be your baby moms. Your baby moms want to be them. You're in the middle. You gotta make a decision for yourself. Stop the situation benefits or continue on and catch STDs, babies, or what? Feelings and shit. But with that, so you destroy yourself. This was not ever supposed to be you, but you're trying to fill up what you can't get. Ever thought of tattoo removal? Nah, I love my tattoos. Icewood. Can you teach me anything in life? Positive talk, rebel talk, life, relationship we suffered, and bad and good and bad people. How we function spiritually, mentally as being wise. None of the blue talk, which is man-made bullshit. Race, religion, politics, COVID, man versus women. High value women, what color your Bugatti, gangs. Man-made bullshit. Can you teach me anything positive? I'm going to break up. How do I go my exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma? How do I get over my anxiety, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues? Why do I bitch about my mental health and I'm rich and famous? Can you teach me that? Reactive abuse, deflection, projection, trauma bonds. Any of that shit? No? Well, guess what? That's all of my tattoos because of petty-ass words. The only person for the most vibe with it are girls, women, and single mothers. Boys, fuck you and your feelings. I don't give a fuck if you're 10 years old to 1,000 years old. If you want to do deflection, projection, be a bully and shit, definitely your choice. But the answer is simple as that. It's called deflection and projection. Remember those words because you got your own personal issues, especially on social media, especially the keyboard warriors that are fucking randoms. You talking shit to people, right? Bully them. That's called projection because you feel powerful because you're doing what? Because you're probably an ego and you hate for yourself wise that you take it on them. And when, I don't know, you see them hurt the feelings, fuck yeah, fucked up the day. But here's a kicker, I'm out the one. I could destroy 95% of the universe. Fucking empathetic or narcissistic, especially narcissistic people. To the point they get triggered, they want to do what? If I was there, whoop your ass, all your fucking threats. Oh, when I hear that shit, especially on social media, oh, so you're a elusive disciple. Your IQ level is a fucking fist, fucking guns in a squad. So I tell my kids, I'm fucking teaching them every which way. So you want to become the modern day caveman, Wreck-It Ralph, fucking walking fireball, Hulk smash. Then go to your dog kennel. I told one of my kids today, yo, were you doing that bullshit in school? 12 years old, baby boy. You got juvie, go to your dog kennel. 16 years old, you go to fucking jail. Go to your dog kennel. Over fucking words, triggered your ass, and you did that shit in school. Oh, fuck yeah. I go, when your mom called me, guess what, so-and-so in jail? No way, that fucking angel. It's my own kids. I won't be surprised. And I'll make fun of you in front of your face. And when you want to hit me, go for it. But yo, hit me. This ain't fucking Mexico, this is America. I call the boys in blue. And you're my own kid, I give no fucks. Go back to your dog kennel. And then you'll be a fucker for many years to be. And every time I see you, what up, little disciple? How you doing? How you like you thinking about your fucking feelings and petty ass words? How you got triggered? Can you control your hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power? You can't? Fuck man, you're gonna be in and out of jail. That's gonna be your fucking career for the rest of your life. Awesome. Welcome to becoming a statistic and elusive disciple. And I don't feel sorry for you at all. And you're my own kid. And remember, that's all scenario. Every which way. Because remember, this is your life. Every day above ground, it's your life. All you adults, quote unquote, you're 18 and plus, not living in your parents' household anymore, your fucking life. So what do you want to do with it? Every day above ground. Right, wrong, positive, negative, fucking be a fucking crackhead, alcoholic tweaker, be in toxic relationships, broke codependent. What do you want to do with the situation? As an individual, the last years of my life, fucking blessed. No worries about toxic relationships at all. No worry about no one's bullshit. I just gotta deal with loose disciples around me. kill him with kindness, best as, and I'm so fucking blunt. Yo, one of these motherfuckers get triggered, boom, off my fucking dome. But here's the kicker. I didn't off my dome. They did it, because why? They cannot, if they cannot handle the truth, or fucking destroy them which way. That's what it's called, self-accountability. You can't do that shit, anyone will trigger you. I promise you that. So that's the shit. That's the shit every which way. And that's why, once again, I do my lives to guide for one, especially the girls, women, and single mothers. Like at the market, which I was trying to get to that story-wise, because I'm about to get off in a minute because I'm exhausted, because I got over 5 hours from now. But I remember this real fast. I choose to go on my lives. I choose to do my one-on-ones. My choice. Premeditated, right? So with that said, whatchamacallit, there was a potential. I was meeting California, potential, right? I've known her for 3 years through Facebook and shit. Her wife dealing with her for 3 years, 3 relationships. Toxic as fucking said her wife, right? And like I would give her shit because she's white, right? And she's dating Spanish boy, Hispanic Latinos and shit. And I tell her, yo, queen, you know what your problem is? I tell it to every female, either Spanish, I don't give a shit, the white, yellow, purple, right? But when I ask them, what's your partner, ex-partner, what's your nationality, culture and shit? What's your race and shit? They'll be all Mexican, Chicano, Hispanic, Latino, Spaniards. I'll be like, oh, queen, there's your problem. What? You're dating fucking brown boys, but you're brown. Yeah, I'm a fucking brown man. I work to myself. These brown boys are alphas, machistas, narcissists. In the shitty Spanish culture, it's 7 to 10. What do you mean 7 to 10? For every 7 guys, that's an alpha machista narcissist. They're doing machismo, they'll destroy the fuck out of you. Every which way. They become probation officers, double standards, all that shit. There's your problem. I already know that shit. That's why as an individual, I have a better chance with every other nationality culture versus a Spanish girl. They're not all bad, no, but guess what? They'll be jealous and controlling wise because they're past and they're working themselves. That's what I say all the time. I will not be with a Spanish girl, only a Spanish woman. She worked on herself. She's not toxic God, and she's working on her jealousy and shit because that's what talk to many females. No female is gonna come by my side as a partner and she worried about herself. I'm always in my lives and shit. Yo, she be sitting right next to me wise. Like my recent girlfriend was. Yo, you're a woman, right? Quote unquote. So with that said, can you teach any other woman how to do good in relationships? Overcome how you are healthy, said otherwise. What am I doing? Say what you gotta say. Don't be shy. And I get it, yeah, women are introverted, but with that said, that's what you be with the potential to be wise is match your energy every which way. But I want to be with the woman that's introverted like crazy. That makes no sense at all. I'll be a friend associate, but I'll be, I'm way too much for you. I'm blood 1,000. I'll say what I gotta say for anybody. So in front of your family, friends, bosses, they get triggered. Be like, yo, why you bother by petty ass words? Because the way you speak, just fucking words, and that's it. So anyway, at the market, when I was leaving Saturday, the idea is quote unquote, I see you next Saturday, but maybe that's your first time there. Maybe it's your 7th. I don't know. Because the farmer market, as an analogy, as an individual, heaven on earth for myself. I love it there. That's my heaven on earth. Because all my conversations, squares, the females there, fuck, even the males too, but the females, no matter what color they is, fucking squares. Potentials everywhere. Like my nephews go there, and some of my pops help us from the valley here, Little Mexico, where I'm from, and they'd be like, "Damn, everyone's fucking nice here." I was like, "Welcome to heaven on earth." This is. I love Seattle. Look at that, beautiful. Look at these women right there walking around with the leg getting set up, showing everything out. But guess what? They actually do self-love. They do yoga. They do rock climbing. They actually do meditate. Not like here in the Valley of Mexico, the downtown center, the side of the ghetto hoods and shit. Those females have natural bodies, yes, right? But they offer lust at toxic love. They don't do yoga. They don't do meditation. And they don't work out. They just have natural bodies and that's it. And they're offering, once again, lust and toxic love. I already know that shit. Why would I hook up with any girl from the ghetto hoods? Why? To trigger you, why would I? That makes no sense at all. I can't fix you or save them. I already know these are toxic love and lust and trauma, and that's it. How so? Because girls from the ghetto hoods are used to what? Getting verbally physical abuse, groped, and what? Called bitches. So I can't fix or save. I could be the friend and associate, pick them up when they're down. I got them 1,000. But that's on them to evolve, that than I. So that's what I tell them. Look at this is what I tell y'all. In the valley, they ain't shit for me at all. But potential in Seattle more likely easily because at the markets all day, it could easily be potentials there, but I just keep it humble and respectful. If they want to open their mouth, we're talking about it. If not, I just go on my day. And that's why I went to McCall and I was going to go get the van wise. I talked to this young female. She's got to be like, shit, 19? I give her 21 tops, man, right? Young white female. I get to off the back when I saw her. Remember, in Seattle, for the most part, the north side, extroverts. Squares to the fucking fullest, empathetic to the fullest, right? And I was walking by, just limping along because I'm still fucking recovering from my damn car accident, which I'm still bothered by that bullshit because I started to do with insurance, all this stupid shit, all this. Like, the insurance company fucking narcissistic as fuck, man, because It's been like, what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks already, I think? 4 weeks, I believe. And now I got to fucking deal with what's coming tomorrow, was I got to open up a medical claim with my dad's insurance. Like, what the fuck? I've been doing you motherfuckers for 4 weeks, and none of you, I'm going to tell the person, hey, I'm not talking to you directly, but if you go in the notes, because I guarantee I'll lock agents and bullshit, tell that first agent I said they're a dumbass for what the fuck, because how long did they work at the company for? They say they're 5 years. 5 fucking years, and you guys are barely telling me, guess what? You have to open a medical claim so then you can see the chiropractor, all this bullshit, physical therapy. The fuck? But why? Because they don't want to pay. But me, individual, fuck that. They're going to pay. Especially if we lose disciples, I'm going to try to take my father and I out. So lucky, in the fucking police part, it was a head-on collision. I mean, the whole fucking newspapers and bullshit. I was like, that's what I tell people. It's all about fucking wording, man. Use your words correct, not incorrectly. Like, they were like, oh, when the news reporters then call me like, oh yeah, it was a head-on collision. You see the picture? It wasn't a head-on collision. It was almost. I fucking dodged them. We bounced off each other and shit. If it was a head-on collision, I'd definitely have some broken fucking legs and hips. I'd probably be fucked up pretty bad, As it is, I am, but nothing's broken. Just bruised to shit from my knees down, right? So, with that said, when I get my silver mission printer next month, I'm gonna make a shirt that's gonna say, it's gonna show the van broken as shit. It's gonna say at the top, loser of the disciples try to take me out. Put homeboy's name that was driving, right? And the bottom of the shirt gonna say, whatchamacallit, the bottle doesn't need you need the bottle, because more like he was hired drunk. More like you're drunk. And he'd probably do it again. So with that said, when people see this shit locally wise, or let's say the fucking driver sees that shit, yo bro, that's me. Oh, it's you? So you lose the disciple, tell me you're not fucking drinking. Tell me you're doing, I don't give a fuck about casual drinking, but tell me you're not no fucking drunk. You chose, see this shit? Premeditated. Imagine to say choice above it. You chose to get in that fucking car and do what you did. So that's what hurt people. You're hurt, broken, codependent, power toxic relationships, fucking break up the bullshit. Hurt people. You're my father and I. So with that said, do better. You're 21 years old, stuck in a fucking bottle. Like analogy. Anything like it says, Actually, I think I have it right here. I have it right here, actually. Eventually, my home, I'm going to have all my shit on canvases also. It says right here, whatever your addiction is, analogy. The bottle doesn't need you. You need the bottle. There you go. Oh, here's this one. This is not my saying. This is actually my sister Mandy from Cali. It says, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. So with that said, that's when you tell people I love you. Verbalize that shit. Because if you tell them I love you, they might take it to head like, yo, they actually care about me, they like me, love me. Like, nah, I'm telling you I love you respectfully wise. But when you say I love you, but I'm not in love with you wise, what? I'm just giving you a compliment, show you love, your support, and that's it. Or you're in toxic relationships, and that's when your partners tell you that I love you, but I'm not in love with you wise. That's called toxic love. And they're telling you that they don't love you no more. And you still say they're pray, fan, hope. Yeah, that shit sucks. That's when one of my followers on TTY, she's like, damn, that shit's hurtful. I was like, it is hurtful if you're in toxic relationship wise and your partner tells you that, or you know that. Then yeah, but why are you praying, fan, hope, manifesting to change the ways? Why are you still there? The fucking door is right there. Why don't you leave? What is holding you back, Porch monkey. Like your face, brown pride. Shit. And that's once again, brown pride. You are called elusive disciple. Diablos to the fullest. Jump into life. Teach me some shit I don't know about life, relationships, for yourself, empire, narcissism, good and bad people. Do your deflection and projection because you're broken, codependent, and you know about elusive side, narcissist side, hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power. That's why you're like 95% of you is broken, codependent because you can't. The capital fucking C teach me shit in life. Your daddy can't, your grandpa can't, your great grandpa can't. Maybe your mom's aunties can, because guess what? Women are empathetic wise. Accumulation, comprehension, they offer me what? Love and lust. They're only with me and that's it. You as a boy are like your mother, like your father, uncle and shit, body hopping like crazy. Your eyes are big in your fucking mouth and you fucking body hop like crazy, all that good shit. And she gotta be submissive, all that corny bullshit. Especially if you're brown pie, if you're actually brown. In the Spanish culture, oh yeah, 99, not 98, not 100. 99% you Spanish boys, Hispanic, Latino, Spaniards can't teach me shit in life at all. I will destroy the fuck out of you with words. I have an alphas, machistas, narcissists. Eventually I'm gonna get mandilones. Beta, mandilon, empath. And then say machismo, narcissism. That's our shitty culture. All you women out there that aren't Spanish, Hispanic, Latina, Spaniards, you want to date us? I pray for you and that's it. Give me an hour of your time. I will elaborate with what you're about to get into. Every fucking which way. Fuck what I have to say all the time. I want to date no Spanish girl. Hispanic, Spanish woman. Hispanic, if she's working on herself. If she's evolving. If not, why the fuck would I be with her? And then it's to trigger Spanish people because in the blue pill world, it's a fucking race war. What do I say? I'd rather be with the black girl, Ebony Queen, versus the Spanish girl. fucking brown girls in the Philippines. Like, oh, it's like that? Oh, fuck yeah. Every which way. Because that's what triggered the blue pillars to the fullest. Every which way. Because in this race war, dating a black girl, black man is fucking wrong. Quote unquote. Especially in the Spanish culture and shit. Like all this white, black, mammy bullshit war. Same thing as fucking Spanish culture. The same black, white tension, but in Spanish. But y'all don't understand. You know, if you don't speak or comprehend Spanish, you don't know. You don't know the tension. You know what's going on. Like me, like my daughters, here, little Mexico, right? Hispanic, Chicanos and shit, and some a little bit Latinos, right? So my daughters are mixed. They're mainly Latinas versus Hispanic, right? Because my first baby mom, she's a quarter Cuban, Brazilian, Dominican, and Puerto Rican, Boricua, right? And plus now with me, a little Mexican, right? Spanish. So with that said, you know, they get bullied and shit, and my dad would be like, "Yo, Dad, why do we look like nobody here?" Go, "You see right here, little Mexican, like I am Chicano, but I don't even look like them. They look like all fucking brothers and sisters. All these motherfuckers do." But what do you see, like in Puerto Rican here, Dominican wise, obviously y'all look different because Latinos look more exotic. They're the fuck as to trigger a lot of Spanish girls, especially Hispanic, you know, Mexicans and shit. As an individual, you know, I've only seen so many that I could say they're beautiful Mexicans, Hispanics, fucking very rare. I've seen gorgeous, on point, blessed. Now Latinas, fuck yeah, they're fucking exotic as fuck, beautiful as fuck. The downfall of them, they're fucking toxicas. Hella narcissistic as fuck. I'm bipolar flash. I already fucking know that. I know it because they're the way they're raised, and from there you got the ghetto hoods, etc. So that's why I say all the time, like, yeah, they can dance reggaeton, bachata, all that good shit. Speak the Spanish. The Spanish is exotic as fuck. I love the way you speak in Spanish. Sexy as fuck. But I know what they're about inside. So I'll be their friend associate. They will not be on my side at all. And they get you when I say that. And I love when they get triggered. They be like, "Oh, well, you can't pull me anyways." I tell them, "Well, queen, in a respectful manner, why would I want to pull you? You're broken codependent. You can't teach me shit in life. I guarantee you 1,000, you will come in my life to come and regulate me. You talk to too many girls, and the fuck, who gives a fuck? Go through all my phones, go through my laptop, all my computers. I don't pass boundaries on none of them. I'm single and shit for 14 months now. So you probably in your DMs, you fucking pass it. Because if you're single, you can do whatever you want. But let's say you wasn't single, or you want to get to know me wise, you've been passing boundaries, and you don't say shit. I already know that. Let me go to your phone. Oh, you be in your, she getting her feelings right away. What? Let me see. Yo, simple question, babe. Let me see your phone. Even potential to be. Let me see your phone. There it is. We can't give you a phone as a friend associate. Imagine as a partner that all this shit's happening on this fucking phone. This fucking phone. Oh, technology. No, it's your choice to use technology correctly or incorrectly. Stop blaming social media. All this shit. Fucking your choice to look. Your choice to follow. Your choice to DM. Like the females, for the most part, it's pretty much common sense nowadays. Because fucking OnlyFans is so fucking saturated. Like on all my platforms, right? Story modes. I see girls offering the ladies peaches and ass and everything. What do I think automatically? I don't think a virgin. I don't think a godly person. I think what? OnlyFans. And I have nothing against OnlyFans. They can make all the fucking money in the world. But I even tell my one-on-ones that are OnlyFans. Queen, you're beautifully cosmetic every which way, right? Physically beautiful, right? BBLs, OnlyFans, all good shit. But here's the kicker. None of that man-made bullshit can't fix or save you. Why are we having this conversation about your anxiety, depression, and bullshit? You want a relationship, but why do you want a relationship when you're not ready for shit in life? And I have nothing against you. You guys, your wife, you're making, like I say, a ton of time. It's in my life. I felt one of my followers wanted to make sure that I say that. Because, yo, like, once again, you can beautifully, cosmetically wise, right? You know, OnlyFans, like good shit, BBLs, all good stuff, but you still sit with your anxiety, depression, PTSD. Make that shit make sense. You have OnlyFans money. Your cyber tricks pay your fucking pockets. Your rich people status. They'd be like, what do you mean I'm rich people status? Because rich people, when they sleep, they're making money. You're fucking on OnlyFans now, right? You're making money when you're sleeping. You're rich people status. But here's the best part. That's all your cybertricks money. You bitch about your fucking, my tattoo, PTSD, anxiety, my ex and all this bullshit. Why don't you use your cybertricks money to pay fucking for 10 therapists? It's not, if you're breaking down to the fullest, it's not your money. Yes, your content, right? But it's free. It's fucking free. Take a picture, boom, show it off. The whole fucking world sees it. You're getting paid. So why don't you use that money to talk to somebody about your problems? And here's my best part. I'm talking to you. I'm doing free therapy. Life coach. I don't charge shit. I guarantee you I can challenge all these therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, psychologists, life coaches, narcotic creators, anyone. On my conversation. I do that shit in Seattle at the markets. They get in the feelings about the situation. Because they be like, you can't be saying that. Why the fuck not, man? You charge for your services because you want to college for that man-made bullshit DSM-5, but which you motherfuckers, I saw them in the face, which you motherfuckers don't even talk about. You mentioned the word narcissist, empath, very seldom, and that's it. The fuck? Why don't you elaborate to the fullest? I give everyone what I can, personal experience. I tell them if you don't want to do a live, your experience, 5 years, 10 years in the fucking game of the fucking therapy, counseling shit. You bring all your fucking colleagues and shit on all your platforms. I'll bring my people. Let's have fun situation. And if you can't take the challenge, then get your fucking boss. Who taught you? Get your teacher. Fucking open my conversation. And they get the feelings about it. I love it, man. I'm just like, yo, why the fuck you triggered by words? My tattoos are just fucking words. Cause what you're saying is wrong. I say everyone, which I'm having a tattoo on me. Everyone's got BPD, MPD. I tell them that. Why do we do reactive abuse? Why are you in your feelings about this conversation and you came to this fruit stand, my pop's business, to buy produce, and now I ruined your fucking weekend? Here's the best part. You don't have to come back. It's one conversation. But if I hurt your feelings, I got you triggered, and your mansion, this guy with tattoos, I got you in your feelings. Love it or hate it, I live in your mansion rent free. But here's the kicker. You can always do closure for yourself. If you do it for yourself, or come back here, we have this conversation. It's just fucking words, that's all it is. Like, you guys are deceiving as fuck. But that's the shit. That's how people, just because the therapist challenges does not make them a good person. At all. That's why they hold you and guide you, and then they're potentially good people. So they tell you, like, they give you ideas, scenarios, and options. That's a good person. That's a good therapist, counselor, psychiatrist. If they're like, well, I can't answer that for you. That's your journey. Only you know that. Like, what the fuck? I give you everything. My personal scenarios that I've been through wise, or my one-on-one set of wise. I promise I'll give you an answer best as. Because I'll focus on strictly, once again, life, relationship, life suffered, and pet nursing good and bad people. I'll give you fucking everything. No matter what color we come from. Because then you have something to work with. And I feel like I'm crazy. No, because you're working on yourself, trying to ascend, quote unquote. Like, they'd be like, all these specific words. I met some kid out here on Bigo wise. He's like, I feel like I'm looking from the outside looking in. Like, yeah, you're studying yourself. Like, you're floating like in the movies, right? I go, why do you think they make movies? Because that's what you're feeling like. That's what you're doing. And you feel like you're crazy, but you're not crazy because you're trying to evolve in life. You're taking the red pill because you want to see there's more to life than this bullshit. But the downfall is blue pillars. Go to school, go to work, be toxic relationships, fuck it. Stay there for the kids, culture, religion. Stay there miserably wise. Because why? Well, fuck it. I just deal with the situation. Maybe it'll get better in time. Fuck it. Cool. Time heals. Well, time is communication. That's part of healing. What's the other part? It's called what? Comprehension. That's the whole, your choice. You got to have, it's your choice to ascend or not ascend, or stay in miserable in the situation. That's why everything's got fucking positive, negative, yin, yang, right, wrong, communication, comprehension. It's simple, petty fucking words. It's just over time and years, obviously, because technology-wise and fucking culture and all this, generation of bullshit, all these fucking words have evolved to the, fucking, I don't know how you'd say, like, made big words for no fucking reason. For perfect example, the S05 book. Pointless ass book. Very pointless. All these fucking big terms for what fucking reason. Like, scenario, there's narcissists, right? But then you have coverts, then you have sociopaths, psychopaths. I go, man, we're all narcissistic every which way. It's on you if you get triggered or not. That's why when you get triggered, what it's that. Anything fucking negative, my anxiety kicks in, my depression, I'm getting hateful, I'm getting angry. Well, why the fuck are you getting angry? Why do you have anxiety kicking in? I don't know. I promise you 1,000, you just don't want to talk to yourself. You're scared to reach out for help, ask for guidance and shit. That's on you. Not fuck it. Nothing's wrong with you. Stay in your drugs, alcohol, pills. Get your fucking, mammy pills from the doctors and bullshit. Got PTSD? Fuck you. Pop your pill and numb the fuck up. Be like Forrest Gump, run from your problems for the rest of your life. That is your choice. Right? So, that's the shit. And that's how, back to the story of the market wise, that's the when I left. I pray she comes back next Saturday because I would like to talk to her, but I kind of traumatized her in a positive manner. That's why I elaborated wise, right? Because she saw my tattoos, right? And she was just like, pretty interesting tattoos. And she's either 19, I give her the most 21. That's it, right? And so, oh, well, shit. 3 years I went through a breakup, a pretty bad breakup, and from there, I sat back and felt working on myself. I had a support team. You see right here, totally see it. 10 light workers, 10 empathetic people wise, right? And for 88 days, so my ex's name, 88 days, I was just writing things down in my head wise, physically I was typing it up, and I started putting tattoos on my body. But she's like, why would you put tattoos on your neck and face? I was like, because, Queen, you and kids, you see little kids walking around, your guys' voice is way more powerful than a man's voice. Like, what do you mean? Back in the day, like go 50s and older wise, men had a voice. We don't have voices no more at all. Only if I'm rich and famous, etc. wise, on social media, mainstream and shit. It's the only way my voice is powerful. So with that said, I just did therapy. See what they heard? Trying to thorns with Jesus. 3 years ago, I decided to crucify myself. I know, because I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to simplify it for everyone in the universe. So that's how I told you that. I don't know if from Adams, you asked me a question about tattoos, and I'm telling you a story, right? With that said, I already know from this conversation, you're square empathetic. You mark your religion, she's like, yeah, I'm Christian. So there you go, you're religious. So I know you know, you go by traditional ways. You know, whoever you're with, to the fullest, right? Right in that type of situation. You do communication comprehension, love and lust them only. All you see is them. And she just smiles, right? I mean, which is beautiful. That's nothing wrong with that idea at all, as long as the potential to be by your side is matching your energy every which way. Like if you're going to, you know, have you had a boyfriend, she's like, yeah, the breakup sucked, right? She's like, oh yeah, that hurt, yes. But the only reason it hurt because in our head we're brainwashed, 95% of us that we're born codependent. I need him in my life, right? You don't need people. You should want people if they want you. Manage your energy, take energy wise. So with that said, you gotta, you know, study everybody. What do you mean? I could be observant. Look around you right here at the market. The more people, these people are here like you. I already know they're empathetic. I just look at them. I already know that. I guarantee you know, especially you girls, women, single mothers wise, on my conversations. These boys, they might have it, but they might be feeling because, you know, the tattoos, etc. wise, that might bother them, right? So with that said, you have more patience because you're a woman, right? So with that said, you know, for learn from the situation, be observant. Like, what do you mean? Okay, like, I'm just warning you. Just got hold on, go for it. Study me as an individual. Like, judge me by my person tattoos, right? But I can tell off the back, you weren't looking at me like you were scared at all. You actually authentically said, yo, nice tattoos. And we have a conversation. I'm talking to you right now, right? So with that said, you know, be observant of me and everybody. Like, what do you mean? Judge me by my person tattoos, get rid of my pioso, and I read me. What's my energy? What do I talk about? You know, what's my, you know, facial expression, tones of voice. And where's my eyes at? What do you mean with my eyes? The eyes matter, when especially for potential to be white. Go scenario. Should I go for it? Scenario is this. I'm talking to you right now. You know, you got my attention. I'll come here next week and wise, right? And then I act like I'm interested in you wise because you got my attention. But I'm supposed to go on a date, right? First time we said wise, y'all doll the fuck up. If that's the intent, you know, get your potential partner's attention, right? But here's the kicker. If you're not observing what I'm doing and where my eyes are at wise, right? Let's say you dolled up, check you out, cool, hug, etc. Sit down, have a conversation. But every female is walking by, the waitress scoping her out. Every female that's, you know, either sitting down there or just walking, I'm always looking at them. And you don't observe those red flags. You just let them pass by, as men do, etc. Well, you know, this is the beginning of the relationship to be potential wise. No, those are fucking red flags every which way. If I'm doing that in front of your face, they fucking want, I'm not even your man yet. And I'm fucking lusting because I'm being greedy and shit. Can't control my pride and ego and bullshit. Being lustful as fuck. Then I'm gonna destroy you. And I'm not even with you by your side. I'm just, she's like, when I told her that, yo, dead ass, like, she's like, she's got serious and she got quiet. I go, Queen, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to, you know, like scare you. I'm just forewarning you. You gotta be observant. Just because, you know, I go, am I acting nice? Am I being nice? Am I offering you love or toxic love? If you can't tell the difference, I'm telling you right now, I'm older than you. I got kids too. They're age-wise. And I already know all my kids, they can be like, you get destroyed every which way. The relationship can fuck them up so bad they can become crack alcoholic tweakers. Why? They can off their fucking dome. That's the shit about being a parent. I already know all this shit now. And no one taught me this shit. My family wants to stay all the way to fucking Mexico to the motherland Spain. They can't teach me this shit because we're not taught this shit. But what I do, I broke the gender cycle. I'm considered crazy. I'm gonna fuck because I'm crazy. I'm blessed. And in Spanish culture, the motherfuckers are the same, but it toxic relationships. And I give them shit. Y'all love your partners, right? Especially the boys, but you fucking smashing her sister, mother, and her best friend. Y'all love God and go to church Sundays because you believe a good person, a good Christian. You gonna make that shit make sense. And your queen, still like your mother, auntie, grandma, and great grandma. And the boy gets in his fucking feelings, right? The Spanish boy, and they're gonna stay quiet. I go, yeah, there you go. There's the fucking doors right there. What's holding you back? Because these kids in front of you? Co-parenting. It's gonna hurt? Yes, it is. Or stay there. Stay there to have that man-made bullshit title like your mother, auntie, grandma did. I was your father, you know, tell your kids I was for your father 40 years. Fucking 40 years fucking miserably. Fuck that bullshit, that man-made title. But hey, to each their own. You want that shit? I pray for you and that's it. I go on my day. I will be your fan, so shit. Give you shit to make fun of you, right? You my narcissist traits, but I control them. I'm laughing at you, I'm laughing at myself, because I did the same shit. 12 years, my first baby mom. That's what people say, I have 8 kids. Off the back, how many baby moms? Yo, only 2. Only 2? Yeah, I'm not body hopping like that. No, it's only 2. First baby mom, 12 years, 3 daughters. About to be 21. 19 and 13 next month. My oldest should be 21 in December. My second baby mom, 7 years, 5 boys, 4 by blood and stepson, right? So they're 11, 9, 8, turn 6, so the youngest will be 4 in September. So as an individual behind the screen, it took me 2 baby moms, 8 kids, 19 years of my life to figure this shit out. So at 30 years old, May 3rd, 2020, I died 3 years ago. Not, obviously, not physically, I'm here with you guys, spiritually, mentally wise. But when I did, that was the worst breakup of my life. That was the most painful shit in my life. I felt bad with myself. You know, I got blessed. I didn't even ask for help. They actually came to me wise, and they just gave me a hand. You know, my boy for sure, he reached out for sure. I love him for that. And then the rest of them were females. And the 9, you know, there was 3 locally wise and the other 4 from IG and Facebook. And on IG, Facebook wise, like the 3 locally wise, they were my customers, computer customers. They saw my posts and shit when I do my YouTube lives, my IG lives and shit. They're like, damn, you're fucking calling out the race like that? Calling out the boys? Yeah, I'm calling everybody out. I had a little idea, right? A little quote unquote dream. Cause I work in computers, working laptops, all that shit. I'm the doctor, right? So I was trying to open a business, which I was almost doing. I was pretty much there, but here's the kicker: and live into the fucking emotional roller coaster wise, right? Babe, sorry, I'm trying to slow it down. I speak fast. I apologize. I'm trying to slow it down, but that's why I fluctuate. I go up and down, up and down. It's I've been speaking 20 years of my life speaking fast. I'm a Chicano Mexican American, aka Hispanic. We were not really known for speaking fast. My first band was Latina, so that's why you know, I speak the way I speak. So I'm trying to know how to slow down. So I apologize. Bear with me. Best as right. So I'll try it really hard. But anyways, back to her, to the missus, I was telling her wise, you know, I was just like, you know, I'm not trying to scare her just for only wise. Because, you know, getting these relations, I already imagine, you know, that especially being as a Christian, you say, right, it hurts a lot. Because you go to church, read the Bible, which is beautiful. And I go, yo, Queen, on your part, I already know there's 1,000. Look at that. See, it's 1,000. Nothing is wrong with you. We have flaws, yes, but I already know you're empathetic. I know you squirt to the fullest. I know whoever you're with, you give it your all. Here's the kicker. Am I going to match your energy or take your energy? If you can't judge and read me, I will destroy you. I'm telling you that in front of your face. And here's the worst part. She's like, what? I go, do you want a trauma bond to this? She's like, no, I've never heard of that. Well, here's the kicker. I'm going to get forward again. Here's the scenario. Remember this. You and I are together, wise, right? I'm acting nice like good shit and not being nice. You don't know that yet. But we have TLC sex intercourse. When we lay down with each other, it's called exchange of energy, right? Form bond, soul tie, twin flames, whatever term you want to use, but for sure it's energy, call it a bond, right? Keep it simple for everybody. So with that said, if I forewarn you, right, and we do TLC wise, and I'm forewarning you before the TLC, if you don't know how to judge me, read me, I could destroy you. Do you know if I'm acting nice, being nice? But look at the way it is. I am matching energy. I go to church with you, I read the Bible, door to door, everything, because I'm adapting to what you're doing. But am I doing that because I love you or come off for toxic lust? If you can't tell the difference, I will destroy you. And if I trauma bond you, scenario, TLC set wise, right? And I emotionally cheat on this phone set wise, like in girls' picture in the DMs, passing boundaries and shit, right? And you give me chances. That's emotional cheating. Until eventually build up to the physical cheating wise. And I do physically cheat on you. Then what? Give me 1 chance, 2 chances. Scenario, you give me 5 chances. I cheat you 5 times. Then guess what? I trauma bond you. I own you. Like, what do you mean? Why would you give me 5 chances? You go to church, God, etc. wise. Are you praying, planning, hoping, manifesting, and change my ways to stop cheating on you, wise? Did I do better for you? If I can do better for myself, I would do better for you, wise. But man, she just like, she got quiet and she just got serious a little bit, right? And, a little tearful. I go, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just forewarning you. I'm telling you what I could do to you. And here's the best part. What's that? Let's say you're trauma bonded. I'm going to tell you in front of your face, I'm going to smash you, your mother, your best friend, and whoever in church. Because I love you and I love God. And you and I will still go to church. And I promise you 1,000 you will go with me. Because what are you going to do? You're going to stop going to church because of I? No, you go there because that's what you are. That's what you're living. Godly, 10 commandments. Jesus like an individual. Then you're blessed. But I'm not living that. But why do you still have me by your side? Why do you allow it? Why are you praying, planning, hoping that I change, manifesting that I change my ways? And here's the best part. You see the door right there? You can leave and not ever come back. I can leave and not ever come back. But I come back because you allow me to. And that's the shit. She said, man, that is a lot of information. I know it's a lot of information in 5 minutes, right? But I just gave you a crash course to life. Now you look at it. Just be observant. I go, right here for the most part, You don't gotta worry about that. But I promise you 1,000. I go. You're in the north side of Seattle, right? Go downtown Seattle, on the south side, the ghetto hood. That's what we worry about. Those right there, elusive disciples. Not all of them. A lot of them. I promise you, they will destroy you. Be very cautious with the south side. Can you explain your tattoos? Were you born in August? Actually, I was born in February 1st. So, astrology side, I'm an Aquarius, but I can't tell you anything about moons and suns. No, when I say this, I don't go by astrology. To each their own. I have nothing against it, but astrology tells you something about a person, but I go about you as an individual. How are you spiritual, emotional, mentally wise? Are you acting nice? Are you being nice? Are you offering me love or talk to love or less? I can judge everybody wise. But my tattoos wise, oh yeah, I'll break it down for sure. So the ones of so first and foremost, I did tattoos on my face and my neck, and I love my tattoos for to tell a story, because it's 3 years ago I went through a breakup, right? And it was a bad breakup, fucked me up pretty bad. Luckily, I didn't fall to man-made bullshit, drugs, alcohol, pills. I already know that doesn't do shit for you, just numbs you up, run from your problems. That's all it does, right? That's all it can do for you. But with that said, I was like, I wanted to figure out why the relationship failed. I wanted to figure out my wrongdoings, aka red flags, right? And her red flags. And before that, I want to figure out how was I doing as an individual before we got together? What was I saying? Was I doing good? Was I sad? What was it? So I was dissecting relationship-wise. And from there I had a support team. I always preach about support teams. Because to fix yourself by yourself, highly impossible. How so? Because if your wisdom and, of getting over breakups and, anxiety shit-wise, then you're maxed out. You cannot evolve in life more at all. You just sit there fucking wear the mask smiles. Behind it you're dying and crying, right? But you tell everybody you're good. You're cracking jokes and bullshit, but people, just because you crack jokes and bullshit doesn't make you a good person. Doesn't also make you overall that you're good. Because behind it, you're dying and crying. A lot of men were narcissistic and we're brainwashed that we're not supposed to express our feelings, right? And that's why relationships are fucking shit, because once again, women, what do y'all do? Communication, comprehension. Us men, aka boys, communication, no comprehension. That's where we're with each other. We don't express our feelings. And we self-sabotage relationships fucking pretty bad. So that's why I was, I'm going to figure this shit out, because this feeling sucks balls. Like, my first baby mom destroyed me. I thought, okay, that's the most pain in my life, in this lifetime that I could feel. Nope, I lost my brother. You haven't lost anyone close to you, like, parents, kids, siblings. Yo, that shit throws the fuck out of you, right? But the main reason because it hurts a lot more because, you know them every day, right? It's all memories. And from there, wise, remember this death, it's inevitable. You can't stop it, but you can cherish the individual best as. And on top of that, remember, physically the vessel is gone, but spiritual, emotional, mentally, that was by your side. In the next lifetime, you'll see each other, right? That's what they say, what to say. So that's cool. Lost my brother. In this lifetime, that's the most pain I can feel. Oh fuck no. Like they say, when you go through a breakup with a narcissist, that's the worst pain. Fuck no. You know what's worse? Two empathetic people. You're both good overall, but not for each other. Everybody has narcissist trait, but overall you're good for once again for other people, but not yourselves. So that's why that shit hurts really bad, and that's why when I fell back, you know what? I want to figure this shit out, because I didn't tell my ex-wife, my second mom's, right here. I respect to the fullest, for a better friendship and partnership wise. I was like, I am not going to do 5.5 years. Like, what do you mean? I am not going to share my fucking feelings over you for 5.5 years. I would figure this shit out. And yeah, I had a support team. Ex's name, I let go in 88 days, 100%. So I have 114, 70 later, 1,000%. Keep it 1,000 on real, right? So with that, the cool, I figured out, forgive. Not, it's communication about the relationship we set up and then it failed. And obviously not forget because it happened, right? Everyone comes to, and it's just a blessing. I'm going to leave us a lesson, and then I let her go. Comprehension. Forgive, not forget, let go. When you let go in your mansion, Max, that door open, I closed it. It's like, I forgave it to the fullest, right? And that's what it is. Forgive, not forget, and let go. If you don't do that, which is definitely your choice. A lot of people forgive, which is the hard part, but a lot of people do that. The hardest part is to let go. Because you can say, like my one of the ones, like, I let him go. Like, well, you can say that, but remember this. You said that because you want to believe that you feel good, that you let him go. But I don't want to hear you bitching about my baby mom, my ex saying this shit, and it triggered me. Like, how? But you say you let them go. No, you forgive them, not forgive, but you haven't let them go. But what do you mean? If you let them go, they won't bother you at all. I promise you that. It's just petty-ass words. So that's why I decided to do my tattoos. Every which way, they're cool. I'm going to figure this shit out. And I'll get it. So that's why I say in your mansion, so this is mansion right here, and if the rap artist, all the doors are paying wide open. Why? Because you haven't let go your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma. That's why you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. The bottom of the matrix triggers, all capital letters, overthinking, reactive abuse. If you don't know reactive abuses, That's when you become verbally or potentially physically abusive with your partner, kids, environment, or even yourself, because your partner's not break up with you. What do? You don't want them to leave, so you're trying to force them to stay there. So you hurt yourself, you fucking punch yourself, break shit, fucking break fingers, bones, give them the fucks. And you have to, off your dome type of situation. You become a narcissistic wise. Now you're gaslighting, manipulating, so they gotta stay there, right? That's not the intent. So with that said, I have to say everyone in the universe, everyone has BPD, bipolar, borderline personality disorder, and NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. If that's not true, to some questions, why are you feelings? Why are you hear petty ass words are just fucking words, right? So the bad side, when you get triggered, what is it? Lucifer side, hate, narcissist, pride, ego, lust, greed, power. And then the good side, God side, love, empathy, empath, you're proud and humble. But with that said, talk to yourself, look in the mirror. Am I more good than bad or more bad than good? All the answers right there. If you're more bad than good, Lucifer disciple, more narcissistic. If you're more good than bad, God side, empathetic. You love and respect, we're talking and vibing. But with that said, that's all of us we can become sociopaths, psychopaths. And people are like, oh, that's not true. Well, I didn't write the Bible, right? According to the universe, the Bible is the oldest book in the universe. So with that said, Genesis 2:16-17 was that's what I was looking for in the Bible, because born and raised a Catholic, I want to figure it out. Why do I say what I say? Why do I say that everyone's got BPD, empathy wise, right? So with that said, what else am I doing? How's it going? Welcome to the live. So with that said, I was like, let me read the Bible again, right? So I was reading the Bible through my breakup. So before I read the Bible, as a kid, adult, kid-wise, read it, nothing like I would read it or comprehend it to a certain extent, but nothing, no emotions at all. Just reading that course because I was not going through my emotions then. Going through the breakup, read the Bible, fuck, every word fucking hits you hard. Like, okay, that's where I fucked up, etc. Right? So in the beginning of the book, the Bible was Genesis 2:17. Why? That's when God tells Adam, check it out, y'all can eat wherever you want to, but you see right there, Garden of Eden. Yeah, the tree of knowledge and tree of life. From the tree of knowledge, you do not eat there because you will certainly die. What happened? Lucifer rolls up, tells Eve, what's up, what's good? Hey, why would God create a tree? Why is this apple right there? And say you're going to die. Why would he kill you guys? So boom, gaslight, manipulate Eve. She eats from there, from Garden of Eden. Doesn't die. Gives to Adam. Look at that. I ate it, I didn't die. Cool. He eats from it. Because that's his wife, whatever, respects her, all good shit. He doesn't die. But when God rolls up, what happens? According to the Bible now, right? They're all fucking hiding from God because they're naked. Now they know they're naked, but they could have been naked for like 20,000 fucking years. I don't know. There's no ETAs, right? But anyways, there it is. So spiritually, emotionally, mentally, they died. And once again, why I say everyone's got BPD, empathy wise, by Bible talk, who's your first narcissistic, sociopath, psychopath? From the Bible, Adam and Eve's kids. Who? Cain killed Abel over what? Jealousy. Not over fucking 23 man-made bullshit, race, religion, culture, gang, mafiosos, fucking yellow versus black, all this corny man-made shit. Russia and Ukraine, that's man-made bullshit. That's all man-made bullshit. So there you go. Cain killed his brother Abel over fucking jealousy, because I believe Cain's like my father. He did produce and shit, right? And then Abel he had the farming and stuff as far as cattle and bullshit. So they bought Cain bought his best produce and bullshit, and then Abel bought his best cattle, whatever. And then God and Abel were talking more. Cain shows his produce, whatever, and God's like, oh, that's nice, whatever. Continue the conversation with Abel. That's when Lucifer rolls up, gas him, and manipulates Cain. Yo, what up, Cain? Check it out. God, your father right there, he loves your brother Abel a little more than you do. What do you do about it? And remember this, that's why I say, my little angel whispering, little devil whispering, because God, it's consciousness, subconsciousness, God, Lucifer, their voice, your words. I mean, think about it. Their words, your voice. So with that said, Cain got his feelings, what did he do? Took his brother out, killed him. And then he even lied to God. God rolls up, what up, Cain, what's up, where's your brother Abel? I don't know, out there in the garden or some shit, with his cattle. That's funny because I smell your brother's blood where I built your father, where I created him in the ground. You killed your brother, and they banned him. Oh my gosh, there it is. We're all BPD, empathy. We have all that shit. We can all become narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths. So you gotta be very careful with yourself, because the thing you say to yourself, like I always do, if someone triggers my ass, I'll fucking knock somebody out. But why do you want to hurt somebody? Man, first and foremost, remember this: getting physical with people is such a fucking high risk of shit. If I was gonna fight with somebody, right, I can break them, they can break me. And these fucking vessels are fucking weak. Like me, I got a car accident, right? Avoided fucking a head-on collision, all good shit, and freezing nothing. So blessed to be here for sure. Blessed to not broken bones, bruised bones to shit. I'm fucking bruised to hell. I'm fucking walking like I'm busted as shit, and it sucks balls because, you know, it's been like what 4 or 5 weeks. In my head, like cool, maybe 3 weeks, I'll be good. Fuck no. It might be another 3 4 weeks by then. I'm dealing with this bullshit with insurance and all that stuff. Are you heterosexual? Fluid gender? What's fluid gender? Yeah, I'm straight. Are you collecting Social Security money? No. How can I don't have SSI. I'm not broken like that. It's just bruised up. I'm dealing with insurance and bullshit. They just called me on Thursday, but they're like, because State Farm and bullshit. As my injuries, I break it down. They're like, well, we'll offer you $3,000 cash and $15K in medical bills. I was like, yo, first and foremost, I haven't gone to the fucking chiropractor because I'm in your guys' bullshit to get seen. And on top of that, it's not just be that. I'm gonna do seek, you know, physical therapy and therapy because, you know, just to play it off, because I got PTSD because I see it's headlights now. Why do I want to go see therapy? First and foremost, to challenge therapists. I want to see the potential to be as far as my therapist, where their heads at. When I walk into my fucking therapy classes, I'll rock my gear. And like, you do food therapy? Yep, I do food therapy. Let's have fun with my conversation. And I ask him, yo, how long you been in therapy for? 4 or 5 years? Cool. That you should have, your feet should be a little wet. You know, you shouldn't be agreeing with this conversation and see where it goes. You know? And when they finish, but yo, whoever's your boss, yo, bring your boss here. I'll challenge all the whole fucking building. Get in line. Oh, my conversation. Let's do this. And it's just fucking words, man. So that's why I was like, yeah, 3K fucking this motherfucker. And then it's funny because they mentioned, oh, did you say attorney? Like, nah, 'cause I speak fast, right? I was like, no, I didn't say attorney. I said my injuries. And they're like, oh, cool. He's all relieved. Like, motherfucker, not yet. Y'all keep playing stupid and shit. I'll definitely get an attorney and stuff. And then from there, let's go to courts and fuck it. Go for the big bucks. Fuck your shit. Because it's like, so I say, you know, hurt people and shit. The people that hit us, young kids, obviously hire drunk. Yeah, fucking they're from Sela, right? Which is, they went to Ellensburg, which is like basically an hour away wise. And like, dude, why they go over further? Because of fucking house parties and shit. And college parties and bullshit. And they drove all the way back here, fucking higher drunk, which is, once again, their choice premeditated. That's why I say lose disciples. All you people that are addicts and fucking, you know, alcohol and fucking other drugs and bullshit. The bottle doesn't need you need the bottle. Simple as that. Because you're broken and codependent. Dead ass. Your choice to fix yourself, not fix yourself, or numb the fuck up. That is definitely your choice. And that's what you have to be observant around every surroundings at all times. If you see people at scenario, you go to a bar, right? Me, I don't do none of it, but let's say I did. And I see someone like that, you know, they have no DD and bullshit, yo, fucking reach out to them. You need a fucking Uber set up, all the good shit. They're trying to fucking drive, take the fucking keys. That's a hurt people. Here's the worst part, right? I'm just gonna give you a scenario, right? Let's say you observe that and you see that shit and you don't do nothing about it. Fuck it, it ain't my problem, all that good shit. Definitely say that, right? But here's the kicker. Let's say scenario. You see that, observe that, and you say, fuck it, ain't my shit. And then they take off. So you're gonna drive high and drunk and bullshit, right? And they fucking take out your own kid, father, somebody you fucking know, either hurt them really bad, like my father and I, or they fucking take them out, they kill them. And then when they find out, guess what? With the phone call, shut the fuck up, and you see who it was? Don't fucking wait, that was the guy that grew us out the club, at the bar, at the house party. Well, guess what, baby boy? Welcome to karma. You should open your fucking mouth, you know? That's what hurt people. And why? Because obviously you're fucking broken codependent of some bullshit fucking drugs and man fucking bottle. Because why? You're going through, obviously, first and foremost, I already know you're doing breakup. You're in a relationship, type relationship, or you're going through breakup. And you haven't worked on your ex nor exes. And you're just stacking your fucking feelings. Why do you want to be in a relationship if you're not ready for shit? The physical body, TLC, sex intercourse, that shit there, just fucking benefits, whatever. I don't recommend it, but don't sell people dreams. If you're ready for a relationship, cool. If you're not in a relationship, then nothing's wrong being alone. When you're alone, guess what? No one's really physically whooping your ass, right? You have a probation officer, what you wearing, who you talking to. None of that bullshit, curfews and shit. You can just do whatever the fuck you want to do with whomever you want. But date your fucking self. Because the downfall when you have, I don't know how many bodies you've been with, right? But when you're relationship-wise, the more relationships you be with, you're more empathetic, which is typically women versus men. Whatchamacallit, you put your all into that individual, all. That's why breakups fucking hurt. Why? Because by you over-loving them, you lost love for yourself. When you're crying for them, you're crying for yourself. Because why? You don't know who the fuck you're scared to be alone again. Nothing is wrong being alone. It's the loneliness. What's loneliness? Well, the first night of the breakup, guess what? It's gonna suck balls every which way because they're not coming home. Every other fucking night, they hurt more and fucking more and fucking more. If you try to fix it yourself by yourself with no support team, You're gonna fucking fall to your drugs, alcohol, pills, man-made bullshit. Numb the fuck up. Go for it. That's why you should reach out for help. Ask for help. The best fucking help in the universe, yo, social media. The best platform, TT. Type it in there. Search bar. You don't believe me? Search bar. Type in, narcissist, empathist, empath. Reactive use, deflection, projection, trombones, graduate tissue box. You want to do a breakup? Fucking shed many tears. But the positive, you won't feel alone. Why? Because everyone on TT wise talks about, Naruto community wise, which I'm part of it, situation wise, breaking some bullshit. They're telling the stories. And here's the kicker: you might not be able to verbalize your story yet, but you won't feel alone. You can make a comment if you have the courage and strength to wise, and they might, I promise you 1,000, a badass support team on there, especially the women. Fuck. The best support team in the universe. Women support women 1,000. Men don't support fucking men at all. Fuck no. It's like very rare and shit. That's why I think the boys, not men, they're in their feelings what I talk about. All my tattoos and shit. Because I'm not here for the boys. For narcissistic, you lose to disciples? Fuck no. I tell all the time of my life. Fuck you and your feelings. What? That's being mean. Like the girls, but you're a positive person. I am, but it's my narcissist traits. Hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power. I control my narcissist traits. I shut up my sympathy, empathy for boys. Fuck them in the feelings. Spanish boys, Hispanic and Spaniards. The men we're talking and vibing. All my conversations. They know where I'm coming from. If not, they reach out for help. They ask questions. And then we have conversations. A for effort. You trying. And that's the shit. That's why the therapist counselor like, you can't do that. Everybody can. That's why I told me, as I tell the therapist counselor right there on these lives instead of my pods and bullshit. And even see at the markets. I go, shit out. You want to have this conversation? I'm just letting you know where my head's at. Where I say that. Jordan Peterson, you're a therapist counselor. Oh, yeah, JP, yeah, Jordan Peterson. So he's awakened. He's on the top of the mountain. Look at his age. He's bothered because he hasn't become woke yet. Well, I think when JP talks about, aka Jordan Peterson, he talks about relationships. He's the father, breakups, all this shit. His wife almost passed away, everything-wise, right? And he talks about time with kids. He gets very emotional because he spent so much time when he was younger in his youth into his career of fucking, of therapy and all that shit, counseling and shit, that he lost time with his kids. And he gets emotional about it. Why? Because he hasn't become woke. I can talk about all that shit. I won't shed tears at all. I shed tears when I watch flicks, read books, right? I watch like certain teachers say that because that shit's, empathetic part, the empathy part, I mean, wise. But like in relationships, please, I won't shed tears. Why? I don't need you, I want you. My kids leave me, that's their choice. Did you know when kids become adults, like both parents can be empathetic. Give the kids everything in the fucking universe, everything, spoil them the fuck out of them, and they can say when the kids graduate, become 18, yo, mom, dad, fuck you, I'm out. I don't ever talk to you at all. I hate you guys. That is their fucking choice. And as parents, you gotta give them everything. But did you know when your kids went to middle school, high school and shit, they probably got bullied and they never told you shit. That's why they intend to talk to your kids. That's what I tell my kids all the time. Like, yo, anyone bothers you, let me know. Tell your teacher most definitely wise, but, obviously, I'm a father, etc. I know you as kids and all this because my kiddos, but you gotta talk to me. And then when it bothers you, I will take care of that shit right away. I don't fuck around at all. That's why here, look at Little Mexico, the teachers don't like me too much in the principals because I give no fucks at all. As soon as they see my tattoos, I tell them, did I hear this? And I tell them, yo, you're being narcissistic. You see this? That you hate pride and ego. And then I want to talk to the kids' parents and shit. There won't be no altercation. Just be verbal and that's about it. I just want to see the parents. They're brown boys. Brown people are shitty culture. Please. I say a fucking loud so all the brown people hear that shit. I give no fucks. But yeah, I'm talking about a shitty culture. It's not the women, it's the boys. So what's up? I want to see who the parents is. I want to see if the father's, square and pathetic. Are we telling a vibing? Or he's a circle narcissist to the fullest. Oh, but you're my cheese style. Okay, I'll just tell him face, baby boy, you're the problem in your household. I don't know why your daughter acting the way she's acting, because I guarantee you present to being verbally abused with your partner or physically. So your kids come here and cause shit with my daughter or my son, whatever the situation is was. And on top of that, I'm going to investigate who your daughter or son, whatever, chill within school. So it's going to boom. Start at home, and then the little bullies and shit here. Oh, easy ass answer for all you motherfuckers. And that's it. That's why in that culture, I knock the fuck out of every which way. Our culture is fucking shit. When it comes to relationships, shit. And that's why I've told it before to the different parents. I'll tell yo, and Monica, you stay there because of him. Because religion, culture, and the babies, right? I pray for you to stay like your mother, auntie, grandmother. And she don't say shit. They don't say nothing at all. Stay quiet. And their fucking husbands, boyfriends get them, try to get my face. Like, baby boy, I'm just letting you know, fucking nose to nose. Touch me. Fucking touch me. I will make your fucking life fucking miserable. And remember, this is America, this ain't fucking Mexico. And there's the best part. You see this phone? I'm on social media. I'll make you fucking famous on all these platforms, and everyone will know about you, especially Little Mexico, that you're a piece of shit. You're talking machista, like your father, grandpa, and great grandpa, and our shitty culture. And what's up, what's good? And they don't say shit, they just get pissed. Like, well, just do it. What are you scared of? Just go to your dog kennel. You love your kids and wife so much, you're ready to go to your dog kennel. Go where you deserve to be, man. Calm the fuck down in there. And when you get a record with your child, domestic, but I will fuck you with courts every which way so you can fight the courts, your probation officer, everything. Do what you gotta do. And you get off my dome. I'm not fucking scared to die. You're scared to die. I'm not. Simple as that. And that's the shit. Simple as that, man. That's why, once again, everything starts with individuals as you, how you function. And that's why you be careful who you have kids with. If the shit fucking fails, then do co-parenting best as. That's why I say what I say to the fullest. If not, then, if you want, once again, you have the kids, you don't work yourself, you don't be, once again, observe the situation. Join the Bay Mom, Bay Father crew. Enjoy the shit. Try to do co-parenting best as. See how that shit works out. And if you have no support team, it'd be hella hard. I promise you 1,000, without a support team, your life would be fucking hell. Because you'd be so lost every day above ground. And you still gotta go to work, still gotta pay the bills, and deal with yourself magically. And that's why you have no motivation to do shit in life. Fuck all that. I don't miss that shit. Just fucking lay in their bed. Especially doing breakups? Fuck, man. Breakups analogy-wise, right? Because time drags ass, and then they're not coming home, so you got detox from codependency. That's why I say trigger warning. Loneliness, addiction, traumas, what? Codependency-wise. So the beginning of the healing journey, when they get up and leave, say otherwise, you break up with them, whatever happens, it hurts a lot because of loneliness. You're detoxing for codependency. I need her by my side. I need him by my side. Even though it's the relationship shit, like, no, you don't need them, you should want them. Obviously, they don't need you, nor do they want you because they're not by your side, right? So you don't see it now, but it hurts like hell yeah. So that's why it's called patience of virtue. Every day above ground, like my 10M's told me for 88 days. Don't I hear this, Marge? But it's a blessing in disguise. What? There's light in the tunnel. Stay strong. Don't give up. I promise you 1,000. Well, they said 100. I promise you 100, it will fall into place. If you go back to him, when I'll be surprised. I did the same thing. But if you can, stay strong. Say no. And yeah, I love my dad because guess what? There's obviously breakups, kids are involved. You want to be a family again. 7 years tried. It was fucking fell every which way. So they were better now for sure. The last 2 years. Better friendship than partnership. I love it. So it's like pros and cons, right? I love it because we have, a better friendship than partnership wise. But it would be nice to be a family. Yes, it'd be nice to be all that. But the downfall situation is it's done deal. You can't rekindle the situation because it's been written. The intention is to teach your kids not to do what you. Like I told them, the intention is to teach our kids not to do what we did. Hold their hand, guide them so they don't become baby mama fathers. If they do, co-parenting best step. But before that, we teach them everything so they don't do what we did. And that's what we say as parents, quote unquote. I tell all my kids, I'm the best teacher in the universe. None of your family on my side, your mom's side, and I say dad, their stepdad side, none of them. I say in front of the face, my ex and her hubby, they can't teach you. All my tattoos, like, look, you see when people look at me at the stores, looking all crazy and shit. But these brown people, they can't teach you shit in life. They can't teach me shit in life. None of them. None. Washington State, all of Eastern Washington, brown people can't teach me shit, and I can take out the rest of the universe. 99% boys can't teach me shit. I'll get in the feelings. I'll fuck them up with words, be like, you're the machista, right? You're the narcissist, you're the alpha, right? And then you're the machismo. What's machismo? You grow, she's got to dress like a scenario. All you ladies watching this, hearing this shit, right? You dress up nice and naturally, you want to show your body off, self-love is just beautiful. As long as you do it for yourself, that self-love is not for validation from fucking turning guy heads and bullshit, right? Or that's being narcissistic, which is definitely your choice. Anyways, but let's keep it simple. You do self-love, take care of yourself, yoga, all that great shit, right? Take care of your body, blessed every which way. And, you do yourself, it's all good shit. But now you hook up with me, right? But I'm the machista, and this is a disciple, narcissistic-wise. And beginning is cool, but then we get, you give me a chance, I'm your man. Let's say 30 days, babe, I started regular with your dressing. I want you to dress that because guys be looking, right? Your social media, can you stop taking this poses? Can you remove these pictures and bullshit? It could be fucking pictures before, like 2 years ago. I just better hook up with you guys. But you do it because to be respectful manner because I'm your man, quote unquote. But no, you don't do that shit. Like, that's the past and that's it. Right? But let's say you do that then. Guess what? You're being submissive, quote unquote, you're being the mandilona. So with that said, I'm being the machista, narcissistic person, I do machismo. You gotta dress like a nun, not talk to nobody, but I can talk to where I want to. I can pass boundaries, and you won't say shit. Yeah, that doesn't suck balls because I own you, and you won't go nowhere. That shit sucks, man. That's what the Spanish boys get in the feelings, what I'm talking about. And then I tell them, why go to church for? What? I'm asking you a question. Why go to church for? you believe in God, because your God and my God are different, because your God says you can be a little machista, player, go body hopping all you want, because that's what guys do. Back in the day, you know, kings had wives and all this corny ass bullshit. Like, well, did you know if you have 6 figures plus, you can buy all the boyfriends and girlfriends, whatever you're into. You know that, right? But if she wants monogamous relationship, why the fuck do you offer monogamous relationships but you can't do that shit? You should be in poly, open swinger, friend and fits, fuck buddies. No type of relationships. Stop fucking selling dreams. And then I'm gonna be like, who the fuck are you? Oh, who am I? I am 1% of the universe. I'm 1%. I'm one of the referees. I call it everybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. $0 in your pocket or $1 trillion in your pocket. I give no fucks. If you're a man ho, woman ho, and your partner is empathetic, I would tell you, yo, king, queen, you deserve better. Right there, that person right there, elusive disciple. But that is your relationship, and that's it. And they'll be like, what the fuck you just called me? I just called you the devil's disciple. Does that bother you? You're a piece of shit and you're garbage. I already know that. And actually, the time, I don't know you, but I know your energy. You're all you people narcissistic, you're all fucking robotic. So fucking robotic. You see squares all day. God disciples, robotic too, but in love, respect for manner wise. And new disciples, circles, fucking hella robotic. So easy. All the answers to life is all you behind the screen. It's front of your face. Everything is in front of your face. Judge everybody correctly. Am I acting nice? Am I being nice? Am I offering you love or talk to love? If you don't comprehend that shit, I will destroy you. I could be all you young girls, 18 and 30 years old. I'm 42, 18 and a half, right? If you can't teach me shit about life, you can't judge me nor read me at all, I would destroy you. I would traumatize you, especially in the Spanish culture, especially if it's religious. Oh yeah, I'll slaughter the fuck out of her every which way. If I wanted to. Every which way. I told that girl, you're at the market, the young queen. 18 to 21 years old. Fucking, she's like in her feelings. Every which way. It was just like, you asked me a simple question, you made a comment on my tattoos, and in 5 minutes, I told you a lot of information, specific words wise. And now you're thinking about it. Just be observant. But for the positive part on your side here, in this time, the north side, Seattle wise, they're like you, empathetic wise. But even then, we get to be narcissistic. So you gotta be very cautious with that. And if you allow me to take your energy, if I'm passing boundaries, emotionally cheating, challenge your fans, etc., all that good shit, why are you gonna allow it for? That's the shit I told her. You're godly, thinking, man, it's beautiful. But if I'm not doing your lifestyle, living your lifestyle to the fullest, then why do you allow me to by your side? And if you pray, plan, hope, manifest, then you'll be there. Like my first been on 12 years, fucking 12 years. Every time I think about it, like, dude, man, I'm fucking patient like a motherfucker, 12 years. But I'm blessed at only 12 years. Second about 7 years. So with that said, you got people here like, and they're fucking, they lose disciple for 20 years, 30 years, and they're finally breaking up with divorce. Like 30 years, yo, all you know is one person, 30 fucking years. Now you gotta be quote unquote like, try to date. And yo, dating fucking sucks balls on these dating apps, which on 2 of them right now they speak. I use it for the lives, but when I try dating apps, yo, first and foremost, this is my blowing shit about dating apps. If you're doing this, yo, you're being codependent, you struggling in life. If you're going on these dating apps, right, and you're paying for these fucking conversations, buying the coins and bullshit, like, I didn't know shit about, I tried it, 2 months ago, right? I think it was like, I think this one's called Zisco or some shit like that. And so, cool, so, if you want to message anybody or make a comment, you gotta pay like what? You know, say like, $20 for a month or $30 for 3 months. I was like, cool, I'll do that, whatever, fuck it, $30, $10 a month, why not? As long as I have conversations, quote unquote, as long as conversations. Oh no, boys and girls. Now you gotta fucking do what? Gosh, my hair's so tight. I gotta, whatchamacallit, pay for conversations, not knowing. Like, well, if you want, I think they give you like 3 or 4 messages free. After that, go and message again. Says you gotta buy coins. So it said 40 coins, $11.99. Cool, I'm thinking, cool, 40 coins, 40 messages. Fuck no, they didn't know that till after the first time. I bought it, messaged. Good conversation from this quote-unquote woman. I'm 42, she's 44, quote-unquote, by her profile from Portland, Oregon. White woman, instead of Caucasian. Good online conversation. And then it said to continue that conversation, I have to buy another, 40 coins. I'm like, what the fuck? So, oh shit. So, one coin is one message is 10 coins. So if you just say hi, there goes. So when you respond to these gay-ass freaking dating apps, fucking write a Bible. Don't just be like, what do you do for fun? Chest. No, fuck that. You better be like chest, fucking biking, whatever. Put everything, man. Make the conversation worth the while. So anyways, after I pay the second time, right? So now I'm like $60 deep in the situation. I was like, the fuck? And so she like, here's the kicker. I am not going to pay no more for this conversation. So here's my IG, here's my Facebook, here's my email address, here's my phone number. If you want to respond, that's on you, but I'm just letting you know I am not paying no more money in this conversation. And she respond? No. Like, I was my live like 3 days after, right? And she responds during my live, right? Because I got my other cell phones. And it shows up there, and she DMs. I fucking swear, like, she's, what's it quote unquote, a woman at 44 years old, right? And she asked me, we were together, how was the relationship? Be like, first of all, I am not paying at all to respond to that. Second of all, I just did my live. You see that, boys and girls? She's 44 fucking years old. Asked me a question when I were in middle school, high school. That's if adults. I became an adult 3 years ago. And you have adult high schoolers. She's older than I am. She's an adult high schooler. What the fuck? You said previously in the message before that, you like the way, my energy is, the way I speak. Why? I was like, yeah, with my conversation. Keep it around real. Very simple. I gave her all my information, which is dead for her choice to respond. And she didn't. Like, she expects me to fucking pay for the conversation. And that's why you people on dating apps, you're paying for conversations to go on these fucking gay ass dates, quote unquote. If they can't pay for fucking a therapist, why the fuck you gonna fucking with them? Dead ass. And here's the best part, I tell you, I do free therapy, I don't charge shit. On my conversation. This work on you, I'm blessed. You can ask me questions about I'll tell you about me to the fullest, but I'm blessed. When I sleep, I die. Time is irrelevant. I don't know about shit in life. And with that said, I just to forewarn you guys, me as an individual, I got my tattoos for a reason, right? Tell a story like good shit. So, I'm blessed individual, so I don't worry about death. But with that said, remember this, by being too positive, too red pill, empathetic wise, people that are more narcissistic wise don't like people like I. Because I'm saying too much. So they hear that, oh, guess what, we don't off his dome because, he has suicide tendency of depression. The fuck I did. No, losing disciples got to me because guess what, I'm saying too much. And I tell you, all you people narcissistic losing disciples about hearing shit, watching this shit? You can change your ways. You might have fucking destroyed a lot of people every which way. You might have fucking, be a gang mafioso. All people's domes, right? But I get it. You have your child trauma, the area you grew up with. But you can always change your ways whenever you want to, which is your choice. I can't fix or save you. I can hold you and guide you how to do it. But that is your journey. That is your mansion, not mine, Them dating apps are traps like Trap House. Yo, the dead ass, man. I'm sorry, I tell you, back in my time, dating apps, first of all, it was fucking free. Yahoo.com, fucking the phone, you can call and all that good shit, leave messages and shit. I'm like, that's what I'm about. A conversation tells you everything about somebody. Day fucking one. And see, at the farmer's market, as I say, analogy, my heaven on earth. I know when I go there, I'm having badass conversations. Fucking, especially this year. This year, I'm rocking my gear and shit. All my sayings on my shirts and stuff. All my shirts. Everything I think in my head. My tattoos. Like this week, I'm going to make 5 shirts. It don't really cost me shit. A shirt's like, Walmart shirt. This thing, $3. Right? You buy my book instead of white. The vinyl, you can buy a 20-foot roll of white for like, any color for the most part. A 20-foot roll cost me like $10, $11. I just go on the Cricut, and just words, type it up, print it out. It's tedious for the AK reading, take it apart wise, but after that, stamp it, rolling. Got another shirt, I'm gonna make some canvases. All my stuff will be on my walls and stuff, my own personal art, because those are specific words, healing notes for everybody in the universe. Simplify for everybody wise. So, but yeah, they announced basura, fucking garbage, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all paying for them shits, and you can't even pay therapists. I'm not saying all therapists are good, but here's a kicker. If they can hold you and guide you, fuck, that's a positive. That's the intent. Remember, nobody can't fix and save nobody at all. I can't fix and save you. You can't fix and save I at all. If you're religious wise, we're brainwashed that we can't. You can't. It's highly impossible. What we can do for each other is heal, guide, support, uplift, for one show up to each other. That's all we can do. The only person that can fix and save you is who? You, the person in the mirror. That's it. Because you're unique. I mean, everyone in the universe is unique. I don't know what you're thinking and vice versa, but the kicker is, if you're going through shit in life, like raw real shit, not blue pill talk, red pill talk, life, relationship, suffer, empathy, some good or bad people, then I got you. I fucking have the motto of my life for everybody. Your opinion is my opinion. I die like you died. Like some like one-on-ones, they'll be like, or even my life, like, yo, how you in my head? A lot of us have very similar stories. A lot of us do. No matter what color, where you come from. This body, Steve, all these mammy bullshit terms, that's blue pill conversations. That's a conversation you can't evolve in life at all. Red pill, now you focus on you, trying to figure life out, trying to be healthy relationships, and to do better, to finally be fucking blessed. So when you go into your partner, you're going to a partner that's authentic, and vice versa. There's no cheating on no passing bad. None of that said. Like, you both love and lust each other. You both comprehend there's love and lust everywhere. Fucking OnlyFans, nothing against them. They're everywhere. Saturated like fuck. Females can off their bodies. That's awesome. That's fucking just cosmetics and that's it. You know, if you can't control your lust individually, you'll always fall to lust. Why? Because the answer, no self-will. You know, and that's the shit. Control your lust. Every which way if not, then don't be in monogamous relations. Be in poly open swing. I say it all the time. All the time, man. Because no one deserves to get destroyed and go through breakups. No one deserves to get cheated on. That shit sucks. That's why in teaching all these podcasts, they be like, well, you know, when your partner cheats, you can give him a chance. Like, right, you can. That is definitely your choice. It's definitely your choice. But I'll forewarn you, here's the kicker scenario. I have a girlfriend, right? Let's say she cheats on me, wise, right? And let's say scenario, she doesn't ever cheat at all. Right? To her last damn breath, our last damn breath. But here's the kicker. On my side, it wasn't happening to me. I could forgive. Obviously not forget and let her go. Give her a chance. But there's a high potential, let's say she would do it. But let's say this scenario, she doesn't do it at all. But in my situation, it's still going to beat me up. And I'll keep potential self-sabotage relationship. How so? Because she broke trust and loyalty. And she, yo, babe, I want to go to my mom's. And I'd be like, you going to your mom's? Or are you just saying that? I can say all the fucking, throw little jabs, little fucking remarks. Give them the looks and shit, you know? All that shit is going to just, boom, trigger her. Like, fuck, I fucked up, yes. And you have a conversation all the time. I fucked up, yes, I did. But I haven't done shit. And as an individual, you want to live with that bullshit. 1 year, 2 years, 5. Eventually, either she's going to get fed up with the bullshit, she pushes away, or I'll be, you know what? I tried it, I can't. I'm not trying to throw a jab at you, but every time I think about it, just, you know, it eggs me and shit. That's just very unjust for yourself. And on top of that, you'd be like, fuck, you know? You throw jabs like during TLC, are you smashing me or are you smashing him? Like during the fucking session, like what the fuck, you know? You gotta be very, very cautious with that situation. That's why I tell people, like, what I say is this, like, it sucks when people do that shit, but it's you gotta hear it, right? You gotta try to have that uncomfortable conversation. But what I say relationship wise, friendships and, you know, family bullshit, you can rekindle bullshit. When it comes to relationships, what I say, when someone disrespects respect, they broke loyalty, trust, and love. All they can offer you now is what? Toxic love, lust, drama, trauma, and trauma. Take the L, walk away, save yourself if you choose to want to, which is your choice. That's all you. It's all you. But the thing is, remember, that's your relationship. That's not my relationship. Wise. I can tell you, I can give you all the fucking advice in the world, and I tell you, yo, you deserve better. I know that person who's type right there, that person narcissistic, they're gonna keep destroying you. But remember this: if they're trauma bonded, oh, that's their journey. Just be there as a support team. Even if you see your whatever, your friend, coworker, get cheated on 1 time, 10 times, like, don't give up on them. They're their choice to forgive, not forget, and let go, and do closure themselves. Because when people give up on you, you get more discouraged. Like, fuck it, you know what? Everyone's yes, I know I deserve better, but I don't know how to do better. I don't know how to let them go. Like, I know that I ain't stupid. The door's right there. I know the door's right there, but what's causing me to not leave the door? And if I do go to work, why the fuck do I come back? I got kids, co-parenting. If I don't have kids, I can run like Forrest Gump. Or, pray, plan, hope, manifest. My partner changes. You know? And that's why I say, all I do is guide for warning, man. Every day, Bug Ground tells the exact same story. That's like one of my one-on-ones. Met him on TT-wise. He's 36, I believe, told me today. And he's going through, like, he's doing co-parenting. He's like, they're doing, which is good. He's doing better, right? And then, he was telling me, he's like, hey, you know, like, I'm going to reach out to you and go for it whenever. I got you. And he's also Spanish. I want to say he's, you know, Hispanic, Chicano, Mexican, like I am. You know, Blue Pill Talk, right? And he was like, yo, shut up. I was telling a female, we've been together 5 months. And then, and he was just going. He was, you know, remember this, when you're going through breakups and situations wise, toxic relationships, you go speak to people. Like me, I know I speak fast, right? I apologize, I'm trying to slow down. But, you know, when you go through breakups or toxic relationships, it's called word salad. You try to tell a sentence, but your head's overthinking that it's fucking, it's up and down, like them, like X, this and that. It's just, you gotta be patient with them. But anyway, when he was texting, it was like that. It'd be like his ex, and then co-parenting, and then this and that. I'm just like, let me read the message again. Let me piece it together correctly, wise, right? Because you gotta have patience with a lot of people that are going through it. So his situation was like, he met this girl. He's like, you preach about matching energy. Like, yeah, but we're matching energy, all the good shit. And then come to find out, you know, like, she's preggo. Like, what? I took her off for sure. And then from there, wise, you know, and here's the fucked up part, you know, I choose my family, all the good shit. I was feeling hella good, like finally someone, like you said, matches energy. And I was like, well, did she elaborate day one or that she was preggo, you know? Because I've been there before, wise, and as an individual, I have kids, so I don't get up on that. Oh, cool, you know, Part of the situation. All love, adapt to the situation. As I say, trip, don't fall, adapt to the situation. But yeah, she's like, nope, didn't verbalize that, and then come to find out that she's, while he was working instead of her, because she moved in with him, wise. That I guess, fuck, this takes a lot of balls and courage, etc. Wise, right? But anyways, she's bringing her baby father over while he was working. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, well, king on top of that. So with that said, that means that she obviously not verbalized it. She knows what's going on, and she matched energy, but she only matched it to just for the roof over her, and that's it. That sucks. So yeah, fuck, it sucks because I'm like, every time I try to do good, yes, I know, every time you do good, you just fucking hit rock bottom again, right? He goes, yeah, I'm tired of this bullshit. I go, bro, I said the same shit for 30 years of my life. I know you don't want to hear, but you gotta hear it. I go, patience and virtue, man. But when is it your turn? I can't answer that for you, guys. Only you can. But I can tell you this. What's that? Keep focusing on the person in the mirror. Well, every day above ground, the first real world in the universe is the person in the mirror. You. If you can't love that person authentically, wise, if you give up on the person, wise, because he's like, if I were for my kids, I would not be here. I was like, no, I get it. It's a thought, but I go, but you know why we have my next suicidal thoughts? You know why we have that thought? Because we're tired of what? We bitch about love. Love hurts and all this shit. Fuck no. Love is healing, beautiful, fucking marvelous. It's fucking care about shit. What hurts is what? I told him, toxic love. You are loving somebody. You can find somebody and they did you wrong, right? As long as you did your part, King, you blessed. Give yourself fucking props, because maybe I don't know how to relate with your mother. But I mean, baby moms, it was kind of rocky with them, right? But I don't know how many relationships you've been in. So let's say this one you tried. You actually tried authentic ways. You did it a lot better than your previous relationship. So give yourself fucking props. You did your part, met halfway. Obviously, she did it. She sold you a dream. That's on her. You can't speak on her behalf, wise. But you just observe the red flags, right? So that's what it is. I told you. That's why it's called toxic love. You love someone that doesn't love you back. That sold you a dream. That fucks you up every which way. Then the pain from the situation. Then overthinking my neck. And the cherry on top, insomnia. He's like, fuck that dude. That insomnia, you're fucking right. I go, it's not about being right, man. I was you. I rocked the mass miles for 30 years of my life. I sat with insomnia for 30 years of my life trying to fix this shit. Exhausted as a motherfucker. Long day, all these errands. I just want to go to sleep, right? When am I going to go to sleep? He's laughing like, fuck. Exactly. So that's what I tell him. I go, just focus on you. Try to focus your energy on the person first and foremost. And where is important to you? Your kiddos. And then after that, the mother, your kiddos. And as long as you're doing all my conversations is, love, respect, better friends, and the partnership, then you're blessed. You did your part. You cannot speak on, that girl of 5 months. You can't speak on her behalf. She could have told you day one, yo, I'm preggo. But I get it. There's parts where, girls can be like, well, if I tell him, he might push me away. All the good stuff. It's a lot going on. But as long as you keep it 1,000 day one, you don't sell dreams, then you're blessed, that's the intent. But obviously she didn't do that. On top of that, yes, she did respect you wise, but having baby father come through. So I go, she's still there? Nah, keep her out cool. Well, it's a blessing, but also the lesson is what? Just be more observant wise. Ask questions, everything. Like, you should know your partner. Like, what do you mean? Judge them. What's your facial expression, her tone of voice, her energy, where's her eyes at? I go, all the answers in front of your face. Right now, you just don't, you don't know that. And it's hard to read that. Like, yeah, for now. I go from there, whereas, I'm judging your everyday food, do that. Like, what do you mean? Am I broken, lost, ugly inside? Am I matching energy? I tell you about, am I broken, lost, ugly, healing, healed? Am I matching energy, taking energy? If I'm taking energy, why are you allowing it? What do you mean by that? Scenario. Let's say you reach out to her all the time, like, you go to work, hey, how you doing? And does she work? No. Okay, she doesn't work. So she has all day to respond to you, and she doesn't respond to you at all. So you're matching, she's taking, right? You altercation about why, I call you, text you, nothing, right? And then when you get home, wise, she might talk to you, not talk to you. Well, all of a sudden you're good, and all of a sudden she's bad. Why? Well, guess what? That's toxic love. So why are you allowing to take your energy, wise? Yes, you're involved, but here's the kicker analogy. It's better to die today and tomorrow. He's like, what do you mean by that? Because the longer you're individual, wise, and the relationship's going to shit, it's better, it's going to hurt a lot more. Especially your kids involved, otherwise. So it's better to squash today than tomorrow. And, I'm scared, like we were saying, well, I'm scared of his feelings. Yes, you gaslight me yourself because you don't want to hurt people's feelings. But if they're hurting your feelings, why do you take it? Why don't you verbalize your boundaries and they're going to say no, check it out. I reach out to you all the time. Even when I come home, same shit. Like, why are you pushing me away? What did I do to you? Why did it bother you? Or did I bother you? Because I know on my side I did it. If I did, I apologize. But I want to know what I'm apologizing to. And so on and so on. You gotta have those uncomfortable conversations. If not, stay there miserably, man. And a lot of individuals are hurt hell of a lot more. So don't do that to yourself. Now you start underwater. Now you start trying to get to shore. Exactly. Solo Saba for sure. On that note, whatchamacallit, that's the shit. Just like it's supposed to be quote unquote communication comprehension, right? But it's war going on because the spiritual war. Once again, women are empathetic. I already know that it's not all. A lot of them are, but it's all in your face, and that's minimum narcissistic way because raised incorrectly, religion, culture, environments. But the intent wise, I tell everybody like, if you're doing the body hopping the whole face, then obviously you're both codependent. If you're observing people that are doing that, family and friends, you know, on social media, just reach out to them like, yo, you should slow down. You're destroying yourself, you're destroying people. Like, and tell them, why are you scared to be alone? What? I know it sucks, you know, not to be alone, but it's just for now. Just date yourself and get to know yourself again. Because all these people you lay down with, you're all destroying each other, and that's it. And potentially, remember, you have sex intercourse, TLC, catch babies, STDs, or what? Feelings. So nothing is wrong. Trust me 1,000. Nothing is wrong being alone. It's the loneliness. That's the only thing that beats your ass is loneliness. Because we're detoxing with codependency. I need a partner by my side. I need a physical body. Like, it's a good concept to have a good body by your side, but as long as you're both good for each other, not one more good than the otherwise, then that's called toxic love. And you're just basically dating your ex and your body. That's all it is, you know? Read the 2 parts together, scroll. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Solo. So let me see. Yeah, 2 parts. Oh, I apologize. Relationships flipped. You used to star innocent above water. It started reversing, now completely shifting, shift-wise. Now they start underwater. Now you start trying to get to shore. Okay, no, yeah, very well said. Yeah, very well said. The amount of 1,000 that pound how to load up 1,000. Oh yeah, very well said. And that's the shit. It sucks that it's a world competition. You know, old school times, that's what you say, like on, you know, TTY, these platforms, like, how come our grandparents' relations lasted longer than nowadays? You can blame the social media wise, but remember, that's your choice to use it correctly or incorrectly, first and foremost. And with that said, for the most part, you blame technology to a certain extent because back in the day, if I want to talk to a female, cheating happened, but not as often because you have to know people. Take social media away, right? Just a regular phone, right? No smartphone, none of that shit yet. So you go back to like 94, 95-ish, right? I said 94 because I think 94, 95 had beepers, aka pagers, and then cell phones came out, right? So if I mention to a female, right, what do? I gotta call it to the parents, and the idea is that if a guy picks up, especially the older boys, click, hang up. I wait for a little kid, or, you know, a girl or the mom, auntie, grandma, and boom, to reach out to them, right? So from there, if you cheated, fuck, everyone knows you're cheating, and there was, you know, there was too much of a risk to do so, right? You got religion, more humble, more respectful. Nowadays, fucked on the cell phone, a zillion options. And for males, yes, females, females run the universe physically, cosmetically, verbally, every which way. Your DMs are 10,000 more than my DMs, which is not a race, no competition, but I already know that. And that's the shit. That's why I dislike the terms when it comes to relationships. Anyone drops this corny ass, you're saying it, or your partner's saying this shit, yo, babe, you know, when you talk about I need a break, my space. What's the other one say? Break, space, or time to think about us. All that shit right there, yo, premeditated, man. They're on this phone going through all the options. That scenario, my ex was 7 years with me, wise. I've known him for 7 years. I got all these potentials over here on this side. I got thousands of options, and I can start all over again, fresh again. What do I choose? What am I gonna do? Yeah, so when they tell you that corny ass line, I need my space, time to think about us, you know, room. The smart thing for yourself, take the L, walk away, save yourself. If not, pray, and hope that he or she keeps you by your side. Don't do that, man. It sucks to stay up a dead ass, walk away from the situation. And I make it sound easy. I make it hella easy. Because once again, I worked on myself 3 years ago. Tell a story now. You don't need a partner. You want a partner if they want you. And that's the shit. And that's why people are like, yeah, you sound hella selfish. Because I am selfish. Every day above ground, I love that person in the mirror. I wore the mask smiles fucking for 30 years of my life. Hate that motherfucker in the mirror. But why do we hate each other? Or take back, why do we hate ourselves as individuals? You get destroyed in your childhood trauma-wise, right? You become verbally, physically abused, potentially touch-wise from whomever it is, your parents, siblings, whatever situation. So right there, you're a little destroyed. And then what fucks you up is when we get in relationships. I say all the time. All the middle school highs from the fucking universe. ETs, you're watching this shit. Same thing. Why the fuck are you in relationships for? If you can't teach me about deflection, projection, empathy, narcissist, how we function spiritually, mentally as beings, react to abuse, trauma, then you're gonna get destroyed. And that's when you question your self-worth. That's when you're about rejection. Not everyone has to say yes to you. That's why I tell people don't use the words pray, plan, hope. You know? The idea is that I talk to the individual to give me a shot. We go out to eat. If we do, awesome. 50, it was meant to be. The other 50, she says, no, it wasn't meant to be. Can we still be friends and associates? Cool, hell yeah. It doesn't have to become awkward at all. But that's only, it only becomes awkward if you both allow it. Like, yo, remember, rejection is protection. And you can ask a question like, is it because I'm not your type? Well, yeah, oh yeah, you're not my type. No, I just see you as a friend. That's it. Like, I have love for you as a friend. Like, nothing more than that. Maybe in time, potentially, but I have, like, I'm just being honest with you. There's nothing there like that. Okay, cool. Respect, and that's it. And once again, but middle school, high school, that's where you're worried about rejection. Question your self-worth, all this bullshit. Then you have religion, culture, bullshit. All these young cats, you know, that you gotta make 6 figures plus and bullshit. That's all. If you want to use money to buy people, and the women get bought with the fucking Gucci bag and Prada, that lets you know that female there, all she can offer you is toxic love and lust, and that's it. A fucking bag buys her, and that's it. So if she wants toxic love, she could bitch about, oh, my relationships don't last, I want love. No, you don't, queen. Because if you want Gucci and Prada mammy bullshit, that's called toxic love. Everybody has their own, for sure, like, you know, love language and shit. But remember this, 95% of the universe behind the screen, and in general, you're a broken codependent. You're looking for love and happiness and people and mammy bullshit. I said that many times. That shit I'm going to tatted on me, wise. I make shirts. And all you doing is mammy, BBLs, OnlyFans, Gucci, Prada, Bugattis and bullshit. You're buying band-aids to all your fucking cuts and wounds of your exes, your PTSD, anxiety. But the best part of the situation, you can buy all that bullshit. You'll be happy for one day, two. But every fucking night, you can't go to sleep. Lay in fucking bed, sit there with your toxic love, your pain, overthinking, and insomnia. That sucks balls. And me, it took me 30. I sat with that shit for 39 years of my life, picking at the matrix. Like, as parents, right? We say this ourselves, like, when am I gonna have a better partner, quote unquote? Why do I have kids with the wrong individuals? Am I ever gonna have a kid with a person that's blessed like I am? Like, I'm working on myself, or worked on myself. Why the fuck you think about those thoughts and you're having your partner by your side, laying in the same bed? And the best thing in a situation when you're in toxic relationships, you're in the same fucking bed and nothing's happening. No hugging, no cuddling, no bullshit. Fucking war with each other. And you're for years to be, babies to be. That shit's fucking unjust. And the TLC doesn't happen for weeks, months. Like my first baby mom, I think the longest I was thinking about, like, I think like 3 weeks ago, because I was doing one of my one-on-ones. And it was like 8 months. I was like, I fucking waited 8 months. What the fuck? No, fuck that shit. That's when you're so traumatized. Like, pray, plan, hope, manifest, we have TLC. The fuck? I was like, toxic relations fucking suck, man. You put up with a lot of bullshit. At the end, you're like, damn, I was a dumbass. Go, hey, you can call yourself a dumbass for now, but when you figure this shit out, I promise you, like, oh, I was stuck in a cycle. You don't believe me? Very simple. Mom, dad, you know what empath narcissist is? What's that? In Spanish, ¿qué es eso? Grandma, grandpa, you know what deflection projection is? What up, dad? How you doing? How's it going? Grandma, grandpa, you know what deflection projection is? ¿Qué es eso? What's that? Aunties, uncles, you know what reactive abuse is? What's that? ¿Qué es eso? Siblings, cousins, you know what trombones are? What's that? Pfft. Fucking blue pillars, like you, blue pillars, fucking lost and confused. Toxic relationship, adaptive situation, fucking baby mom, all this fucking drama, like, damn. So with that said, don't give yourself too much shit, because if no one taught you this, then you don't know what's going on. That's why I chose to do this shit 3 years ago. It's highly impossible in the whole fucking universe. I'm the only one saying this word for word, or at least close enough to the situation. There has to be others that are woke, because you have the healing journey, you got healing and awakening wise, right? Take the red pill, working yourself, detox from codependency wise. The healing journey sucks balls because you're detoxed from codependency wise. The awakening journey, you focus more on your ex, more on the person in the mirror. The awakened part, start closing doors of pain. Woke, you close all the doors of your pain in your mansion. You sit on the top of the mountain with God, Lucifer, the universe, and I, chilling, talking, vibing. We have no worries in the world for the most part. You know, anyone gonna offer a dome? Yes. We say too much? Yes. But other than the man-made bullshit, you know, we'll do our time here and that's it. In my head, I'm going for triple digits. That's the idea, but that's not because, you know, look at this. 4 weeks ago, on 28th of April, Lou's disciples tried to take us out because they're drinking and driving and shit. Still hear most dead because I told the officers, yo, hey, Lucifer, ain't my time. Yeah, they're laughing. You're funny, dude. Like, I'm just saying. it's not my time to go, man. That's why I was bothered by the situation. And I was laughing like, man, you're taking this shit pretty well. I mean, yeah, because it's fucking mind blowing. I do, and like you just try to do positive in life. And if Lucifer can't get to you as an individual, who use everyone around you. He's a beast. What he does, give him his props, but don't be scared of him. Your brain wants that. Be scared of Lucifer. Why? He's scared of you. How so? Because he doesn't want you working yourself. He doesn't want you with God to do positive and show respect. If you fucked up on life, you know, you can always change your ways. I can. You might have fucked up really bad, but it's okay. Remember this. All the people you hurt in life, even more narcissistic-wise, you burn all your bridges, correct? So with that said, none of your family, friends, and exes have to give you closure. They don't have to give you fucking no time of day or not. But when you're working yourself, stop trying to do self-accountability. Like, okay, I fucked up here. You can talk to all the people you destroyed and touch it out. They may say what I say, but you don't say nothing. You say, fuck me, I don't want to talk to you after, but just let me say what I say. And you do closure, as is, you do closure with yourself, but now you verbalize to your whomever, your parents, siblings, exes, and they might reach out to you, maybe not, who cares? You just do your thing and that's it. And that's why it's their journey, because that's why I think the intent is like, you know, like I said before, like narcissists, if you lose something, they can't change, they can't be fixed. God can't fix or save them. I eat my words, like, yeah, God can't fix or save you or nobody, but He will guide you to be a better person for yourself. And as a disciple, people narcissistic, they can change their ways, but it's just harder for them because they have a support team, and they might destroy a lot of people. So all they know is more good, like really bad versus good wise, but they can change their ways when they're ready to. It's up to us, as you know, as individuals. It all takes you if you want to work on yourself, and that's the shit. Don't be too hard on yourself if no one taught you. All the shit I'm saying, if no one taught you this shit, yo, you just been a blue pillar. Adapt to the situation best as. So that's why in time when you work on yourself, you progress in life. I promise you that. Every day above ground, you can do whatever you want to do. That's why I say my lives. I have my tattoos. I have way more to come. As a customer, you have more tattoos? Like, oh yeah, a lot more. You have a lot. Like, no, it's just words. I go, it'll be all sleeved up. I'm like, it probably will, but it just be words. It's not. It won't be the pretty sleeve. It's just, petty ass words, but the passages. So that's why my words, I just try to, like, my young queen, she was like 21 years old or 19 years old. I forget, that's a long 2 years. I explained my tattoo, she's like, oh shit, like, I haven't heard a lot of those words at all. I'm like, that's new to me, but to me, like, it sounded like the map to life. I was like, I'll take that, yeah, it's a crash course to life. It's really, really fast, reactive boost. Eventually I have deflection protection, trombones, all specific words that for sure therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, narc creators, and potentially life coaches, they will comprehend these words. Yeah, and they will say, like, the time I'm in Seattle, in my life is, you trigger a lot of people. Go, that's my job to trigger you. First, I'm sour, right? Fucking your feelings, whatever. You codependent, but that's sour, and then I'm sweet. For now. What do you mean for now? Two simple words. It's just for now. It's your choice to work on yourself or not. Or wear the mask, smiles, put the finger at everybody in the mother but yourself. That is definitely your choice. It's all on you. So that's what I'm here for. Just tell a story so the universe can get the light back. So you lived it, you know what's up. You haven't, guiding for you, and that's it. But the intent of the day is to show respect to each other, and eventually win that war with the person in the mirror. Because every day above ground, that's the real test of yourself as an individual. If supposedly you want to be in relationships and be healthy relationships, do you love the person in the mirror authentically wise, with mind, body, heart, soul, set of 1,000? If you do, then you will comprehend, like I did 3 years ago, that true happiness, unconditional love, support starts with who? You, the person in the mirror, first and foremost. Not your kids, not your parents, not your partner, you. Everything starts with you. That's why they potentially be by your side. They work on themselves, or they're working on themselves wise, and you match each other's energy, not taking each other's energy wise. If they're going through, if you're like me, I'm woke 1,000, chilling, right? Or my conversations. If I hook up with a female and she's going through the awakening side, not woke yet, but she does communication comprehension. If she gets triggered, we talk about it. I love respect to the fullest wise, because she don't, she don't gonna speak exactly like I do, but she's gotta be open minded. Because the thing is, this is individuals, we want relationships, right, quote unquote. But if you're like like the Mike Tyson, but are you ready for it? Because God's gonna give you what you want, right? But if you're not ready for it, you will lose everything. And that's why I love TT, because on their wise, you have people that are, all being a red pill, healing, awakening, woke journeys. You have 4 categories, right? Can you answer what percent of females have OF from those who don't? What would you say? Oh, OFs? For the most part, I can't say percentage-wise, but I can tell you this. On your platforms, right? It's so obvious when they have an OF, because if all the platform is, offering lust to the fullest, guarantee that's an OF. They're not doing it because that's self-love. No, that's OF. If there's story mode, like my platforms, Bucket like my who was it? One of my customers. I was showing them my phone wise, right? Going to FB wise, and then you know, story mode. I'm scrolling through it wise. Like, damn, what's all that? I was like, wait, first and foremost, that's just it. I follow them and that's it, and whatever they post, they post. But that's only you know, OnlyFans wise. All those, I'm like, it's pretty obvious. You don't believe me? What do? Click on the profile. What's the post about? Lust. What's the IG, TikTok? Go through all that. Look at that. OF automatically wise, because why is OF so saturated on all platforms all over the universe? Because females can make a zillion fucking dollars off who? Cyber chicks. Simple as that. Your choice to give your money to them. I have nothing against OFs at all. I say all the time, but here's the kicker. I tell them on my one-on-ones and OFs in my DMs, Queen, other than you being physically, cosmetically beautiful, BBLs, OnlyFans, what do you bring to the table spiritually, emotionally, mentally as a being? And they be taking their feelings about that. What do you mean? Like, can you guide and hold my hands if I go through a breakup? They got my anxiety, depression wise. And they'd be like, well, you know, go to the therapist. I go, do you see a therapist? No. So why would you tell me to go see a therapist if you don't see a therapist? And here's the best part. The cyber chicks pay your pockets. You can see, you know, they can pay for all your 20 therapists, you know, and so on and so on. So once again, as an individual, I have nothing against OnlyFans. They can make $1 zillion. You don't believe me? Check it out. On this platform, look, on my platforms, I have what? Maybe like, I don't know, rounded out like 200 people. I got 6 platforms going out to 200 people. Any female live, especially she's offering less, showing off the ladies in cleavage, so so foolish, right? Fucking thousands of motherfuckers on that live, gifting cyber chicks like crazy and get hella followers. They're gonna make so much. They're making more money in my lifetime, easily wise. But here's the kicker: 99.9% of these OnlyFans, they can't teach you shit in life at all. They can tag you about my tattoos. They'll bitch about, and that's why, in a love, respectful manner, human narcissist traits. To make fun of them on any platform, they bitch about the, you know. And if I know a fact 1,000 are OnlyFans, right? Twitter, Facebook, IG, TT, etc. wise, and they make the post about guess what, kings and queens. This morning I woke up with my anxiety, my mental health, and I jump on there like, yo, you see your post? There's one post, especially on Twitter wise. Dude, you're getting paid from those one people. Yeah, thousands of people on here. They're paying your pocket, and you still won't see a therapist, counselor. Make that shit make sense. I go in the lowest manner. I don't feel sorry for you at all. You might, shut out my sympathy, empathy, my narcissist traits. I control that shit. But here's the best part. I'm like, I do free therapy. Go to my platform. All the answers right there. My side is communication comprehension. Your side is communication. You don't have to comprehend, but I promise you 1,000 queen, you make $1 zillion on your OFM this post. Because these people are going to feel sorry for you every which way. And they don't control their sympathy and empathy, which is on them, not on I. So with that said, yeah, any female that you see, that's all they see is they're posting all the shit. It's right, that's the fullest. Now, what ratio would you say? 60-40? 60-40? Oh man, that's a good answer. I mean, good question. On my side, on my platforms wise, I would say this. Facebook wise, fuck. Facebook, I think I'm on like 5,000 followers, right? So my side, female side, no matter what color it is, it's 80%. That is. IG, about, yeah, I would say 80. That I'm on my platforms. Fuck, here on Big O. Fucking hella, they show everything. I'm just like, OnlyFans. Once again, I have nothing against it at all. Make their money, but with that said, they are buying bands to happiness and people, man, bullshit. So they have the money part, that'll be financially stable, but they'll still be broke, codependent, and toxic relationships, bitch about their mental health, anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, lows, and anger issues. Why? Because they haven't go their exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma. But why? Because in their mansion, all the doors are being wide open. I already know that, but they can't tell you that. So just guesstimate. Percent, yeah, 80%. On my platforms, 80%. Because once again, my platforms, 98% of my followers are females, girls, women, single mothers wise. I have a lot of one-on-ones that have OFs wise. They ask me about that. Yo, Rito, what's up? Like, what do you think about OFs? Like, I have nothing against it. Make your money. You'll make more money in my lifetime. I know you will. But with that said, it's telling queens, just don't get used to lost to the dollar. Man, me a fucking dollar. It won't fix you or save you at all. It'll make you financially stable, yes. And that's all it'll do for you. You know? And then I asked them the question, scenario, right? Because they're my words. Go for it. Here's a scenario. Go for it. Let's say you meet a female. You're talking about everything's going good, right? And let's say she, keep it 1,000, right? But she didn't. She told you everything but one thing. What's the one thing? Let's say 3 months in, she tells you, every day I'm gonna have a talk with you. Go for it. I didn't tell you in the beginning, but I got OF. what would you say to that? I tell what Queen should have told me in the beginning. Nothing against it, but yo, do your thing for sure. But as long as it's you and I, and that's it. You ain't passing boundaries. Like, yeah, make your videos. I give no fucks about that. But it's just you and I, and that's it. But if you think that you want to do poly open, I don't do those type of relationships. It's just you and I, and that's it. Monogamous to the fullest, and that's it. So that wouldn't bother you? No, why? I'm not the fuck. Here's I tell you, Queen. I don't own her. I don't own you. She doesn't own I can get up with it whenever I want to, and she can leave whenever she wants to. That's her choice. And everyone would be like, yo, yes. And remember this, anybody can cheat whenever they want to. You know that, right? Love it or fucking hate it. Every day above ground, I can cheat. If I have a partner, she can cheat. Our choice. Premeditated. Eventually, that above and say choice, right? So with that said, I don't need a partner. I want a partner. So if she needs a partner, if the boy wants a partner and she cheats, she dies. If I get a belief, she dies because she's broken codependent. I won't shed a tear. My second baby mom, and it's the last female in my life in this lifetime I ever shed a tear for. My recent girlfriend was not super recent, but like 14 months ago, when she broke it off. What I do, cool, no respect, because it failed because of the love language. Now that's why I preach about love language. Now before I preach about the potential to be matches energy level standards, no love language part. Recent ex-wives 14 months ago, I talk about love language now. Anyways, so with that said, I didn't share tear nothing. What I do, I trip, I don't fall, I adapt to my situation. You guys, 95% of you trip and fucking fall, especially social media. It's so obvious when a person's going through a breakup really bad. What do? They announce to the whole fucking world. They make a post or they make a video. Yo, check out, guys. This is what I did, right? She broke it up with me. I'm all fucking distraught. My feelings and shit. I'll go on my life. Check out, guys. Amber, she broke it up with me yesterday. So I'm just announcing that I'm going to take a break from social media to work on myself a little bit. That person right there, broken codependent, going through it every which way. Which I'm nothing against. They have the right to fall back, most definitely wise. I didn't do that. I was like, cool. I tripped, didn't fall, no shedding tears. That's my situation. I announced it on all my platforms. They're like, yo, Rito, what's up? Like, how you in your life? Like, what do you mean? She just broke up with you. I'm like, right, I don't need her. I want her. Obviously, she don't want me. I'm not against her at all. Love, respect. You guys trip and fall because you're both codependent. That because you think, yeah, I need a partner. Isn't it hurt? Yes, but it all hurts because we're brainwashed that we need people in life. You don't need people in life. Only people that need anyone in the fucking universe is kids. Not only to get a job, roof over the head, a car and a whip, maintain the matrix. And all it says about Matrix talks, you can't beat the matrix. Look at Top G. Andrew Tate fucking got regulated which way. Now he's all fucking humble. Fucking not saying shit. Because why? He got regular. He's got what, 27 supercars you bragged about? You motherfuckers got thousands of supercars. So you kill out the big boys. Yeah. The elites they'll check your ass. Like me, they can tell me whatever they want to. Be like, yo, I'm not saying shit wrong. I haven't done it against you guys, but you can change your ways whenever you want to. Yes, you're narcissistic, but let's talk about it if you want to. Let's break it down why you're the way you are. And you can all my dumb after you want to. That makes you feel better. Your choice. But at least you have a little idea in your head, right? So that's why I say. And then what I say as far as relationship wise, you guys gotta have those uncomfortable conversations. As an individual, I don't do dates. Plural. Not like before Blue Pillars. Y'all do dates. Fuck that shit. I don't. I got taught this in 09 with my DV older black cat. I was like 30, 31 at the time, I believe. I might have been 29. It's been so long. But anyways, he was having the conversation with myself, my classmates, talking about, relations and bullshit, the next potential to be, and all that good shit. And he's like, yo, fellas, I'm gonna give you a little concept that I created. No one taught me this shit. I was, trying to figure out, y'all talking about relationships, the potential to be, right? So with that said, I do like goldfish. And I was like, goldfish? Like card game? Like, exactly, the card game. But what do you mean? He's like, it's so obvious when someone likes you because they're checking you out. You look at them, they look at you. The energy is there because that's called energy, the contact. And you just go up there. It takes courage. Walk up to him. What's up with you, miss? What's up with you, mom? Like, I saw you checking me out. I'm scoping you out. Also, is there like, do you like me a little bit? Like, do I get your attention? Like, yeah, I think you're cute, whatever. Cool. Is it cool if I take you on a date to like dinner, brunch, whatever you want to do, And you tell him, cool, set up a time, go for a date, right? Because he told me, that's what he told me, because I don't do dates. I was like, date? What? How do you? No, let me break it down. So I just do one date and that's it. Like, what do you mean one date? The policy is I want to get to know you today, not tomorrow. How so? He's like, let me elaborate. He's like, 80%, this is why I say 80% because of him. 80% relationships fail because of TLC, sex intercourse. One person likes it, one person loves it. But that's if you're doing that shit, it's not going to work out. Because the thing is, if I love this, she hate that, vice versa, and we don't talk about it day one, we do traditional ways, do your dates, do all that bullshit, waste your time and all that, right? So with that said, and he's all like, and that's why I learned from him. Once again, '09, a long time ago, you and I cannot get nor buy back what? Love, time, and emotions. So when you comprehend that shit, why do you waste them on individuals in your circle, especially by your side as partners? So that's what he would tell him, like, he would ask you everything. Just not, keep it 100. Like, don't lie about anything. If you lie about something so small now, on the long run, it comes to find out, it could be a big lie to the point where I just drop you like a ton of bricks. And it's hurtful, but guess what? Because you broke trust and loyalty. And from there, you keep lying, it's over, right? And from there, so we talk about everything, likes, dislikes, jealousy, all that bullshit. Which, y'all gotta talk about jealousy. What? Talk about jealousy. Where is your jealousy tolerance? What is your insecurities? What? And don't lie about that shit. Well, you worry about this phone? Do you care about talking to other females? What is it? Because individual, I don't give a shit the potential to be. You guys may actually, I don't give a shit to talk to guys. And in our cultures, Spanish culture, I'm going to say, they call me Manilon. My family call me Manilon, which is Manilon in English is like a person's a beta, a simp, a fucking weak, you're not a man, quote unquote, because man can talk to females, men, and women can't talk to men. That's a no-no, and all this cultural bullshit race thing, which is blue pill talk, right? So with that said, I was in jealous control. I didn't give a shit about that at all. And as far as my ex's dressing, same thing, same scenario. They control cleavage, they do, I give no fucks at all. Especially now, please, I give no fucks at all, because I don't need her, I want her. She can cheat, common sense, anyone can cheat when they want to, but y'all die, I don't, right? Anyways, so we talk about that, and then from there, we get to the part where it's TLC, sex intercourse. Now, typically, the girl, what happens? I love to say that, especially with females that have kids. My number is 3, right? So let's say she has kids. So, Queen, I'm going to ask you a question. 3 times, but I'm going to ask you 2 times right now to either this part versus him wise, because once again, everyone teaches your own ways, concepts. But you can do it their way or switch it up on your side. So this part, I switch it up, especially when it comes to females with kids. And I ask him, or even if they don't have kids, but more with kids, because I'm a single father with kids, right? I ask, yo, Queen, you're a virgin? Like, they'll be like, they're looking at me funny, like, what do you mean? I got kids, right? One more time. Because I asked you 2 in a row. Oh, you're a virgin? I just told you I'm not a virgin. I got kids. Cool. I go, remember, it was the 3rd time, but not yet. So we talk about everything, likes, dislike, jealousy, all that good shit, right? And when it comes to sex intercourse, we don't have that, aka, I say TLC. How about, let's talk about TLC, sex intercourse. Like, we don't talk about that? Like, yeah, like, why? Because 80% relations fail because TLC, 1% likes, 1% loves it. Once again, I said the line from the old school black hat, which I love saying that. Like, what do you mean? Because if we don't talk about it today, which is your choice, then it might fail because of that reason. Because maybe say, I love this, you hate that, and vice versa. And typically the answer would be like, well, I got to get to know you to talk about that. And I'd be, yo, respect for the answer, but with that said, I'm going to tell you this, like, remember the question, are you a virgin? And they stay quiet. I'm like, why are you acting like a virgin? So you see what happened if you want to have a relationship. Your future wife has... No, for sure. That's why you gotta be cautious. That's why, once again, I do goldfish talk. Possibly, I want to get to know you today and tomorrow. And you gotta talk about TLC. Because that's why I tell them, shit out, let's do it. Let's do this wise. Let's do this scenario. We do this relationship. 365 days, 1 year, no TLC. Being kissed, tongue wrestle, everything, but no TLC. The relationship be good. Communication, comprehension, we go hiking. Everything's fucking beautiful, right? And we do 366 days. Now we do sex intercourse, aka TLC. Let's say we do it. I suck, you suck, we both suck. We try another week, same shit. I suck, you suck, we both suck. I love this, you hate that. You love that, I hate that. So we wasted our time, love, and emotions for 366 days to figure this shit out. We could have told me day 1. Right now, face-to-face this conversation. Yes, it's a little awkward, uncomfortable, but if you tell me what you love about TLC and what I love about it, etc., why you ask questions, remember, it's verbal. It's all verbal. That's all it is. That potentially wise we can figure it out right now. Or you want to find traditional ways, do it. I'm just letting you know. If I suck, you suck, we both suck, I get up and leave. And they'll be like, you stop the relationship? Yes, I will, because I'm not going to... If I'm going to be in a shitty-ass relationship again, accept you in my life, because that's what you do. When you do the but lines, I love everything about her, him, but the jealous, but the controlling, but the TLC sucks, then you accept people in life. Analogy, that is your hell on earth, your dungeon, your sentences to your own self, Sorry, so let me catch up. So you see what happens if you want to have a relationship 8% and up that your future wife has exposed your secret treasures. Oh, for sure, that could happen. Never together again. We'll take it in. They can most definitely wise as far as that, but that's why it's a risk when you lay down with people. Every which way they can, your ex is gonna put you on fucking blast on social media wise. Every which way, tell your secrets, whatever you're into in TLC, and that's the ish. It's a risk, but that's why you should be communication comprehension and judging people, right? Judging people correctly, wise. And on top of it, we're fucking adults. Like, let's say the TLC sucks with each other, wise, right? And they expose whatever kinks you like, toys, whatever situation is. That it's at the same time they expose you, quote unquote, and someone could reach out to you that was doing that shit. Whatever the situation is, the intent is that you're adults, like you're an adult. Adult high schoolers worry about that bullshit. Adults we don't. All my exes can talk about whatever I did in the past. I give no fucks. Everyone's different for first and foremost, but that's what the potential be. We're talking about everything day one, because I'm not gonna accept you in my life. Thank you, and you drop Jules, please. Oh, gracias, solo for sure. No, I'm just telling a story because I'm just guiding for warning you guys. Because like relationships it sounds bad, but it's scary. If you don't know what you get into, guys, it's a major fucking risk. And here's the kicker: if you get in this or you get this relationship, you can lose everything in life. You can lose your good job. You can lose yourself. Why think you start gaining weight? You have no you don't do shit. You lose yourself so bad that you become numb, and you don't want to become so traumatized and trauma-bound in a relationship that you become numb. What's that like? I don't think there's like a word for it, but there might be a word for it, but I don't know, like DSM-5 book. But when I say numb, a scenario, I'm relationship-wise, right? And I'm the empathetic one. My ex, sister, my girlfriend, she's narcissistic-wise, and she's done me once, 5, 10 times. And this is the shit. Either you're doing it or you're observant wise, right? Or you're living it. And everyone tells you, yo, Rito, your girl over there, Maria, she's out of some guy talking, bullshit, passing by with this guy, hugging him, kissing him, bullshit. And I would say, oh, it's alright. She always does that. She leaves, cheats, comes back. Yeah, it's when you're fucking gone. You're fucking numb. Because in your head, fuck it. This is all I deserve. But why do we say to ourselves, why do we gas time and ourselves and believe our self-worth is what we have by our sides? Because our partners, remember, words can heal you, trigger them, and destroy you. So when your partner tells you you're ugly, fat, and stupid, you ain't shit, knows I don't want you with all his kids, I'm the best you get in your life, and then if you leave me, you're gonna die alone. They tell you that every fucking day for years to be, you will believe every single word, and you won't do shit in life. You just fucking live with it. Fuck it. In this lifetime, that's all I deserve. If that's what you believe, then welcome to your hell on earth. And that's the shit. That's why I'm telling you, I'm just trying to forewarn you guys so you don't do that shit. That's why I do goldfish talk, keep it 1,000 day one, talk about everything. You're jealousy issues because you got to remember this. If you're traumatized about your ex, and your ex says that all my exes cheat on me, well, do they cheat on you because they're bored, or they cheat on you because you push them away, or they cheat on you because they're narcissistic wise? If you don't know, then study that shit. Because the intent, you don't bring your ex's bullshit, traumas from your past ways, and you bring it to the current relationship. Because if you do that, you might do the point because, you're not a bad person, but you're so traumatized, the relationship's going too smoothly, like my other ex's wives, right? And typically my exes cheat like in 6-7 months. You know what? Fuck it. Either I break up with them or I cheat on them. And when like, why the fuck do you cheat? Well, my exes cheat on me, so I'm going to cheat on you, make sure you don't cheat on me. But I'm not your exes. I'm not your past. I'm your present. Why don't you keep in the present, wise? And that's the shit. You got to be very cautious with that situation, right? And that's why you got to study yourself. Fall back and be by yourself and date yourself. So if I'm 1,000, what do you think we ask you? We like to eat. What do you like to do for fun? I don't know. You know why you don't know the fucking answer for yourself? Because when you're in a relationship and you're more empathetic, you put your heart, mind, body, soul in your partner. Put everything into them that you lose up for yourself. You forget about yourself. And that's what we people pleasers, more empathetic wise, right? And we fucking do what? Whatever they love, we love. Whatever they like, we like. To the point where we forget our own selves. Why think you guys bigger about petty ass fucking food like I did? Like, let me get some fucking teriyaki. But you want teriyaki? Now you get whatever you want. And I go back fucking McDonald's, but I want teriyaki. You gotta call me, text me something. We didn't, right? And let's say fucking next time I'll buy teriyaki and McDonald's, so she can't say shit. That she's like, I didn't want teriyaki no fucking McDonald's. The fuck you buy that for? Like, what the fuck? You can't ever win. Because the thing is, you're people pleasing, and their wise, they don't open their mouth either. They want to do the communication, no comprehension. Welcome to war bullshit. That shit's so unjust. The intent, once again, when you go home, quote unquote, should be happy and blessed to see your partner on both sides, both partners, communication, comprehension, loving us each other. Wise, don't do it like a lot of us do the fucking, my first baby moms, fucking Athena, lose the disciple, hell no, shit. I pray she's doing better now. Potentially, they supposedly say the older you get, the more wiser you get, but that's to each one first and foremost. age is nothing but a number. It's about maturity level, right? So I worked multiple jobs before. Fucking took the job. It's not that I want to be home. Yes, you make more money out of good shit, right? But money doesn't fucking fix you or save you. It just make you, financially stable, but it doesn't make you happy, right? It's just fucking band-aids to the cuts and wounds. But it's that I didn't want to see our kids, our daughters. And I don't want to see my first baby moms at all. I would go there. I was praying when I go home. She's fucking, like kids are sleeping. She lay down watching the flick, whatever, and she's whatever, lets me be, or she's passed out. That's fucking bad. I did that for years. And this is if you do this relationship, this is when you're fucking done and gone. If you're having full conversations with your exes, right, or your partner while they're fucking sleeping, that's fucking really, really bad. You're so fucking gone because why? Why can't you have that conversation when they're fucking awake? Because you're walking in eggshells, right? And then you already know if I talk about this, it might trigger them. So you keep it to yourself. You might tell your girlfriends, your boys, your people, otherwise, but not your partner. That shit's unjust. That's no. I've been done that. I won't ever do that shit again. Fuck that. If you can't talk to me as a partner, I'll give you 4 warnings. Yo, it's called communication comprehension. If you don't open your mouth, I'm letting you know. I will drop you like a ton of bricks. You shed tears. I won't. I will still be your friend associate if you allow me to. Or you can push me away. You can go on social media and say I left you. Play the role of victim, tell a story. A sob story and shit. I'll be, I did leave her. Let me tell you why I did what I did. I elaborate. I'm not a virgin. I'm not shy, Oops, sorry. Marriage in the next 10 years will be extinct. I truly believe that strong. Both male and females. 4 beings. Oh, yeah, no. Remember this. For the most part, like, marriage nowadays, in America, I can't speak about other country. For the most part, third world countries are more traditional. They have more infidelity because of the phone, yes. But in America, relationship, no kid, no marriage can guarantee a long-term relationship. It's between 2 people. Communication comprehension, learn about empath and narcissistic good and bad people, how we function spiritual mentally being-wise, all the answers to your face-wise. But yes, for the most part, you're very accurate. Fucking marriages be like, nobody's gonna say like the white folk, this is my 5th wife. So in Seattle, they're my buddies, their fathers and shit. I'd be like, what the fuck, 5? Like that. I go sit there. Let's just say your marriage is only 1,000. That's fucking $5K. I would give them shit. You know how much teriyaki that is? You're fucking bored. 5 people. You're saying get that shit straight. Like, don't be doing that bullshit, man. It's like it's like. I mean, was not married or nothing. But would it be nice to get married? If it happens, doesn't. The point being there's like the potential people on the side. We do what? Communication comprehension. We talk about everything. We love and lust each other. We become each other's friends, best friends, lovers, partners. What therapists? We both comprehend there's love and lust everywhere. That's just cosmetics and that's it. Take it back. There's beauty and lust everywhere. Because nothing's wrong looking at a person. Yo, he or she's blessed. Fuck yeah. If they care something, that's awesome. But I know what I got about my sideways. If they want to pass boundaries, like, yo, king, queen, I got my partner. Keep it humble, Don't pass boundaries and shit. If you keep passing boundaries, I'm going to push you away. Simple as that. Anyone that's passing boundaries, you're being narcissistic, you're getting fucking lust and bullshit. Control that bullshit. That's the shit. So that's why everything starts between individuals. And as the years progress, it's become worse on the social media because there's a zillion fucking options, but it's pretty much obvious in front of your face. Any female can fucking have a zillion options, but the question is, she gonna be dedicated to 1 or 1,000? That's the question. If she gets in her feelings, will she talk to you, do what communication comprehension? A and B, Will Smith and Jada, A and B, not fucking August C to Z. Nothing wrong with reaching out to C to Z party. A lot of my one-on-ones, they're relationships, marriages and bullshit. I tell your queen, I'm C to Z August, but I'm giving you positive advice. Oh yeah, I got you. Now you choose what you want to do with the situation. If I wanted to, my choice, I could do past boundaries every which way. But I control my lust and my greed. I don't want you like that. I want you to do better and work on yourself. And then if you want a relationship, and that's why you don't get involved in relationships, entanglements, aka triangulation. No, you can't fix and save nobody wise. For a fact, the person you're trying to give guidance to wise, they're empathetic, loving. They deserve better wise. And you can potentially get them better. The downfall by the situation, they're already in a situation. They're in a relationship, go to divorce, all this shit. Let them get out of the situation and work on themselves. Because you can't fix and save them. You can try to. The downfall situation is, if you're more healed than they are and they're buried in a relationship, you can't fix and save them. They might push you away. This is what happens typically if you try to save somebody in a relationship, right? Let's say they break up, you take them in. As a partner, They went body hopping first and foremost. No time to heal at all. You can pick them up 1,000 times, but it'll become exhausting wise. And their ex-wife, remember, you took them away from them, quote unquote, right? So with that said, because you guys manipulate wise, they can do best. You can offer them better, but the downside is you can offer it, but they're not ready for the situation because they're still in the mix with another one. So they can potentially go back to the ex, because why? They just broke up with them. They're still trauma bonded by them. They did not do forgive, not forget, let go, closure for themselves. So don't be surprised when they go back to their ex-wives. Or they will go back to a person like their ex because their bubble is toxic love. What's toxic love? When they verbally, physically whoop your ass, call you bitches, set wise, grow up, all this negative bullshit. They don't touch you nothing. It's just some toxic bullshit. But to them, that is love because that's how they know in the last 5-10 relationships. Toxic love. You give them love, they might get scared. It happens all the fucking time. I didn't mean to hurt you. Well, guess what? You should not get involved with them at all because they don't know what love is yet. You're offering love and they're used to toxic love. Opposites attract every which way. Fall on your face. And that's why it hurt people. People that are involved with toxic love, that's what they're used to. Hurt people. People are empathetic, but they know how to offer love. But they weren't ready for the situation. That's you be very, very careful you don't get involved in people's situations. Control your hard feelings, empathy, sympathy. Have it for them, but control every which way. If not, your heart and feelings are very deceiving. You have to your intuition, mind, common sense first, and then your heart feelings, because you believe this situation, this what I'm about to choose is correct. Then you're blessed. You're good. If not, fall on your face. Not really when I say that, but just fall on your face. I tell my one-on-ones, I tell them that, hey, no one's perfect, we have our flaws. When you do the same mistake I did, and I'm verbalizing it, but I give options, scenarios, ideas, and you choose wrong like I did, before your head hits the ground, remember me, they hit your head, but give me your hand, I got you. Let's do this again. You were right. It wasn't about being right. I was just holding I got in for one, you wouldn't do what I did, but it's okay. Because the cool thing is, like, when you're a life coach, a positive person instead of more empathetic wise, like me. If you're, I'm 42 on the outside, 18 at heart. So anyone that's 41 and younger wise, I'm talking to all versions of myself. Like, if I have the opportunity to talk to my 20-year-old self, this is what I would tell them. So that's the beautiful thing about the situation. That's why heal people, and so on and so on. Today's world, a couple become party at 10. Hell yeah, brother. That's awesome. Very well said. That's why, sharing is caring, right? Situation about shit. I didn't know that. Like, bruh, you gotta be very careful, man. It's 4 fields and 4 baby dads linked. Fuck yeah, brother. Well said. That's why you gotta know who you're getting involved with, man. You gotta invest. You gotta investigate. I investigate every one of these platforms. The potential to be wise, I'm going through all the platforms. See if they're squares, empathetic, circle, narcissistic wise. They actually work on themselves. I don't give a shit. She's beautiful. Tattoos. That's all cosmetics are beautiful. Sex appeal. That's beautiful. You put your whole body to the whole world. Yeah, you blessed. You take care of yourself, Queen. I'm happy for you. But up here, your mansion, spiritual emotion, how you doing? You're broken, ugly, lost, healing. Are you matching my energy, taking energy? Can you judge and read me? If not, then can you give me positive advice? Or me drama, toxicity and bullshit? I'm not doing that at all. If I want to do that bullshit, I go back to my first baby moms. Every which way. I ain't know her 12 years. So it's just a new body, just, her version. So what does the word August mean to you? So I don't know, Jada and Will Smith, the actresses wise, I consider them as a power couple. A lot of people date wise, right? But they had a relationship which is open, but the rules was whoever Jada or Will was gonna lay down with, they both had to meet the person and both pre-approved that I allow you to sleep with this person. That was the rules, quote unquote, right? So supposedly Will and Jada, they were going through a little breakup wise, little breaks in situation wise, but even during the wake wise, quote unquote by rules you're still together, but not technically together wise. So she did an entanglement with her son's friend August, which is he's like a rap artist, R&B. Don't call me that. You can look him up. But anyways, so when I was in my breakup, that's what I was doing. Like, fuck this shit. Because the cell phone, tell you what happens. Females make a post about the relationship. Males do the same shit. But what happens? DMs are fucking lit. Potentials to be. So the relationship is only Jada and Will Smith, A and B relationship. Not August, C to Z. The sneaky links, the options. Start with emotional cheating, then it goes to physical cheating wise. But how? Because nowadays, it's fucking 2023. When I died 2020, cell phone. That's why if you're like 25 and under, y'all can't even have conversations with people. Y'all talking on the phone, texting, and bullshit. When it comes to face, introverted, quiet as fuck. Like, what the fuck? Nah, you can't have a conversation with you, was like, I'll be your friend associate, not a partner. Yes, I get it, there's introverts, but I promise you 1,000. The introverts have conversation with my people. We talking and vibing, and they all say the same shit. Not really when I say it, be like, well, with you, wise, it's crazy because with you, I can be myself. Like, right, because it's called energy. I respect your boundaries. Speak what you want to speak about, and that's it. I'm not passing boundaries. Like, oh, what up, damn, gorgeous, all the good shit. Like, nah, that's called love bombing, honeymoon phase. I'm gonna say your favorite your lust. I'm just lusting. I don't do that. Sorry. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. All you sneaker links right here. Have to call out the universe. Use the phone correctly. What am I doing? Talking about vibing, networking. If I want to my entanglement, they get cheating. There's a zillion options in this phone. So, and I make Will Smith and Jada more famous than they are. That's why in TT wise, when people see my tattoos wise, or I mention that, like, oh shit, I forgot about the whole entanglement BS. Because why? You got food stamps. No, you got EBT. You got cheating. No, you got entanglements. It's a nicer way of saying cheating. So I took this situation, had fun with it. Did you do your own tattoos? No, my boy Bobby did. My tattoos are easy because 95% of my tattoos would be just words and passages. That's it. And then 5% would be images and metaphors. So, yeah, so that's my tattoos. Yeah, August. That's the C2Z party. C2Z party is positive or negative. Positive, what I'm doing. I'm a bunch of C2Z parties for a lot of people's relationships, why it's marriages and bullshit. I'm just a support team. I have to one or both. Give my advice for each other, you know? And then I tell them, yo, it's your relationship, communication comprehension, doesn't work out, squash it, you know? Kids, that's co-parenting. And then that's what the females tell me in my DMs, you know, like, yo, all the females that you do one-on-ones with on the platform, none of them get your attention. I go, no respect, they're beautiful, exotic, once again, but they're going through it like you're going through it. I can't fix it or save them, you know, and they're going through it pretty hard-wise. And then when kids are involved, co-parenting and stuff, and they don't get your attention, cosmetically they do, I already know that, but it's got to be spiritual, emotional, mental also, you know. If I had to pick you up when you're down, or if you push me away as a partner, then why am I your partner? That makes no sense at all. I should just be your friend associate. You can push me away, it's not hear my feelings, but yo, you can reach out to me whenever you want to. Again, your choice. Happens all the time, but I'm not going to try to fix and change or save you because I know I can't, you know. Bobby, have some neat handwriting. Oh, no, yeah, he is down. Like this one's here, say, your head is your best friend and your worst enemy. That's why all the doors depend on opening your mansion. This one says, the only person you need, chase, compete, submit, and need validation from is who? You, the person in the mirror. All you ever need is you. I'm out of my shirt. Day by day baby steps. This one says, words can heal you, trigger, definitely destroy you. Relationships can make you break, can definitely destroy you. Watch your words. Words cut deeper than a knife. The bottom one says, judge and read everyone correctly for who they really are. Are they broken, ugly, lost, healing inside? Are they matching your energy or taking your energy? Control and protect your energy, environment, peace, best as. And those are all my sayings. So next month I have 4 sessions. So finish this arm, do my inside, my bicep, my tricep. Start and finish this one, same concept. And after that, I'm going to do where my heart's at. I'm going to say 7 years too late. Then my angel, devil analogies that say, you know, God, Lucifer, consciousness, subconscious, right, wrong, yin, yang, positive, negative. Whatever you want to use, I'll have the main words. Then my back. The back will be a big one. I mean, I'm not a drinker, but I drink Fireballs to buzz up every too because the body hurts. The sleeve's weak as fuck. But I do it for myself and for you guys, for everybody, because I'm just trying to simplify it for everyone. I'm broken. Lovely. You can say it for now. A lot of us are broken. I have to say 95% of you are broken codependent, but for now. Why? Because remember, to trigger you, you're broken. People get triggered, like narcissist traits. You know, first time like a Sour Patch. First I'm sour, you're broken codependent, and then for now, then I'm sweet. What do you mean for now? Whenever you want to reach out to help, whenever you have a support team to work on yourself to progress in life, then for now you'd be broken. But in time, you can progress in life if you choose to want to. It's your choice. It's on you. Like, I don't force this upon nobody. Wise. I just go my lives, say what I gotta say, do my shirts, you know, do my tattoos. If I trigger you, I did my job. But why don't you just open your mouth and ask me a simple question, you know? If you want to. Once again, you don't have to. But you won't know anything in life if you don't reach out, you know? And I just keep it very simple, best as possible. That's all I'm trying to do. So you potentially have a little guidance, and you work on yourself. Because try to fix yourself by yourself. I promise you, 1,000, it's highly impossible. No rules in open relationships. The moment your relationship open, it destroys all trust, loyalty. Yo, so very well said. When I say every which way 1,000, when I say that, like, I have nothing against poly open swing relationships at all, right? Benefits, fuck buddies, situation, whatever you want to use, as long as you both, not just one. If you're the one that's more narcissistic wise, and you do poly open swing, right? But then you hook up the person that's empathetic wise, and they don't do nothing be above, then you're selling dreams, and you're the problem in the situation. You sold the fucking dream, and they should have known. No fucking excuses. You chose that shit. That's why it's called premeditated, right? But if you both know the situation is poly open simulation, even then you gotta talk about. So I talk to a lot of people who do polys. I talk to them like, yo, like, do y'all talk about like like situation? Like, what do you mean? Like, what's your tolerance of like jealousy wise? What's the rules? Because yes, technically there is no rules because it's open, but typically the man's greedy. Like, I want my girl to be with other women, right? But if his girlfriend wants to be with other men, oh no, we can't be doing that. Now it's double standards, right? But you gotta talk about that shit day one. Right? Betrayal becomes the common belief 1,000. I've been trying to fix myself for a long time. Definitely feels impossible. Oh yeah, no, like lovely. I say you have to have a support team, but the word have is where you force a trigger. You should want a support team. The more people in your support team, I promise 1,000, you can work at yourself more, because the cool thing is everyone that's a true support team that they're patient with you wise, even if you repeat your story 1,000 fucking times, they won't get up on you because I was you, So with that said, everyone you talk to, you vent, and the cool thing is that you get to learn about yourself wise. You might tell a scenario, you tell the 10 people the same thing for 1 month, and then all of a sudden you put a new sentence. Oh shit, something came out, something worked with wise, right? And the cool thing about the situation, we hold you and guide you. We can't fix you or save you at all, but we can heal your guide, support, uplift, for one, shall up to you, and that's it. And that's beautiful because you work on your healing journey. Because forgive, not forget, and let go. Do closure for yourself, not for your exes, not for your parents, for yourself. If you get closure from your exes and whoever hurt you, that's a positive as long as they're authentic. They don't say because that's what you want to hear, so on and so on. But miles your pocket, you guys reach out whenever you want to. Have a problem open up to people, but I'm good at giving advice. Welcome to be empathetic. That's what we do. We have our own person. Like, we help and guide others, right? And you seem happy and they're doing fucking good. But us in our relationships, fucking garbage. We don't take our advice. We're sitting like, praying power, manifest. She changes her ways. Trust me, my first baby mom, Latina, lose disciple, hella narcissistic as fuck. 12 fucking years, man. Praying, pan, hope, manifest. Like, fuck, yo, that's a long time. My second baby mom, 7 years. She was more empathetic wise, but we're not good for each other. Because different views wise, and me wise, I'm very socialist. I socialize with the world. Like, they're not following Spanish culture. By me talking to a lot of females, that's flirting, that's wrong. Especially if, my ex would talk to guys, my family like, why is she talking to guys? They go, what's wrong talking? To no, yes, she's not supposed to talk. I ain't give no fucks, So with that said, that's why you have to be careful what you get involved with, And on top of that, remember, there's when we open up to people wise, sometimes family, friends, and whoever you tell your problems to wise, they throw your past into your present. Because let's say altercation, boom, throw the shit in your face. Or the worst part, they put it on social media. That's why you what do we do? We fucking put our walls up. So they're not like, once again, TT wise, on my side, it's more, inspiration, positive stuff, nerd talk, and stuff like that. Anyways, so anyone that's, going through the red pill talk, healing, awakening, especially if you're awakening woke journey, we have our analogies, metaphors, the way of speaking, right? So I was watching one of the TTYs, and it was talking about, how we build walls up, and I was like, yeah, cool, the regular story. But he's all like, here's the kicker: when you build walls up, what like real life, what's a wall? Put a wall, you can't see shit behind a wall. It's just a fucking wall. The higher you put it, the worse it becomes, right? There was sunlight. What sunlight is gone? Because he's all the only downfall about building walls. You push people away and potentially a good partner by your side that wants to be there by your side, and they'll be patient with you and deal with you, and then love, respect for manner wise. So what you do is build fences. Fences, I meet you halfway to see through. I can judge that. Fuck yeah. So I tell people, build fences. Judge and leave me for who I really am. I'm a broken, ugly, lost sin inside. Am I match energy, take energy? And I'll be answering your fucking face. I'm talking to you. I got to generate everybody. Once again, facial expression, tone of the voice, my energy. you know, what do I talk about? And from there, where's my eyes at? Everything's in front of your face, man. So that's why I say, everybody, yo, I'm on your pocket. We can talk and vibe. I got you. As an individual, I'm blessed. I won't ever been in a toxic relationship. That's why I've been 14 months, still a bit chill by myself. You know, where I'm from, Little Mexico, they ain't no potential here at all. Like, white girls, if they open their mouth, but tattoos is fucking wrong. That ass, right? Especially my tattoos because of words. If it was like pretty tattoos, the pretty inky shit, maybe. But I'm not just trying to say that. I haven't done against pretty tattoos. Everybody has their own stories. I get it with ink therapy, but mine is crash course to life. And just pretty fucking words. So that's why I guys see here. Why the fuck you put machista? Well, alpha machista, narcissist. That's what you live in life. If you know, if you're like your father, uncle, and shit, where you can fucking body hop, be disrespectful with your partner, and she's able to stay submissive, take care of the kids. Like your mama auntie, yeah, you're machista. That's what you are. He was a disciple. That's all. It's petty ass words. Do better, or change your ways, or stay what you are, etc. Don't get offended by what you are, you know, and so on and so on. So that's the shit. But guys, I'm about to get off in a minute because I'm exhausted. I don't even know how I'm still up, shit. But the positive mindset of an individual, when I sleep, I die. I love it. There's no more dreams. The only time I get dreams when I do power naps. And it's crazy because there's like, sometimes they feel so fucking real. And I see a lot of faces on there, which is like current events wise. So it's pretty amazing. Sometimes it's like future to past. It's and I don't see like, power naps like 5-10 minutes. But when I see, like I tell you, I die. I love it to the universe. No more insomnia. I'm not laying there for fucking bed. Hours. I don't fucking miss that shit at all. And it's like, it sucks that we're raising correctly. That's what bothers me. Like, that's why I get, honestly speaking, why Rebel talk, right? Look what I say, what I do to the fullest. My tattoos, all this bullshit, all this, which I love. And not say bullshit in a bad way, in a loving way, but it's just like, it's highly impossible in all these fucking platforms. All you ETs fucking from Pluto watching this shit, hearing this shit. You're studying the humans, we're studying fucking you. We have the same fucking issues in your fucking whatever part of the universe. 40 sending rep out the matrix and shit. But the difference is your technology is highly advanced because you fucking traveling little ET ship and shit. But you guys are bone codependent, having anxiety, depression on my tattoos, and you guys haven't figured shit out. You're just highly advanced in technology, that's it. But you're still bone codependent. Make that shit make sense. And that's the shit. There has to be other replicas, the 1% of the universe that are fucking woke, but they don't open their mouth. Maybe, I believe because maybe, scenario, their parents taught them, whoever taught them, yo, like, help others locally and that's it. Don't go on social media. Don't say this shit because if you say this publicly wise, remember, you're a good person, quote unquote, you're doing right, and you know you're doing right, but remember, lose the disciple, being narcissistic. If you say too much, they're off your dome. You watch the news, right? All these good people, fucking, they have money and power and shit. Look at like fucking, my boy here, Triple X, Extension. Fucking, was like 21 years old and off this dome? But why? Because he had money and power. He was telling his fucking fans, like, yo, remember, you guys are beasts, you're gods, etc. Otherwise, you know, you already got it and shit. All this man-made bullshit. Nike, that shit's irrelevant, man. Just do you and that's it. Fuck, he was saying too much with his money and power. So what happened? Send Joe Blow from the block, get him fucking 500K, where the fuck is the elites, who disciple people narcissistic? That's a fucking penny to them. Happens, look at fucking Pop Smoke, all the other artists, same fucking shit. When you're too empathetic, use your money and power correctly, not incorrectly wise, yeah, what happens? You make the big boys, the elites, people narcissistic, look bad. That's the shit. So you might not last long in this lifetime, but with that said, people narcissistic wise, you can change whenever you want to. You might have fucked up again, but guess what? Your choice, you know? Wall and fences out designed to separate. When you separate, the people become territory. Now 1,000. What happened to Jimmy Fox? Jamie Foxx, honestly, I see him the love respect for manner wise. I don't know. I suppose he's sick. Supposed to be, you know, like he's being sacrificed, the Illuminati, all that bullshit, which I believe to a certain extent because he wasn't sick before. But remember this: when you have money and power, once again, they can make sacrifices anybody wise. You got to be or cloned. But here's the kicker: let's say scenario they cloned you, right? I'm gonna give you techie wise. Even if they clone you, you have identical twins. You don't think alike. Everyone's unique. You know, it's been over a month. Yeah, but even if it's clones, supposedly wise, they won't be identical. That everyone's unique. Everyone has their way of thinking. It'd be a physical body that's identical. That's about it. But up here, all unique to the fullest. That's why like AIs and bullshit like Skynet, T2s, that's around the block. And what's gonna happen? The T2s want to become humans, so they want to put us out, but they can't be us. And they don't want to fix and save us, but they can't. And so on and so on. So that's why they're becoming narcissistic, like fucking iRobot, all this shit. Because when you get free will, you can do whatever you want with whomever you want. Be happy, sad, bitter, hateful. But with that said, as an individual, you just do your part as an individual. That's it. You focus on you, you know? Scary? Oh, it is for sure. But remember this. It's all man-made bullshit. It's not God. Humans decided to try to be God and create clones and fucking... When you have money and power, you can fucking off the whole universe's dome. Every which way, because you have money and power. So with that said, you just got to be careful, quote unquote, what you're saying. That's why I say all the time. I don't say all the time. I verbalize here and there. If you ever hear me that off my fucking dome because I was going through my depression, my anxiety, I'm blessed as an individual. My mansion, close all doors of pain. Not broke, independent. I don't need people. I want people. So I'm blessed. So if you ever hear about this at my platforms, people are narcissistic because the least got to me. Why? Because why? I'm saying way too much because it's about you. Fuck all the man-made bullshit. No drugs or pills, psychiatrists, Gucci, Prada, OnlyFans, BBLs, 1,000 motherfucking supercars can't, capital C, fiction or save you at all. All that shit, 95% of broken codependent, you're looking for love and happiness, and man-made bullshit. Go to your fucking Dubai's, go do your fucking OnlyFans, go travel the universe. But every fucking night when you're on that fucking girl trip, guy trip, you sit there in fucking bed, once again, sit there with toxic love, pain, overthinking, and insomnia. All you're doing is fucking putting band-aids on all your fucking cuts and wounds. That's all they are, band-aids to life. When you actually work in your mansion, close that door of pain, forgive, communication, not forget, let go, comprehension, to close that one door of pain of my ex. Now take off the band-aid, it becomes a scar right here. I can pull it, pinch it, the skin hurts, but there's nothing behind it. When you have cuts, it can look like it's healed, but it's healing because if it's healed, it don't hurt with the shit. But if you barely bump it out, cosmetically, it's looking to like a scar, but underneath the tissue, it still hurts, right? Because it's healing, it's not healed. So with that said, you gotta work in yourself. Every day above ground, the real war in the universe is the person in the mirror. Oh, the fucking fountain to the youth, the person in the mirror. All my depression and anxiety, the person in the mirror. The fucking war, fuck the man-made war. Gang, mafiosos, Russia, Ukraine. No respect to Russia, Ukraine gang, but yo, that's man-made bullshit. It's you, the real war in the universe. Every day above ground is you. So when you're gonna win that war, to find love yourself with mind, body, heart, soul, 1,000. So you figure out, oh, I don't need people? No, you don't. You want people. Oh, shit, I'm blessed. You're blessed. Now you love life. Fucking Care Bear. At the market, what's up, Mr. Positive? What up, kids? What y'all doing? You know? I love it because in the market, they be like, look at this guy. Ask everybody, how you doing? How's it going? How's life? How's family? How's the hubby? How's the wifey? How's your mansion? They be like, mansion? I tattoo. And you're up here. How you doing up here? You know? I like the way you think. We should connect. Oh, I love it. Yeah, you get on with DM me. I'll tell you, I do free therapy, life coach. I talk to everyone in the universe. Show love and respect. Remember, this, and the love and respect for man, it's not for me. It's for you guys. I'm blessed in life, you know. I just want you guys to have what I have, you know. That to love yourself. The fucking person in the mirror sucks disliking that person because once again, you can modify the body. Shut up. Visually wise in your head, if you have the money and power, do what you got to do to the sleeve, the body, to modify it, to make it, in your eyes, beautiful. Do what you got to do, but here's the kicker. You be beautifully, cosmetically wise, BBLs, OnlyFans, but when they cheat on you, what are you going to say? What are you going to say situation? That's the shit. You did your part every which way, and you're still not happy in life. Why? Sorry, guys. It lagged out. On my side, as far as the big goes, either the servers are acting up wise or I don't know, something's happening. But sorry on the Bigo squad, it lags. Might be my internet potentially wise. Tomorrow I'm supposed to get potentially better internet. I got to talk to my people, see what's up. Because right now where I live in the country, I get 20 megabytes, which is not a lot, but for where I'm from, it's decent, and I'm on 6 cell phones, so it's holding up for the most part. The next one's supposedly the new one that just got new equipment. I could do 200 megabytes up and 100 megabytes down, which is not a lot. I know in the city y'all get like fucking, 1 gigabyte, 2 gigabytes, fucking killer ass numbers. But I live in the country, so what I do, I adapt to my situation. But with that said, I tell you, that's what I do every day above ground. I get my lives. I don't have to do none of that shit at all, but I choose to because I believe once again you don't deserve to get destroyed. Fuck no, to get destroyed. Once again, all you middle school, high schoolers get destroyed in relationships, and then you bring a kid in the mix, and kids, and then you fucking it's like, bro, it's just a fucking domino effect and shit. And from there, wise, you believe that this is all I deserve. Shit talks relationship, But here's the kicker, like say, like in my head, Joe Rogan status. I already made it physically, not there yet. Why? Because I need to start. Okay, I should want to start promoting more of my TTs, my pod setup. Which this week I will promote on my YouTube and my Spotify. But then I might actually make editing wise, so people can see what I talk about. But with that said, when you go to my YouTube and podcast, the intent was to have in all order wise, time frame wise. Nah, I'm like, fuck, 14, 15 months behind. I do all that editing myself wise. So I'm gonna just put times and that's it. And then when I put my, I'm gonna cut it and crop it. Same thing. It'll be pieces of that pod and the time and that's it in parts. So when I put on my platforms, they go to my Spotify, my YouTube, and they go, oh, look for that date. That's the pod they did this on. Cottonmouth did this on. Shoot, I'll be talking. But yeah, that's what I do tell you. 3 years ago, I made a vow to myself, not and to the universe and to God, and even Lucifer. I have nothing against Lucifer. He's a beast of what he does, remember, but we blame him for our situation, but our choice premeditated. So I chose to write a story, verbalize it. Like my pops, my family is really, really known, especially my pops, right? I know he probably gets embarrassed and shit because obviously his buddies telling him, yo, your fucking son's crazy and shit. He's talking about the culture. That girl destroyed him, all this shit, 3 years. I'll be saying to my last dying breath, And if I was more like still working on myself while I let my pops, and people like, yo, that's just some of those tattoos. Yeah, my son's crazy. I would get offended by that. Don't. I'll be like, yep, I'm crazy, but I'm blessed. Oh yeah, I was saying talking relationship. I pray for him. That's it. How? Why? That's why it's cool to be more like spiritual, quote unquote. And that's what. And then you have the spiritual war. You have religious war and spiritual. You can't be religious and be spiritual. The fuck you can't. You can do all of the above. It's people that just want to make these mammoth categories. Like nah, it's just love and respect. Whatever you talk about. I'll give this gift of the third eye, right? I know the concept that's 4D7 matrix wise, but do I go by it? No, I just go by you as an individual. Are you more empathetic, more narcissistic wise? And then you're at matching energy, taking energy. If you take my energy, I'll verbalize it. I might be here to stay quiet. No, but do better work on that. So on and so on. Vibration, turbulence with frequency, disrupts, fucking exhausted, disrupts currents. Yo, Solo, very well said, man. 1,000. You're very wise, brother. Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's a cool thing about, once again, social media. And all the platforms I've been on for like almost 3 years now. Matters with Tobigo and Likey Squad. Twitch, one person out here, which ain't matter respect wise, but that's why I tell people, like, don't get discouraged by numbers and bullshit. If I want to become mainstream, a blue pillar, I could do blue pill talk every fucking way. Spanish culture, like before when I was debating about Hispanics, Latinos, Hispanic Chicanos and all this shit. Spaniards and fucking Dominicans, all this bullshit, gangs and blue and red, all my bullshit. If I would make money on social media, I talk about that, getting people in the feelings. I can purposely do that right now to trigger them, go viral and get paid. But here's the kicker: blue pill conversations, debates about man-made shit, bullshit, race, religion, politics, COVID, man versus woman, high value men, high value women, what color your Bugatti, drugs, alcohol, pills, wars. That does what? Entertainment, makes money, and keep you feeling top of your feelings as an individual. You won't ever evolve in life. I'm gonna go fucking be preaching about slavery and Incas and Aztecs. Like, cool. Here's the best part. I love telling people this shit in face to face and on social media. That's why on TT wise I always get blocked, because I be, yo, king, queen, shit out. You preach about slavery, you preach about Incas and Aztecs and bullshit, gang mafiosos and shit, right? But as an individual, ask me this: how the hell you're a crackhead, alcoholic, tweaker, doing booger sugar, and in toxic relationships, you love God and Jesus, you go to church, but you verbally grew up in your girl's kid's ass, and you cheat on her, but you're loving God and Jesus. Make this shit make sense. Fuck you, all this, and then block me. But another little disciple got hurt and shit. That sucks. Over fucking words, feelings, and motherfucking all my conversation. Here's the best part: if I could hurt you with petty words behind the screen, you struggle in life, because I don't know you from Adams. Imagine your partner by your side, your parents, siblings. Yo, you're struggling in life. To be blunt, you're fucked. Narcissist traits: first time sour than sweet. For now. What? For now? Why for now? Reach out for help. Have a support team. I do free therapy. Let's talk on vibe. I got you. Got Wi-Fi flipping out. Oh yeah, I know. My side and probably your side also. But remember this. It doesn't sound crazy when I say this. Like, remember this. All these platforms. What are we doing? I don't own Bigo. None of us own Bigo. So you go on these platforms. You borrow their servers, their content, set wise for the most part. So I recommend saving the stuff. Like me, I'm on Twitch. I usually have it backed up, and from there, so on and so on. But when you speak positive talk, you might be getting watched. Like on TTYs, I didn't want to believe in the beginning, but I was being watched. Sounds crazy. I'm like, I'm a small little motherfucker on TTYs, and they're watching little old me because what I'm saying. Because remember, I'm saying rebel talk, real rebel talk, not the bullshit. No respect to them. I don't annotate. Fresh and fit, fucking sneak going on. They're not red pillars. They teach maybe like 10% positive shit. Top G more. I was giving like 60% more red pill than blue pill wise, right? But they just cause altercations. That's all they do. But that's entertainment, makes money, all good shit. Anyways, mine's red pill talk. You know what I mean? The other red pillars, yeah, we talking and vibing. So with that said, when we say too much, they pour your lives. If you get ghosted, it's you know, when I do phone call one-on-ones, I just for one, hey, the phone call, start dropping calls. I tell you, hey, king, queen, shit up. I'm just letting you know, I might sound crazy today, but when you and I have conversations about your life, and I give you, scenarios, etc., ideas, then what happens? Shit, like again. It's gotta be I'm Bigo might sound crazy. Maybe they're watching me. I'm Bigo now because it lagged out again. I know it's not my internet because my other cell phones are going smoothly was, so it's not my internet. I'm being watched on Bigo now because I'm saying too much. Repo talk is too much every which way. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'll get lagged out, phone calls, and my one was like, "Yo, it's crazy." At first I thought, you're a little cray and shit, but now you're not crazy. You're the only person in my whole life that I'm talking to, and you're right. Why? Because we don't want. Remember, we're borrowing these platforms. We're borrowing the cell phones. Listen, I don't own the towers. So those disciples are hearing the phone calls, and they don't want you to work on yourself. They don't want you to progress in life. They want you to buy drugs, alcohol, pills, buy like Gucci, Prada, and OnlyFans and bullshit. Do the glow trips and guide trips to fix, change, save yourself. That's fucking crazy. They're like, yeah, welcome to red pill, blue pill conversations and shit. The narcissists run the universe, but that's the other time. Are you narcissist watching my shit, hearing my shit? Trying to stop me? Yo, you can reach out whenever you want to. I promise you get your life back. If you choose to want to, it's your choice. You might have fucked up, but you get your life back, and so on and so on. That's the shit. That's what happens when you become a red pillar. You will sound crazy to people, but you're not crazy, but you're blessed. And remember, you don't get discouraged when you speak your mind, tell your story, because you don't got numbers, you got viewers. Who gives a shit? Because someone, all it takes is one person, you're talking about, and then you blessed, So you said internet tripping. I told you why. Vibration. Oh, 1,000 for sure. No, positive vibration is no bueno when you deal with people that are negative wise, and that's why people talk, because this is raw real conversations. Because like I tell you, people have money, power. Famous as shit. Tupac, X. A lot of these actors, etc. Homeboy from Linkin Park, Soundgarden, all this shit. You use it correctly wise, then people are narcissistic. They'll forewarn you, yo, keep out with your bullshit, but they intend to stay strong and you don't fall back. You just keep saying shit to the last dying breath, and it sucks that happens, but that's the world, the spiritual world that's going on. Spiritual world is going on, and it sucks, man. Because once again, you have money and power, you're getting off anyone's dome whenever you want to, which is very unjust. Yes, in the next lifetime you see each other again, it's a broken record, but that's the intent. What I believe in each lifetime, the intent is to become woke, and if anybody's tell your story to wake the rest of the world. But it takes the whole universe to wake the fuck up to figure this shit out, to stop war, which might be in a very long time. I can tell you this, it won't be in this lifetime. And it sucks. I already know that, but you don't get discouraged. Like, well, I know in this lifetime this ain't gonna be fixed. It might be fucking 20 lifetimes it might get fixed, but don't get discouraged and stop what you're saying, because you know what? You already know what's gonna happen. Tell a story. As long as you have one, the more the merrier for sure. Then you blessed as an individual. Then you blessed. That's what you do. That's why as an individual, to my last dying breath, I don't stop saying what I'm saying. I'm just trying to help you get your life back. And if in their wise, and especially pretentious to be that. Remember, if like in TT wise, it'd be like if they wanted, they would, right? So we can all make time for anything in the universe if we choose to want to do our choice. How did I do when I was doing benefits? No bragging rights. Remember, no social media, no MySpace, no Facebook, none of that shit. Had a smartphone, I didn't have no apps. I knew of them, but no bragging rights. Once again, in that 11 months, 100 plus females, benefits to the fullest. I had to talk to every single one of them. I made time for all of them, right? So, potential to be wise. There's a potential to be in California end of the month. We're supposed to meet up. More likely the way it's going is not, but do I get discouraged? No. If she reaches out, hey, I'll call you. She called me, she messaged me on Thursday on Facebook Messenger and shit. And no, because in my head, I do ideas. The idea she calls me, not pray, find hope, manifest that she has. No, I don't go by people's words. And she has she called me? No. I see her on Facebook, said makes her post. Do I get my feelings about it? And my nephew like, yo, you feelings? Why? I don't need her. I want her. But if she doesn't want I, then I can't force her in my life. I go my day wise. We can all make time for anybody. Why do I choose to go every day for the most part on lives? To tell a story and that's it. The intent in my head is to make money off the situation because then it becomes my job. I tell the same story and I love have the same conversation with you guys. You ask a question, pretty much the same answer all the time because I'm just trying to simplify it for you every which way. Majority rules, but they manipulate us, and we say we minorities. Exactly. That's why Erica Badu, Mano says so she says Earth. I say universe, right? So she says 85% of the world are followers, 10% are creators. Then you have 5% observers. The 10% creators, aka narcissistic people, are trying to find the 5% observers, which are the awake and woke ones, to destroy them because they don't want the 5% to get hold of the 85% followers. Hey. You got choices. What? Every day, but you got choices. You can do right, wrong, positive, negative, drugs, alcohol, pills. Off your dome. All people's done what? But every day, but you have choices. That's why they think they're the minority. But no, let's say there, like a lot of people leave the ghetto hoods to go to the suburbs, right? But did you know all the ghetto hoods can become the suburbs if they all got along with themselves? Did community comprehension stop this man-made way fucking war? Then guess what? It'd be a better place, be a better world. But that is their choice. Every which way. That's why the intent is not to sit with blue pillars. Show them from this and that's it. They're going to involve with them. Fuck the news. They're going to involve with the news. Pray for people and that's it. But the intent is to work in your environment. Just worry about the person in the mirror first and foremost. Then your household. Then your environment. That's all you should worry about. Reach out to others. You go on social media. Tell your lives and good shit. Talking vibe. Then you're blessed. You did your part, And the elites. Let them be the whole thing. The Illuminati. All the bullshit. That is narcissistic people that have money and power. Let them be. Let them be. You can't do shit about them. If you trigger them, they can off your dome. Yes, they can. But you can, if you talk to them and vibe with them, they potentially wise, they might talk to you. I've talked to a lot of people narcissistic wise, and they be like, "You're fucking crazy." I'm like, "Hey, you call me crazy, but I'm blessed. I'm just, let's talk about all my conversation." And I can tell you in Seattle, I deal with it all the time. I have money, power, Microsoft, all that good shit, but they bet you about the life. But about the depression, I go, my tell you the next for a reason why. How come you talk to a poor boy, quote unquote, in your status? Why is I'm a farmer market and a produce. I'm supposed to be a migrant worker, and I have this, on my conversation with you was, and you have all the money and power. You were from home, remote, making fat ass money, right? But I go, but you're blue pill rich. Well, I have nothing against what you got going on for yourself, individual, but I'm 3D70 red pill rich. In my head, I close all the doors and pay my mansion. What I've been saying, how you doing? How's it going? How's your night? How's everything? How's life? Whatchamacallit, but in my head, I close all the doors to my mansion. So, spiritual, emotional, mentally, I'm a beast, I'm a God, I'm immortal, I will never die. Zeus the God, he got shit on I. Why? Because Zeus fell to lust. That's why you have demigods and goddesses everywhere. I control my lust. I know how to. But if I don't want to control it, then I could be the manhole that I am. By narcissist side and just go body hopping like crazy. Sell dreams, gas that manipulate every which way, which is my choice, premeditated. So, that's the edge. That's it. Once again, just do your part and that's it. That's all you do as an individual every day, above ground, do your part. If you want to work on yourself, then work on yourself. Not then hurt people. Lose a disciple, you're narcissistic, that is your choice, but you destroy, to trigger you, you destroy everything you touch. Deadass. That's your job for now. Because you want love, but you know what love is. And that's the shit. Don't be relations, man. Just be in polygamous relationships. Even then, I don't recommend them, but that's definitely your choice. But don't sell dreams that you want to be in a monogamous relationship because you don't know how to be. So, that's it, guys. I'm off. I love you guys. I'm off. I'll jump on to tonight. I might go fish with my nephew. That's an analogy. I'm going to fish for a minute, but my heaven on earth. It was chill. It was fun. It's good. They didn't catch nothing, but it's just like, I love my nature. I love the earth. It's just quiet and chill. It's the best feeling in the world. It'd be nice to have a partner, a family, quote unquote, kiddos, but that's just patience and virtue first and foremost. That's what they asked me. My ex asked me, like, you gonna fix yourself? Like, nah. You have more kids? I can't speak on that, but if we did have a kid potentially wise with the potential to be wise and we're both on the same level, then we'd be blessed. Finally, I can say, and then love, respect for matter, finally have a kid with, a badass potential. We're good, we're blessed. It's not the toxic relationship. It's not no more competition. I'm with her because she's beautiful. She just sold me a dream. None of that corny bullshit. Like, nah, we love and love each other. Finally, blessed. That's the intent. But if it doesn't, I already have 8 kids. She has kids. Her kids become my kids. And all that good stuff, So yeah, but love you guys. Have a good night. Yeah, Solo. Hey, man, I respect your brother for jumping on and just talking and vibing. It's all about communication comprehension. That's how people like. It takes extreme the courage to make a comment. I know, and there's a lot of people introverts. I get it. So, but in time, when you have a little support team, a squad, you're talking and vibing, and you can actually work on yourself. And the cool thing is, you ask questions if you want to about what you're going through, so you don't feel alone. That's the main thing is because you can't fix yourself by yourself, and you won't know the answer to life if you don't ask questions. And if you just keep it simple as possible, it's a lot easier. I promise you that. So, love you guys. Have a good night. Stay fresh. POF, have a good night. Take care of yourself. See you guys tomorrow night. Yeah, tomorrow night. Sorry, I didn't close it. Boom. Sorry, I'm just shutting these platforms down because I'm on 6 platforms at one time. Cool, love you guys. Have a good night. Be good, squad. Take care. Be safe. Like you, squad. Love you guys. Have a good night. Be safe. Twitch side. Love you guys. Have a good night. Be safe. Remember, always in your pocket. Stay fresh. Ciao.